àwọn ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ kan ti wáyé tẹ́lẹ̀ rí ká fi wọ́n kéwì ká pìtàn ọ̀rọ̀. Níjọ́síjọ́sí gan-an ló ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ láyé tí Aláàfin àtàfọ̀njá tí wọ́n ń ṣe dúkù àbọ̀tẹ̀ tó gbóná. Bàbá rán mọ níṣẹ́ ọmọ ọ̀jábọ̀ ọṣẹ́ fún bàbá. Àfọ̀njá ń bẹ nílọrin kò wálé mọ́. Àpò Ọ̀yọ́ ọjọ́ òun ni mò ń wí o. Àsìkò ọ̀hún. Aólẹ̀ ní ń bẹ lórí oyè tó dá láàfin ọba alágbára. Àfọ̀njá lọ́kọ láyà alùgbèrè ọ̀sẹ̀ tó jó lórí ogun nígbà náà. Inú ń bí Aólẹ̀. Ó ní kí ló ṣe táfọ̀njá ò wálé mọ́. Ó ní kíákíá kó yá wá má bọ̀ fún òun gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọba. Kàkà òkò Àfọ̀njá takú kò fẹ́ rọ̀yọ́. Ọlágbára Aláàfin pọ̀. Àfọ̀njá ní kí ni kí òun ó wí. Níwájú ikú bàbá yèyé. Ó ṣe báwọlẹ̀ Àfọ̀njá. Aólẹ̀ náà ń bínú ńlọ́bá di dàrúdàpọ̀. Àsìkò ọ̀hún gan. Àbá kan bẹ nílọrin Àfọ̀njá. Ní Sókótó ló ti wá Fúlàní lòun. Àbá Gàmbàrí ni wọ́n ń pè orúkọ súná rẹ̀ ní Jálímì. Ominú ló kọ Àfọ̀njá tó fi sọ fáálímì olóyá. Jẹ́ kájọ tó wọ́pọ̀ lé Ọ̀yọ́ lórí. Jẹ́ kí Sókótó ọmọ ogun ránṣẹ́ kájọ gbógun rè bá láàfin. Ó ní gbogbo ọba pa Aólẹ̀ ọba kò ní jẹ́ kájọ mọ́kànlélẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n ohun fáálímì ń fẹ́ ọwọ́ sọ bá Ààrẹ Kakanfò Àfọ̀njá. Ó ní bí wọ́n bá lè márẹ̀ mọ́ òun jọba ó ní Sókótó á fún wọn lọ́mọ ogun. Ààrẹ Àfọ̀njá bá gba kámú ó ní kò láṣẹ. Àrẹ̀mọ rẹ̀ tó fi sílẹ̀ ní Sókótó ọmọ tí jẹ́ Sàlámì ló ránṣẹ́ sí. Ó ní kọ́mọ ó wá jọba ìlú Ìlọrin. Ìgbà òun gbéra ó mú àbúrò rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹni tí wọ́n ń pè ní Ṣítù. Sàlámì ló jọba àkọ́kọ́ lérí ará Ìlọrin Àfọ̀njá. Ó kú wọ́n tún fi Ṣítù náà jọba. Àwọn ọmọ Gàmbàrí ló ń jọba látàkókò ọ̀hún wá. Irú ọmọ Àfọ̀njá fẹ́ jọba wọn ní kò sáàyè. Àtìgbà náà bí Yorùbá bá sọ wípé Ìlọrin Àfọ̀njá, Haúsá Alígèrè Álímì nìlọrin. Ẹlúlu ló pé odò tán tí apá òkódò mọ́. Ọmọ onílé ti yí padà ó dàjèjì. Èdè àìyedè tí ń bẹ láàrin Yorùbá. Ohun tó jẹ́ sábàbí rèé kó tó di pé Fúlàní gbà lọrin lọ́wọ́ wa. Ìran tó bá ti ń dìtẹ̀ mọ́ra wọn, àǹfààní wọn jíjù ní dùnù. Kíákíá lọmọ ogun Fúlàní dé bíi bàbá ìṣùá. Wọ́n dé tẹ́ṣítẹ́ṣí tọkọ̀tọkọ̀. Wọ́n gbé ogun Fúlàní wọ̀yọ́. Ogun fẹjú tán, ogun ajàmọ́ máàlà, ogun kẹrù, ogun pọmọ. Ọ̀tẹ̀ ni Yorùbá ṣe tó fọ̀yọ́ àkọ́kọ́ jẹ́. Ṣé gbogbo yín ń gbọ́ làbárè? Kàkà kílẹ̀ òkú sísá nílẹ̀ àṣà. Kó tó di pẹ́ǹtì
Good morning, Matthew.
Aólẹ̀ síká ìwà wo ni? Ó lọ sàn ju pé kápógun ló pọba.
Adépọ̀jù pẹ̀lú mi, good morning.
Ààrẹ Àfọ̀njá sí ẹ̀wọ̀ ohun tí kò wá gbà nínú ọ̀tẹ̀.
Okay, I'll go through the message. Can you send me another one right now? Pẹ̀lú mi.
Bóyá gbogbo Yorùbá ni Fúlàní ìbákó lásán kọ́ bá a bá ń gbóríyìn fún Ìbàdàn. Wọ́n ti tayọ òmù àrán. Wọ́n lè kọjá ọ̀fà. Wọ́n gbógun dé sí Òṣogbo òrò. Gbogbo alákìkanjú ogun Ìbàdàn ló dìde. Ogun tí jogun Jálumi. Àwọn ọmọ ogun Ìbàdàn ló jagun náà lájàṣẹ́ tí wọ́n kí Fúlàní wọ̀. Èdè àìyedè tí ń bẹ láàrin Yorùbá lásán kọ́. Aólẹ̀ ló sọ̀rọ̀ ìbínú kó tó kú. Kó tó lọ ó fi Yorùbá ṣépè gidi. Èpè ọ̀hún ní ń ja Yorùbá. Ó tọ́ láti répè ọ̀hún dàsígbó. Ọmọ aládé ló fọwọ́ rọgí ìgbàgbé ìtàn. Ó bínú kọjú sílà oòrùn àgbáyé. Ó ní bí Yorùbá bá rán mọ níṣẹ́ kó má mábọ̀ tó ní láárí wá. Ó ní bó bá tọ́ kí wọ́n ó fẹnu kò kéde wọn máa takora wọn. Ìgbà tó kọjú sí gúúsù ó tún fi wọ́n ṣépè tó yàtọ̀.
Ọmọlọ́pẹ́ Mama Peace, good morning.
Tó bá fẹ́ kú nítorí tí wọn kò ní jẹ́ nǹkan kan lójú wọn. Ó ní awuyewuye ò ní parẹ́ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ó ti ń ṣépè lórí àdéhùn.
Share the broadcast, invite your friends. Always remember to sign the petition. Good morning, Mama Peace. How you doing, my sister? Okay. I slept very early yesterday, Belumi. You mean my last video is not on my WhatsApp or not on my broadcast? I can't understand.
Níbo ni Yorùbá máa ń wà nílé ayé tó ṣe wípé wọn ò ní dìtẹ̀ ara wọn bó ṣe ní kàngárá bó ṣe kútú wẹ́ndí Yorùbá ní ṣe Yorùbá ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀ ní jàǹbá wọn rántí inú bíbí wọn gbàgbé èpè. Òótọ́ ni mo fi sọ̀rọ̀ níjọ́sí tí mo ní ìyà òní tójú mi jẹ Yorùbá káwí ká gbọ́ bọ́mọ aládé ọ̀bá fìyà jẹra wọn kúkú ni ìran tó bá ní olùṣọ́ àgùntàn ló ṣe é gbè níjà. Bó o bá ti ẹ̀fẹ́ báwọn dámọ̀ràn tọmọ ti yá ẹni àríkọ́là àmọ́ lójú. Bó o bá fẹ́ mọ̀ báwọn gbàmọ̀ràn ọkà ti fojú rí jagun. Bó o bá ti ẹ̀jàjà rí jagun lábí sójú lẹ́ẹ̀kan fìrí. Ọwọ́ akókò farabalẹ̀ fún gbàmọ̀ràn. Bí Yorùbá bá ti ń gòkè àgbà, bó bá ti ní ṣẹ́ńgì díẹ̀ lọ́wọ́, jíjọra ẹni lójú lókù tí ó tẹ̀lé, ká máa gbéra ẹni pamọ́, bó jálẹ̀ bó ṣojú mọ́mọ́, bó yọjú lábẹ́ aṣọ fèrèsé, wọn á ní bàbá òsì nílé, sísá pamọ́ làwọn fi ń ṣàgbà. Àti ṣe Yorùbá sí, sáré ni tó ń jà fún Yorùbá, kápẹ́ ká dojú ẹ̀ délẹ̀ ló tọ́, ọmọ aládé tó máa ń ṣàtakò ara wọn lórí ohun gbogbo, ẹ̀yin ọ̀gbọ́n tí Bíbélì ń wí fún wa nínú Èzíkíẹ́lì. Olùṣọ́ àgùntàn kò sí, wọ́n sì ti oúnjẹ gbogbo ẹranko ìgbẹ́ nígbà tí a tún wọn ká. Èzíkíẹ́lì orí 24 ẹsẹ̀ 5. Èdè àìyedè tí ń bẹ láàrin ọmọ Yorùbá kó tó parí yóò lé tútù ńlá nínú. Ohun tó tọ́ tó yẹ ká ṣe mo mọ̀ díẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ àárín ọmọ aládé ni. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ bá gba wèrè mẹ́sìn kẹ́ ẹ wí pé kì í ṣọ̀rọ̀ ètùtù. Àwọn ètùtù bí ẹbọ rírú kọ́ lèmi Àkànmú ń wí. Mo ti ní kọ́kọ́rọ́ ìrẹ́pọ̀ lọ́wọ́. Bí ọmọ aládé bá fẹ́ kí wọ́n ó ṣe ẹ̀ sí nǹkan tí mo sọ.
Good morning, everyone. Continue to share the broadcast.
Bá a bá fẹ́ fẹnu kò ká ṣàṣàrò. Ẹnu ti ṣe léèkó. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ọ̀bá ríra wọn bá dámọ̀ràn gún mọ́. Bí kálukú bá ń ṣe tiẹ̀ lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ a ti ṣe fẹ́ kóra ẹni jọ. Ká máa ṣèpàdé abẹ́ ọ̀dẹ̀dẹ̀ ká polówó ẹ̀ lọ́jà. Èyí tó sún mi nínú ọ̀rọ̀ àwa Yorùbá ńláriwo lásán láì ní ṣètò tó ní láorí wọn kì í ṣàṣàrò ojú wọn láláriwo.
And I say good morning once again to each and every one of you. Welcome today, the 10th day of June 2020. The time here is coming up to 6:26 a.m. My voice might not go up, but it will increase as the broadcast move into different hours. Please do not call the broadcast now. You would have a lot of ample of time to join the broadcast. I welcome each and every one of you once again to this very interactive, educative, and also a platform. And when I say a platform, a media organization that have dedicated its time and hours for the actualization of a new nation coming out of the contraction that a lot of us will call Location 9. And for the benefit of those of you that might not know what we mean when we call Location 9, it means the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is according to the international law that you might decide you don't want to be part of a country, and that means you would do everything, diplomacy, lobby, protest, discussion on the table like this, engaging a lot of stakeholders, coming out of a country that a lot of us have been together for like 60 years. Would not just be, not just what I am doing alone. There will be a lot of other work that might not shoot out onto the live broadcast, but I can assure you I am just one out of so many millions of Oduduwa Omokaro Jire tí wọ́n fẹ́ kúrò nínú Nigeria. Platform yìí tí a gbé kalẹ̀ yìí fún àwọn ọmọ Oduduwa ni. Àmọ́ ńkọ́ àlàyé wà rẹpẹtẹ nítorí pé kí ni èmi ò kì í ṣe blogger. I'm a proper media organization. Adema allow àwọn tó kù náà tó bá fẹ́ bá wa dá sí ètò nítorí pé kí ni tá bá ń sọ pé a fẹ́ kúrò nílùú kan àmọ́ pàwọ́ ta jẹ́ ọmọ Oòduà ọmọ káàárọ̀ òjíire gangan náà ni ó kàn àmọ́ àárí àwọn ará Ìgbò àbí Haúsá àgbà míì wọ́n lè pè sórí oṣó nígbà míì gan a lè rí ẹni tí kò ń ṣe ọmọ ìlú yẹn gangan bọ̀ tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ ìlú yẹn fún àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ kúrò nínú ìyẹn la ṣe láti máa sọ ní gbogbo gbà pé àlàyé tó wà ńbẹ̀ ni pé ẹlòmíà fi kọ́mẹ́ǹtì sílẹ̀ àbíyín nínú ẹlòmíà fi kọ́mẹ́ǹtì sílẹ̀ kò bá nǹkan tá à ń sọ mú gbogbo yẹn kó ló important tó important ni pé Fúlàní ojoojúmọ́ tí wọ́n ń sùn tí wọ́n ń jí ni wọ́n ń ronú nǹkan tí wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe tó jẹ́ pé ìdá tó máa pa wá lára ni ìpalára yẹn ti ń bọ̀ láti more than 60 years àsìkò wa tó báyìí tí a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń bá wọn jà lọ́tún lọ́sì gbogbo tó bá gbà làwọn náà máa fi bá wọn jà ẹlòmíà ní àbẹ́ ń bá ìjọba jà kò sí tí kíní kan pẹ̀lú ìjọba kí ni ìjọba ṣe fún yín tẹ́lẹ̀ for 60 years ọ̀rí nǹkan kan ṣe èyí tó wà ń bẹ̀ náà nísìnyí ọ̀rí nǹkan kan ṣe ebi ń paráàlú ojoojúmọ́ ló ń paráàlú bọ́ọ̀ bá pààyàn lénìí kò síjọ́ kan tẹ́ bá jí báyìí wá ti pààyàn kan ṣáá ni bọ́ọ̀ bá pààyàn ebi á máa pààyàn iná sí kò sí ilé ìwòsàn kò sí security àwọn wọn là ń bá ṣe àwa ń bá Yorùbá World Congress ṣe gbogbo àwọn tí Yorùbá World Congress bá dẹ̀ ń bá ṣe làwa náà máa bá ṣe ẹlòmíà ní àwọn àgbàlagbà kan wà oríṣiríṣi àgbàlagbà ló wà o oríṣiríṣi àgbàlagbà ló wà àwọn àgbàlagbà kan wà tí wọ́n fẹ́ jẹ́ ká gba òmìnira yìí lóòótọ́ àbá wọn ṣe àwọn àgbàlagbà kan dẹ̀ wà wọ́n fẹ́ yọgi nínú ẹ̀ àdẹ̀nígbà fáwọn yẹn ànígbà fún wọn but èyí tó bá jẹ́ pé lótìtọ́ lódodo ní pé a fẹ́ rí kinní yìí gbà àní wá dúró dé àwọn àgbàlagbà o àní dúró dé wọn nítorí pé ta bá ní ká dúró dé wọn ìsídà kẹ́yẹ pé àwa la máa push wọn kọ́ lè ṣe ń ta fẹ́ ta bá jókòó lójoojúmọ́ ẹ wo gbàtà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ètò yìí ta gbé kalẹ̀ nísìn bó ṣe gbé kalẹ̀ ní bíbà ó wà lórí Oòduà TV ó wà lórí Heritage ó wà lórí Crystal African Television ó wà lórí Òṣàtọ́lá Adéníyì ọmọọba Adétòkunbọ̀ ó wà lórí gbogbo Mayegun General ó wà lórí gbogbo platform bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo tí gbogbo à ń sọ náà ni pé Nigeria is dead and we need to break it so bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn àkọ́kọ́ gbá ẹmọ bá ṣe máa ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú oríṣiríṣi àwọn orin tó máa àti ewé ní o tó máa fún wa ní pé ká lè bá mọ̀ pé Yorùbá unity wa solution àti ìfẹ́ gbogbo èèyàn ló máa sọ pé nífẹ̀ẹ́ ara wa we don't love ourselves ìfẹ́ wà a kò ní láti build up nìyí mo ò dẹ̀ fẹ́ jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa máa lose focus àwọn tá a fẹ́ bá jà gangan àwọn tó fẹ́ pa wá ni gbogbo yín ti mọ̀ yẹn tẹ́lẹ̀ everybody knows that there is no doubt about that you cannot deny that but let us just roll some of this audio and then we'll come back again. Thank you very much, my brother from South Africa. Pẹ̀lú mi mo ti bẹ́ẹ̀ send the broadcast annoying. Good morning. Share the broadcast. We've set up a kind of, how do I want to put it? I'm going to put it on the broadcast now. Vote and let us get your opinion on it as well. It's about 3 or 5 questions or 4 or less than that. We want to get your own view and opinion as well. Okay, let us. Good morning, Jack Olushola. We're still warming up. We've not yet started. A lot of you are still in bed. A lot of you are still almost about to wake up. So let us just get you into the broadcast, and then we will fire up in the next 20 minutes. Yoruba, the unity, our love, and solution is very, very paramount, and we need to find solution to why we don't love ourselves and why we must work together to fight the caliphate that is holding us for the last 60 years as slaves. And if we don't do that now, myself and you would have to leave that to the next generation. And I'm not sure whether the next generation might be as have interest like a lot of us in our 40s. Those in their 50s are trying to push as well because they believe they've left it too late. Those in their 60s, they're getting weak. Those in their 70s can probably maybe give one or two advice, and I'm talking about those that really want, the disintegration, not those that are still eating and part and parcel of the Janja weed and that location 9. Good morning, Latif. Omoishola. Chinedu, good morning. How you doing? Oh, sorry about that, my brother in South Africa. I will call you after the broadcast. It's the weather. I wanted to do the broadcast outside this morning, and I got outside. It was raining, so I came back home. Marcos, I've not heard from you for a few days, but I know you watch it. Thank you very much. Nnamdi Kanu will be speaking again tonight at 7 p.m. Omoni Yele, good morning, my brother. Odetunde Ajibode, good morning. I want everybody to set up their own WhatsApp group. Clusters of different WhatsApp group. Let us have it. Those that you know, not more than 30. Clusters of different WhatsApp group. I know what I'm talking about. The politicians want to plan, and we must plan ahead of them to disintegrate their 2023. All hail Oduduwa, all hail Biafra. We are all looking for freedom. With that year, Latif, totally agree with you. Olaniyan, good morning. Watching us from Ibadan. Karo, thank you very much, my sister. Elédùmarè, gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń wò wá ojú tí yín náà ní fọ́. Ìta ń fẹ́ yẹn ó ń bọ̀ nílé láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà, ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀. Ojú ló pẹ́ sí mi. Ẹ bá wa máa share broadcast yẹn, sọ fún gbogbo àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ, gbogbo àwọn ẹbí yín pátápátá, ẹ máa sọ fún wọn. No remedy. There's nothing like election in 2023. Election cannot solve the problem right now. We need to come out of Nigeria finally so that there will be peace. Good morning, Olani. Thank you very much. Yes, so we are not blogger. We are Omo Oduduwa Tokun, and we will use this platform to fight it to the end. How long it will take? Don't worry about that. Share it to different groups, different platforms. Drop it there, move away. You don't worry whether they watch it or not. Start a watch party and come back into the main broadcast so that you can put your comment in there. Set up different groups, clusters of groups. We must have millions of groups where you watching me will be in control, not me. I don't want to be in control. You should be in control. because you know the people that you will add into your WhatsApp group. We say no to election 2023, but we need to start now. We don't have the kind of money that they have, but we have these. This is called number 6. Akzoba Folabi Utojometa. How you doing, my brother? We must have clusters of different Oduduwa WhatsApp group where you will be in control, not me. As much as a lot of you still have your religion, our tradition must be respected as well. Our culture must be respected. We will play Christian music, we will play Islamic music, and we will play our tradition. I've not even used a lot of Islamic Muslim music, but we will use them. We will work with all the mosques, the churches that will start promoting and talking about Oduduwa. Because a lot of you believe that the churches and the mosques are part of the problem. They must also be part of the solution. I'm sure you agree with me. We must start talking to all our pastors, our imam. You start that conversation with them. When you go to the church, you believe in Oduduwa, tell them to talk about it in the church. You don't have to fight them. When you go to your church, we're not going to churches now, because in UK it's still locked down. But I think Nigeria will start opening their churches very soon. Start having that conversation with your pastor. They must start talking about it. It's a fact. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ọmọ káàárọ̀ oòjíire gangan ló fẹ́, pé Oòduà ló fẹ́, ó wá ń lọ church, ó ń lọ mọ́ṣáláṣí, ó dẹ̀ lè sọ fún pastor rẹ àti ìmáàmù rẹ àti àfáà rẹ pé Oòduà la fẹ́, ẹ bá wa máa sọ nílé ìjọsìn. That means you're not doing the job as well. This is a collective effort. Guys, the politicians are already planning, and we must disrupt that plan. Do you think they care about 2023? I mean, they care about Oduduwa Nation. They're not interested. They are greedy bastard. You think politicians? I'm not talking about politicians from the south, from the southeast and the north. I'm talking about the southwest. I'm talking about Dagboyan. And we have no time. If you are watching this broadcast this morning and you don't have a WhatsApp group, I'm not talking about the one you've joined. Set up yours. You know your family, your friend, even if it's your own family, put them together. You are still waiting to join one what? Yes, you will join one that will maybe like the one that we have. That one you cannot post anything inside it. You can only receive messages that relate to Oduduwa. Whenever anybody is doing a live broadcast or they're talking about any news related to Oduduwa, you set up yours. In putting your friends, that is the only way we can break the chain. You're still waiting to be inside 200,000 group where people will just be throwing nonsense that doesn't relate to what we are discussing. Set up 10 people, and that 10 people, maybe 3 of you, 5 of you outside the country, 5 of them in your local government, they start pushing the message. You don't have to tell us. Do a face cap, do a t-shirt, send money to yourself, because you know yourself. But when you have like 50,000 people in WhatsApp group, then you come and so B, you come and so E, and it go wrong, and it go rarawa. It cannot la mama so. But look at a platform like this. We discussing Oduduwa. Some people will come in and put nonsense comments. That is life. You cannot stop that. I'm not going to block anybody. I'm not a blogger. You think Sky News have time to be blocking people when they comment on when they are doing their live-based Facebook? You think BBC they have time to block somebody because Onshekwe from BBC, Onshekwe from Entonsoro? They can watch my health minister on the screen right here. I got a screen. I monitor what is happening as well. You want to see it? Let me turn it around. You can see. I have different gadgets, but we still need your help, guys. The first thing is we need somebody that can either give us a new phone or the one that you have. This is a 16 gig iPhone. We are receiving about almost close to 1,000 messages. I cannot save anything. So sometimes you guys send something, we cannot save it. It's not enough. It doesn't have enough memory anymore. It's a 16 gig. I've had it for a while. And every day I go to bed, by the time I wake up, they are so, you can say it, messages from you guys, different ideas. And I can tell you we will work on all those ideas. Somebody said to me, we must give people in Nigeria one day, nobody call from any other part of the world apart from Nigeria. And I will make that day before we leave this broadcast, where only the caller that we will get. If you call, you are not calling from Nigeria, I'll cut it off straight away. I don't want to hear. I just want, no. We must give them the time to call the broadcast, because some people are going to start telling them that they're not going to be watching you because they don't have the data, but they will call the program, and we don't want, when they call, you are already calling. So we need a new phone to operate. We need a lot of things to do. You want to listen to somebody, what they are doing in Nigeria, in Lagos? I'll play one to you. They are already working. We just need to support them closely. When you have 13 people in one house, in one compound, watching me as I speak right now, you should be grateful that our message is traveling. I'll play that audio to you guys. Oh, it is not this late, your latest live as no part. The latest one you did, sir. Okay, Pelumi, okay, let's talk later. I'm not sure. Is it the one I did yesterday that doesn't have a part? I know what we're going to do is all the video that we've done, I know some of you want to start making use of it. I'm going to tell my guys in Ibadan, one in Lati Loberesin, why go link go video and show Mboshoga, go video that is up to date. I want the link sent to me before the end of the week, so that people can download it, put it on YouTube, cut the piece out of it. Let me play an audio for you guys to hear. I have to scroll back, but while I'm doing that, let me play Aramide while I'm looking for that audio, because I don't know how far I'm gonna. There's more than 2,000 messages. This phone cannot do the job anymore. We need to upgrade it ASAP. Let me play Olododo then while I'm trying to get that audio ready. Once again, good morning. Continue to share the broadcast. We will create a lot of ideas. One politician, some we're not going to reveal what we're going to do. We'll just be talking to people behind the scene. Enjoy Aramide while I look for that audio. I'm going to post that. I think I found the audio. This was what someone that is watching this broadcast sent to me yesterday. You think we are joking here? You think I sit down here and I'm joking? You will see foot soldiers. When I mean foot soldiers, they don't have to carry gun. Anyway, I'm bring a wale. All you just need to do is just tell people the reason why Lagos State is not working, why Ogun State is not working, why your Ekiti State is not working. They will be opposed to the politicians. That is what the job I am going to be doing. You think I'm just going to be sitting here every day for 4 hours? What am I digested? They know where we're coming from. I've shown you guys my kitchen. I will do that every day if I have to. There's nothing new in London. If you get the visa, please run out. You'll be part of the people that will still come back in. We will not say because if you have opportunity, you should still stay there. But we will disintegrate out of that location. If you like, take $1 million, go to that location. Oh, somebody says having issues sending money to us. We have different accounts. You can send it through the PayPal. We have a Naira account and we have a UK bank account. You are supporting the media, not Oduduwa. When the Yoruba people want us to tell you where they will put the money in, they are still working on that. We had a meeting about that last week. We will tell you guys, whatever donation I am asking for is for the media. Don't ever mix it up. And it is done around the world. Gbogbo media patapata lo ma gbowo lowo members of the public. It's called support a journalist that is doing the job. You're supporting the media platform. And after this audio, you would agree whether if I continue to have Naira. I say we've already got 5 people that have internet for the next 1 month. They don't have to worry. And that 5 people, at least an average of 10 people watch the broadcast with them, whether live or repeated. There's 2 of them from Ibadan. There's 1 in Ilaro. Anyone in data? Anyone in Bonkotanso? Iyaloja or mama play ni inu oja. Hear this audio.
It will be well with you and your family, sir. Sherry, nti alishe no junpe. Àwọn ẹni tó bá gbọ́ kó sọ fún àwọn tí wọ́n gbọ́. Riwe mi nsin ní side ibi tí mo wà, ibi compound mi, gbogbo compound neighbor mi ló ti mọ̀. Tí má tó bá dìde pé bóyá mo ní bí 500 naira or 1000 naira tí má lè subscribe.
Did you hear what he's saying? Guys, are you telling me that you outside will not give 1000 naira, 500 naira for people to hear this broadcast? Then we have a problem. You hear what he's saying? Tóun bá ní 500 naira àbí 1000 naira. What in gbọ́tẹ́lẹ̀ but tóun bá tún wá ní gbígbọ́ yẹn máa lọ. Are you telling me you want Oduduwa and people that I'll put it back again. He said people in his compound are already digesting the message. What is the message? 10 people digest it. It moves to another 10 people. On lobby fire niye. And you sit down. I sit here for 4 hours and we say, give us, little money so that they can, people like that, we will just top up for them. 1 month. Another month, we have to top up. An average top up, there's different one. I think we did one from Ibadan. We did a Spectranet, 12,275. It gives them 60 gig. No, sorry, T-Badon here. Sorry, I take that back. It gives them 40 gig. But they have another free one in the night. The one in Lagos was 15 gig. It gives them 60 gig. Spectranet. And it gives them another 60 gig in the night. Then we did another one for a guy, I think his own is more like a glow, because I asked him, he said 1.5 low for 2,000. Anyway, for one, we give him 15 gig for 5,000 naira. We did another one in Ilaro, 4,000 naira. That's why I say to you guys, you don't need 300 people. I'll play back that audio. I just want to say something on that. You don't need 300 people to be in a group. Be in a clusters of group where you will send money to those direct people that you want them to take the message to your local government. That is what politician does. Let's play that audio again. You think I will just be sitting here? We will not plan. I'll take it back. We start again.
It will be well with you and your family, sir. Sherry, nti alishe no junpe.
Good morning, my sister Temilola.
Àwọn ẹni tó bá gbọ́ kó sọ fún àwọn tí wọ́n gbọ́. Riwe mi nsin ní side ibi tí mo wà, ibi compound mi, gbogbo compound neighbor mi ló ti mọ̀. Tí má tó bá dìde pé bóyá mo ní bí 500 naira or 1000 naira tí má lè subscribe. Màá subscribe màá tan laptop mi, ama John wo ni. So bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lọ, if in fact níbi tí mo ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní ọ́fíìsì mi, mo ti sọ kiri. Bí mo yẹ sọ, I'm a graphic artist. Mo ń plan self àti design àwọn shirt flyer tí mo lè pín kiri, tí mo lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa pín kiri. That is my next move nísìn. And mo dẹ̀ believe pé owó tí màá fi ṣe Ọlọ́run á pèsè fún mi. So bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lọ bá ṣe máa ṣe nìyẹn little by little ká tó mọ̀ àti spread. Torí bí mo yín wà yìí, àwa tí tá ń wò ní compound àti tó bí 12 to be precise, 12 numbers. Àmọ́ believe pé àwọn 12 yẹn obìnrin wà láàrin wọn, ìyàwó lé wà lábálé ilé náà wà láàrin wọn. Mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ó máa spread. And also my wife òun náà spread yẹ kiri, ṣe mọ̀ pé àwọn obìnrin they can spread news even more than we.
All the way from India, Mr. Biola,
so,
good morning.
Bó ṣe ń lọ nìyẹn, bó ṣe ń spread kiri nìyẹn. Àwa tá a wà ń lé àdákẹ́ nítorí pé ó ti sún wa. Wọ́n ti sún wa kan ògiri, wọ́n ti sún wa kan ògiri. So a lè mí just like a flood. We can't breathe. We can't breathe. A lè mí mọ́, we can't breathe again. So we can't allow them to kill us. We can't allow them to kill us. So we rather fight back. So a gbọ́dọ̀ fight yẹn náà ni. So bá ṣe máa spread yẹn lọ nìyẹn. And we mọ̀ pé kí ending of this month mo mọ̀ pé àwọn èèyàn á ti gbọ́ ní vicinity mi. I believe so and I know so. So bó ṣe máa lọ nìyẹn sá.
That is just one out of so many audios we receive daily. Bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ nísìn, people are sending messages. Bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí, people are communicating. Each time I look down there, there's a message. And when we don't have enough space on the phone, you can imagine. Good morning, Aderola. Guys, always tell us the location where you're watching from. It helps everybody. Especially, we want to know, especially those from Nigeria. As anyone, Igbo, anyone, internet. I want content now, need the internet. Somebody like our brother, Abiodun from Lagos. You know that we are starting a broadcast. People go and switch on their generator. I notice one. We want to accelerate it. People will say it's not going to happen. It will happen very, very soon. I can assure you that. We will put pressure. I watched my broadcast yesterday. We don't have a government anymore operating in Nigeria. Any government. There's no government in operation in Nigeria. Location 9. There's no government. Take it to the bank. Fraud in it. You think she still have a government? Government. So, we will ask them questions. We will push them. We will submit petition against the government. You think they don't do that? You see what IPOB have done. Guys, you don't know. You think it's the nasty location we are living. When people start submitting petition against your government, they will just you use evidence. I'm just trying to make sure I have all my phones, because before we start running out of juice, even this phone, the battery cell is dead. So your support to a media is vital. It is the key to spread and disseminate the information that we need to. Some of them we're not going to tell you online what we do. But all I can tell you guys is go and set up your own WhatsApp group. You can be in other groups, but set up one for yourself. Put your family there. Iwati family am educate arayin. Engineer Remedy watching all the way from Sangota. Engineer, I'm sure we shut on. I won't need the war. Watching from Sangota. He doesn't need the money. If we only give him, we're just giving him to support him. He's already spreading the message in Sangota. Imagine if we have, before end of this month, we have Oduduwa, you from your own state, your own local government, have 10 people you are talking to every day between now and December to tell them that election. That's all you need. And let them watch other programs, not just my own program alone. And like I keep saying to them, if they now have issues, let us discuss it, bring it onto the forum. Watching from UAE, Idowu or Yeyemi. We need to. People wants to do all these things. And you let mama coordinator. You will be the coordinator. I don't have to be involved in everything like other people are doing as well. We want you to be the leadership. That is what and how we will move into the new nation. Set it up. Be the admin. Add maybe another 3 people. If you want to put me there, I don't have a problem. I will be there. But I will just be posting things that relate to Oduduwa. And that way you have 30 people. Not more than 30 people. Bolon amayiranyi. Iwoloma mopoke. Tabashe flyer 10. Ibiba ile eko kolo. Tabashe sticker. What we want to do is stickers. We start. You'll be going around Lagos. You'll be seeing stickers. Oduduwa, 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 Oduduwa. We don't expect. I've told you guys, don't expect the media at home to take the job like we are doing now for you. Some people say we should advertise in the Punch on all these newspapers. You don't. What? It's okay. But the grassroots is what we need first. The grassroots. Good morning, Sister Taiwo. Watching from Libya. The grassroots, Gongola need. When you have your own group inside, there will be different banters, but at least we are all coming as a pyramid up. Imagine what we are building now is what we call the foundation. And that foundation will be created by each and every one of us. There's no government in Nigeria. Forget it. I can assure you that. There's some few things we are not going to see online. Wait, there's a government. Forget it. There's no government. I don't know who's calling again now. And I can't see the caller. I'm going to just go upstairs. Hope it's not call from upstairs. But if you're calling, watching this broadcast, do not call this show. I'm going to play around with it and I'm going to pop up upstairs to see maybe my attention is not needed upstairs. But if you're watching this broadcast and you have my other number, do not call this number and disrupt the broadcast. Because you should know that you're watching and then you're calling the number, then that means it's going to be disrupted. But I'm going to just play around with it and pop up upstairs and see if my attention is not needed and come back down. Do not call the broadcast, it's not from upstairs. Whoever is calling, do not interrupt our broadcast, please. Marcos watching from Delaware, US. Good morning. We want to get the message in. We all have a role to play. Not just sitting there every day to kill that location. There's a lot of work going on. I can assure you guys. Different professional bodies. Mine is just to come here and talk to you guys and continue to allow you to interact with me and other people. That's all we're going to be doing. Nigeria will break up. Efinyesi. Pé kò ní ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn tutu ẹ̀ dànù. Pé kò ní ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn irọ́ ni ìwọ tutu ẹ̀ dànù. Pé Nigeria ò ní break up. Ìwọ tutu ẹ̀ dànù. Your government is shitting in their pants every day with the Oduduwa now coming up aligned with the Biafra. Ṣé ti Biafra ló ń rí tẹ́lẹ̀? Guys, you can't add me as friends anymore. You can only follow the broadcast, the page now. We have a KOIKIMEDIA page, but Olayomi Koiki has been the one I've been using to do my live broadcast. It doesn't make any difference as long as you know if somebody doesn't know we're live, share it. That's the only way they can know. I know some people say they couldn't follow me on something like that. I've tried this yesterday, and I hope you should be able to follow Olayomi Koiki now. But we have a media page called KOIKIMEDIA, and I always share into it. So if you go and follow KOIKIMEDIA, you will never miss any of our broadcasts. And not just myself, across board, all the Oduduwa messages that is coming out. No election in 2023. Ayeni, that is what we need. Don't need any election. Election will not solve the problem. Let us break it, disintegrate out of it. Location 9 is dead. And that's my sister, Aramide Olododo. You must make sure that you have your own group that you set up personally, apart from the ones that you're in. That way you will coordinate properly. It can just be even yourself and your family. You can coordinate. You can plan. You know how to plan within that group. Báwo la ṣe máa get message kó wọnú local government tó wà l'Ondo state. Báwo la ṣe máa message àwọn tó wà ní Èkìtì, Àkúrẹ́, Ọ̀yọ́, Ogun state, Lagos. When we have multiple layers of different clusters of groups, and every day people are hearing, our message should be like a ringtone. Good morning. Only solution is Biafra and Oduduwa, definitely. It's not going back. Let me show you. I'm sure you guys have seen this video. That country. It's a messed up country. I'll show you something now. It's a messed up country. Tabani, if you continue messed up, only location 9. Abiodun Oyewole, let's keep the fire burning. Definitely. I hope you have already shared the broadcast. If not, I'll go and snoop into your Facebook page. You know I can do that. Don't have to tell you. Sometimes I just go back and watch people if they comment. And can you imagine? They are using their hand to push an aircraft. Can you imagine? In 21st century, can see that we have mad people running that affairs of that location. One fiowo, one fin titaya moto. In Europe, you can see them there. They are pushing it. Can you imagine? Can you imagine, guys? Can you imagine?
You are trying, push.
They are pushing. UK at America. Guys, can you imagine? They are using, like they are, can you see some of them are there, some of them are here. We have a problem, man. That country is totally messed up. I mean, do you know how much they should be making from aircraft like this? They cannot buy the equipment to move the aircraft. They are using their hand to push the tire, like somebody that wants to jackstart the car in 21st century. That country is really totally messed up. Complete. Look at it. I mean, do you know how much this kind of aircraft we use to land? But they cannot. I'm sure they've given money for equipment, they've spent it, or they've stolen it. Now they are using their hand to push the aircraft in 21st century. That country is a total shithole. Good morning, Omotayo Olumide. I hope you have shared the broadcast. Don't let me go and watch you, especially the Yorubas. I can go and be watching you guys. I won't tell you. But you know whether you've shared the broadcast. Look, let me mute that one. Yeah, country. Using their hand to push aircraft. Don't you know that we have problem? Good morning. Just seeing this now. Oh, you know, it's on my page. Go and see it. Oladipupo Clara Morolayo Omamaria Yoni. Animal Kingdom. And people are upset that they call it a zoo. I don't want to call it that. I call it we call it location 9. But that is what the colonial masters have, that they have decoded it, and we must encode it. If you don't know what location 9 means, a code. Look at this. Let me quickly put that. She won't move the church. You see, people are upset. Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see that, guys? Can you see that? Can you see that, guys? Can you see that?
A statue of Robert Milligan in London, an 18th century merchant who owned more than 500 slaves in Jamaica, the latest to be removed.
Did you hear that?
This time by authorities,
not
angry protesters.
Did you hear that?
It was an insult to people of colour, black people. And so today, finally, to find that this statue has been pulled down is symbolic. It's a victory.
In Oxford, thousands gathered at one of the university buildings demanding the statue of Cecil Rhodes be removed.
Did you hear that?
They say the 19th century
energy
represented white supremacy.
Did you see that?
Oriel College, which refused to take it down 4 years ago, says it abhors racism and discrimination in all its forms. Labour's leader Keir Starmer and his deputy Angela Rayner were keen to show their stance on racism, taking the knee and tweeting that Black Lives Matter. More than 130 Labour councils across the country are now reviewing all controversial public monuments.
Did you hear that?
In Cardiff, this statue of Thomas Picton, the former governor of Trinidad and a slaveholder, may not be at City Hall for much longer. And it's not just in the UK where the debate is taking place. In Antwerp, in Belgium, this figure of King Leopold II was defaced. He's blamed for the genocide of 10 million people in the Congo in the late 19th century. Transferred to a removal van, another controversial public memorial.
Did you hear that, guys?
History.
Did you hear that?
Nick Beak, BBC News.
Let me come back here.
Well, let's talk about lots of the points that are made in that piece. We're joined
Okay,
now
let's hear that a little bit.
Bit.
Sorry, guys, my hand is shaking. I'm trying to stabilize it.
Campaigner Patrick Vernon. Morning, both. Thank you very much indeed for joining us this morning. Maura, I know you were in Oxford yesterday. Just tell us about the kind of atmosphere in that demonstration.
Oh, I just saw a clip of Angela Davis talking about how exciting these times are, and that is one of the biggest challenges to racism and slavery globally. And I think that you could feel that at the protest tomorrow. We received overwhelming support for the peaceful and democratic nature of the movement, where we shared, we sat in silence, and we chanted in support of the value and equality of all.
And more, is the plan for this to continue until there's a decision on the statue?
Yes, we do plan to continue, depending on what the response is from the university and in particular Oriole College on the statue.
Patrick, for example, that statue of Cecil Rhodes, there has been long discussion about whether or not it should be there. What's your
to destroy Africa.
What's interesting is there have been lots of campaigns for many years about removal of the monuments which basically are offensive to people of colour in Britain. And, I think ideally we should do a case-by-case basis. So I think the governors of Oriole College should seriously look at, in 2020, do they want to have that statue representing the diversity of the student population and the city as well? That's one thing. I know a lot of people said that coastal removal was a degree of thuggery, but I compared the removal, a symbolic gesture, very similar to when the Berlin Wall was pulled down in 1989. That was seen as a start of a new society in Germany. And maybe this should be a start of a new society in Britain, where we actually point to our the past of historical racism, discrimination, which has an impact today. And that's why Black Lives Matter chimes with so many people around the country.
Patrick, do you see there being a big difference between putting a statue of, let's say, Cecil Rhodes or anyone else we're talking about this morning on a plinth and having them in a museum?
Well, if you look at the majority of statues that you see around in London, in Britain, majority of them were paid by a private subscription. Not many of them were paid by the state, that's just taxpayers. Most of them were built by private subscription or people who were fans of that particular historical figure.
What a dash of Willie Lojuni. Sorry guys, my hand is really, I'm struggling with my hand. Let me come back to myself here. At least we got the gist of when I was telling somebody 2 weeks ago, if the person knows that they can start removing all these nasty people that have destroyed Africa for their own gain in this kind of capacity. The person was, I said, it be by a lot of unfold Nigeria. Ibi by Lottie Day, Ibi Tatima Tunoni. You can see that they started removing all the statues. The death was in America. They started removing statues in France, in Italy, here in UK. Nelly, good morning, Baba. How's the family? People think it's a joke. Orilede Bride, good morning. Jamil Ibrahim, good morning. Shina Yusuf, good morning. Folashade, good morning. Oduduwa Gbegbowa. Sunday, good morning to you as well. Christian is large and will leverage on that. Yes. Discussion should start now with your pastors and your imam. Guys, you know how you call them for prayer. Start calling them and telling them that Oduduwa is what they want to start. We want to start hearing as part of the sermon. That is part of the job. You all have a number to your pastor, either at home or outside. Everybody has. Don't tell me you don't have one. You know how you communicate with them. Lola Olagbayi, good morning. In Jesus' name, amen. What is the strategy to carry the body of Christ along? Well, the strategy is you start telling, does your pastor think Nigeria is working? No. If you, Omojo, know that Nigeria is not working, then it is your right to start asking your pastor that Nigeria is no longer working and we need to extinct ourselves, disintegrate, come out of location 9. Don't tell your pastor location 9 because he won't understand. First say Nigeria and then you can add location 9 to it. A lot of people are getting used to that. That is the message. Or you want KOIKIMEDIA alone to start calling all the pastors when you are part of the members of that church. You don't have to fight them. There's what they call intellectual conversation. Good afternoon, sir. I would like to speak with you when you are free. Okay, I'm free. Pastor, they will always be free. Okay, I'm free. Ṣé kò sí? Pastor, ọ̀rọ̀ Oòduà ló wà nílẹ̀ báyìí o. Ṣé ti gbọ́? Kí ló ń jẹ́ Oòduà? We want a new nation. Kí ló ń sọ lẹ́nu? Nigeria is not working. We want to come out of Nigeria. That is the message. I sent a video to you, and you see people keep sending video. I said we need a new phone, guys. I've received 50s, hundreds of different videos. I can't download them. There's no space on the phone. Orilede Bright. Did you see it? Well, I won't be able to confirm yet. I have more than over 100 different videos and different files. We need to get a new phone ASAP. I need to get at least about 128 gig iPhone. Yes, that's what we need now. You guys call on that phone. You send messages here. That's where you guys send the message to. This is just 16 gig that I've been using for some time. And I've got my new one that I'm using to do the broadcast. So, Abolaji, good morning to you as well. Please sign the petition. If you have done that, send it to all your contacts. There's a new energy outside. See the energy traveling. That energy is coming to Nigeria. How many people soldier go kill? How many people soldier go kill? Hey, then go kill us. For every shoot that is, when people start protesting, you think they will not protest. Let me just keep quiet. How many people soldier go kill? How many people soldier go kill? When they are bringing live broadcast, soldier will kill people. Your president will go to ICC. I'm a fasorion. When they kill anybody during a protest, that will come up very soon. I won't tell you when. The process will just start anytime, maybe in the middle of the night, in the morning. It will just erupt. Let soldier kill people. You think we'll be interested? Your vice president and your president head, Lamafik Gbagbo lọ sí ICC. Eti Montombo. Where is the petition? Okay, there's one that is going on. Sister Buki, my beautiful sister, working tirelessly. When anybody asks for petition, you will definitely get it. If you're new on this broadcast and you are from Oduduwa, Yoruba, you put a comment. I'll go and check if you have sent the, done your own bit by sharing the broadcast. You want the message to travel. You want people to be released of the bondage. You have a role to play as well. I am doing mine. You do yours. We've prayed enough for Nigeria. Now we need to pray to come out of it peacefully. The Fulanis are ready to attack. That is our enemy, including those southwest and the Igbo people and the Hausa people that are part of them as well, to hold on to the stood of their own benefit. And majority of them are the politicians. Your politicians are the one where their children are schooling outside the country. They live a better life. They have better food in the house. They have security. They have money. And you are telling me that you still want to be part of them. Come on, you should think right now. Your politicians are the devil that they're telling you in the church. Because they've never in one day in the last 60 years think about your own benefit. Akwara wọn nìkan ló ń dù. Tiwọn nìkan ni wọ́n ń dù. Afushan, good morning, my brother. Olayomi Koiki, good morning to you as well. Shoga, send a message to Muralayo that I've asked for our petition. Yes, Abiola. Every year, all Nigerian pastors do pray for Nigeria. We are not interested to pray for Nigeria anymore. Our prayer now is they should pray for us to move into a new nation. Any Yoruba church or mosque, and you are the members, and you believe in one Oduduwa, not one Nigeria, and you cannot ask your church, then you have an issue. Akintola, you've been told to check your inbox. Kazim Kodri, good morning. Oduduwa Agbewa. I won't go and check any one of you, but I believe you have already shared it. Do a start watch. People are hungry. We spoke to one person. You know the guy, a lot of you that watched us yesterday afternoon, there was a caller that was crying. We spoke to him after the broadcast. I won't give you more details about him. He's got 2 masters. He works with the underground. He was crying. Oh, sukunkuro the broadcasting. Stanley, I am not a Europe. Igbo people you don't tell Igbo people to share broadcasts. The Igbo people have left Nigeria 6-7 years ago. The damage that Nigeria has done to them killed about 5 million people during the Biafra. We must always talk about history. You can see them removing all the nasty momentum that they put all over London and all over the world, when they have used the same people that went to Africa and destroyed it. Now, can you imagine that this creator, George Floyd, spirit to George Floyd. Guys, no, let's kind of review that a little bit. The phone line is open. I want somebody to call me now. When you call, don't go into Nigeria has got problem. We know that. Solution is what we are talking here now. We know that. But the conversation for a caller now that I want you to call me is to tell me, who is George Floyd? What kind of spirit does he have? Is he an angel? Was he sent to this world for a purpose? That is the caller I'm looking for. +447594050. Don't call if you don't want to talk about that. Don't call and say, no, with no problem. Solution, we know. Who is George Floyd? Is it an angel? Was he sent to this world for that purpose? Who is he? That we can see the energy that he has created around the globe. Who is George Floyd? Give me a call right now. +4475940500979. May Almighty Allah lead us. Wow, the American people, they're not joking at all. Good morning, caller. Your name, where are you calling from? My big sister. We need a woman like this to tell us who is George Floyd. Okay, I'm going to turn my speaker on. Though I don't... 1 minute, my sister, 1 minute. I'm going to turn the speaker on. Sometimes there's a bit of interference. You might not hear me properly, but I'll just let you go ahead because
Bluetooth mode has been on,
so that people can hear you properly. Who is George Floyd? Go ahead, my sister.
Yeah, George Floyd. I'm reading, my brother, but I can't take my eyes off your broadcast.
That's fine. That's fine.
God bless you for the good work. Then I didn't see your account. I want to put some money for the people in Nigeria.
Thank you very much. We send that to you.
I didn't see. I need the Nigeria account so I can put it through.
Straight to the Nigerian.
Through Wave.
Send Wave.
But you may not see my name.
No problem.
But you will see the money.
All right then. I will confirm that to you as soon as it comes through. Go ahead, my sister.
Yeah.
So George Floyd
all right, is a black American, as we all know. We are in America, but you know, it's a lot of things happening, and that is why I am in school. I have read my books before I get to Nigeria. I have had my MBA, and I'm in the nursing school now that I just finished waiting to do my board exam. You see, George Floyd, many Americans, as we are all thinking, oh, Americans are in high places, but when you really get to America, a lot of Americans are downtrodden. A lot of blacks here didn't go to school. A lot of them didn't even finish their school start, their high school. That's what they call their school start here. And we see it and we marvel that we just come. We that came from Africa, from Nigeria, that we are educated. You see them speaking English, speaking all this English, but a lot of them are not really opportune to go to school. a lot of blacks, whereas the whites go to school. So I don't want to be talking so much about these white privileges. It's everywhere. Wow. That is why somebody like me, because I know where I'm coming from, I knew the only thing I can do to help is to go to school. And that is what a lot of Nigerians are preaching to their children. It has been so unbecoming of all these issues happening. So àdúrà ni pé ògo wa kó má bà wá nínú sàréè. It's a big prayer tó yẹ kí àwọn èèyàn ká máa ṣe pé ògo mi o, ògo ìdílé mi, ògo ìlú Nàìjíríà, ògo Odùduwà yìí pé kó má bà wá nínú sàréè. Ìgbà tí ògo Odùduwà bá fi máa dé, a lot of us that are agitating for it. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ ká wà láyé ká wà láyé. That is why we should put spirituality into it. Ká máa gbàdúrà, ká máa kàn máa fẹnu sọ, ká máa encourage ara wa. Ṣé George Floyd, èèyàn ńlá, àkàndá ẹ̀dá ni George Floyd. George Floyd, as some people said it, one lady, me, she's a celebrity. So she really condemned him.
That's fine.
But call on for lady. Sherry George Floyd, he might be a bad person, as they said. But what's he wa pada so long after the last kinito she Tony boya be some years ago, when this guy came back, Oti were renewed. So you only mash drugs but and you fell long in boy. That is why to forget there is no condemnation for they that believed in Christ Jesus or in God. And when you come and condemn and when you shango, when you can a lot of these people say Bonnie Jebu, they need back on. But you want to one read saints me, want to bury many years. Are they decay? That is how Catholics do their sainthood. No matter to just saint. Come at 600 years ago. Come at the baby. So George Floyd, Neo bring about this world uproar now. So we pay black, so she black, and I just want to encourage Oduduwa that we will achieve this thing. Because ojú àwọn people yẹn ibi tẹ́yìn náà wà yẹn ojú gbogbo wọn ti jà wọ́n ti rí pé a ti yarí pé dúdú yarí bá ṣe máa sọ ní Amẹ́ríkà pé akátá yarí wọ́n ti rí pé àwa dúdú ti yarí. So we should just forge ahead. Àwọn ẹlòmíì Nàìjíríà tó rò pé kò ní ṣe ṣe irọ́ ni ó máa ṣe ṣe o. We will all just encourage ourselves. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ you gave me insight. Bó jẹ́yàn méjì èmi tí ẹ ti ń ṣe yẹn àtìgbà tó dúdú àyè mo máa $4. Mo máa recharge account àwọn èèyàn $4 yẹn ó máa fún wọn ní 1,500 in Nigeria. I do for like 4-5 people tí mo ti ń ṣe nísìnyí pé kán lè máa ní data. Pé ẹ follow Oduduwa and that's what we all should be doing. Kẹta wa advertise yẹn gan so that even if it's $4, $5 you can give every time to bá ti ní just be putting it there. Ọmọ àṣẹ I just said grouping. But George Floyd will help Oduduwa too. Will help in that everybody to at alert. The whole world is at alert.
Before you go, I do pray for you. You know, it's not just about now Black Lives. They are now taking it back to the root of Africa now with all this monument that have been taken off. I want you to say something on that before you go.
My brother, oh my God, Sherry, when I finish school, c'est ma chétan. Èmi náà lágbára Ọlọ́run kọ́lọ́run dé mi nì sí mo máa pẹ̀lú mama mi like ma show lórí Facebook àwọn èèyàn máa rí mi but this time I won't shy away from it. Okay. I will be an advocate. Sherry, gbogbo nǹkan mo ṣagbára àwa Africans ó wà nílùú òyìnbó. Wọ́n kàn wá ní wọ́n gba gold lọ́wọ́ wa wọ́n gbé búburú lé wa lọ́wọ́ nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe fún wa nìyẹn. Gbogbo nǹkan mú ṣagbára kò ń ṣe Nàìjíríà nìkan àti gbogbo àwọn Zimbabwe àti Egypt gbogbo nǹkan mú ṣagbára ìlú Igbo gbogbo nǹkan mú ṣagbára àwọn kí náà ń pe àwọn ṣẹkírì gbogbo ẹ̀ ló wà ní museums àwọn people yìí wọ́n kó wọ́n show glass ẹ̀ wọ́n showcase ẹ̀ síbẹ̀. I am very sure wípé àwọn èèyàn wa kan tó kú tán kó lẹ́rú lọ sáwọn ìlú yẹn wọ́n ti kọ́ wọn bó ṣe ń lo àwọn kinní yẹn.
Yes, bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
So àti gba kinní yẹn padà ń sìn ó di agbára. It will be so tough because wọn ò ní fẹ́ mú sílẹ̀ wọn ò ní fẹ́ kó àwọn nǹkan yẹn sílẹ̀. So àwọn Yorùbás tí gbogbo wa I am a Christian. Kristiani gidi ni mí bọ́jọ́ tí mo dé museum wọn níbí báyìí tí mo gbé wọn lọ ẹ wo àwọn tí mò ń ké àfún tí mo gbé lọ báyìí ìtọ̀ mò ń tọ̀ sára ni mò ń ké mi ò jẹ́ kọ́ rojú mi pé mo ní yé wọ́n ti pa Áfíríkà nǹkan táwọn pípù yìí ṣe fún wa rèé wọ́n gba kinní lọ́wọ́ wa wọ́n wá gbé wọ́n gba ṣẹ́mọ̀ kọ́ gba tọ́rọ́ lọ́wọ́ ọmọ kékeré wọ́n wá fún ní nǹkan bí tán gba tọ́rọ́ lọ́wọ́ èèyàn kán gba dọ́là kán wá fún ẹni tọ́rọ́ wọ́n tán ṣe fún wa nìyẹn and I hope ojú gbogbo wa máa là so àwọn tó wà ní London tó wà ní America tó wà káàkiri tó wà ní France kí gbogbo wọn lọ museums kan lọ wò ojú àwọn èèyàn máa là sí tí lockdown bá tó bá kúrò ojú wọn máa là sí wọn máa ríran.
So thank you very much my sister, thank you for the contribution.
God bless you.
Thank you. Wow, that's her sister Temilola Uduji. I'm going to call you as well in just a minute. Just let me quickly do this. Who is George Floyd? That his spirit now is moving so fast, is affecting, is waking up a lot of souls. You think you can see that the fourth generation of the Africans are the one fighting here. We are still the third generation trying to break it on the other side, and we will work together. They are making our job easy, you know. Imagine all these big momentum. I just showed you guys on BBC, free, media, telling us that they are removing statues that they've kept there for 50 years, 70 years, some of them 100 years. That these are evil men that destroy Africa. Is that not? We should say, praise be to the Lord, the glory for making this day. We should be excited. Guys, Bedu Magazine, always live at 11 o'clock. You don't want to miss him. Bedu, my cousin called me. Yomi oti inflicted Bedu Magazine. No, Bedu lo inflicted me. Ọ̀rọ̀ ìlà sọlá lé ọ̀nà Bedu Magazine. Oh no, they like it. Okay, let's take this call. Oh, sorry, I was meant to call you back, Uduji. I'll call you after this caller. Anyway, hello, to hey, good morning. Mr. Biola Lati Indian. And Kuku Tiwani 4 hours ahead of us. Benny. Tani George Floyd. Agboyin.
So ikú bọ̀bọ́ ẹ ikú ẹ nítumọ̀.
Ẹ ṣe àgbọ̀wò.
Ọmọ ní ẹrú ní bàbá ọ̀nà ló jìn. Ẹrú mà ní bàbá o, ẹrú mà ní bàbá ọ̀nà ló jìn. Ẹrú mà ní bàbá. Ọlọ́run ní bàbá wa. Àsìkò ti tó tí ẹrú máa wá di ọba.
Thank you, Biafra.
Ikú bàbá yẹn ó nítumọ̀ kò ṣe ikú lásán. Ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn adúdú ó dàbí òkúta tí àwọn ìmọ̀lé ti kọ̀ sílẹ̀ tó wá di pàtàkì igunlé.
Àgbọ́yé.
Àwọn dúdú sì ń bọ̀ wá jẹ ọba lórí àwọn òyìnbó yìí.
Ẹ ṣì wẹ̀jẹ̀ àgbọ̀.
Ẹ lọ kọ sílẹ̀. Dúdú, àwọn èèyàn dúdú. Ṣebí àwa náà ń pè lọ́bọ̀, àwa náà mú lẹ́rú. Ẹrú máa wá dọ́ba.
Àgbọ́yé.
Ọba máa wá di ìjòyè tó bá yá. Tó bá yá ìjòyè ọba gan-an á padà. Ṣèbí Amẹ́ríkà ni wọ́n pè ní the great kìnnìkan president of the world. Wọ́n ẹ̀ tó ṣe jẹ́ pé Amẹ́ríkà ni kìnnì ẹ̀ ti wá happen all over the world now. They are going against America. America máa fọ́.
I need your number. Okay, I'm going even Mr. Biola.
America máa fọ́. Then kí àwa tá à ń ṣe Odùduwà ń sìn tá a fẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá.
Unity
ká tètè lo opportunity ń sìn ká jà ń sìn àsìkò rẹ̀ fún wa láti gba gbogbo ẹ̀tọ́ wa.
Àgbọ́yé.
ilẹ̀ Oduduwa ṣì máa wá dàbí America tó bá yá in future. Because we have a lot of people that very intelligent people. But torí greediness àwọn àgbàlagbà Yorùbá tó wà ń bẹ̀, ọmọ wà ní Senate, ọmọ wà ní House of Rep, ọmọ wà ní kinní kan. So wọn fẹ́ kí Nigeria divide. Àwọn ọmọ wọn sì máa padà lọ sí Kánò tó máa lọ jókòó síbẹ̀ tó ní wá sílẹ̀ Oòduà because gbogbo wọn la máa face. Tàbá gba Oduduwa yìí tán gbogbo àwọn jẹgúdújẹrá Yorùbá ibi tó ti rówó tán ralẹ̀ 200 million 400 million tán kọ́lé 500 million gbogbo wọn la máa bèèrè lọ́wọ́ bọ́lẹ̀ ti rí owó. Tàbá ti gba ilẹ̀ yìí a máa dẹ̀ gbalẹ̀ Oòduà yìí lágbára lọ ẹni tó bá ní kíní Oduduwa yóò ní ṣe é ṣe kò ní bọ́ sí i ó máa bá ilẹ̀ lọ Ọlọ́run á dójú tì í. So ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo fẹ́ ká nísìn kí àwa ọmọ Yorùbá Oduduwa kò ń ṣòwò ní nǹkan o bọ̀ ẹnu wa àṣẹ ẹnu wa ní bọ́ǹbù wọ́n ní ẹnu la fi ń kọ méje ẹ má jẹ́ kó torí ráìsì dìríkà kan àti 500 naira kó tún gba 8 years ọjọ́ ọ̀la yín lọ́wọ́ yín ẹnu yín kò ṣùgbọ́n tẹ bá lówó lọ́wọ́ tẹ bá jókòó lé yín mo ò ṣe jẹ́ mo ò ṣe nínú ilé yín ṣe náà nìyẹn Nàìjíríà Oduduwa ti dúró nìyẹn ẹ wá dìbò wá àdìbò ẹ wá gba ráìsì àgbà ráìsì ẹnu yín ní kẹ́ fi kọ́ wọ́n ṣe pé tó wá fẹ́ lọ gbé igi ẹ lọ ń gbàdá ẹ lọ ń jà tẹ́ bá jókòó nu yàrá yín tẹ́ bá protest ìgbọ́tọ̀ rẹ níbọ̀dì ń ta aláàlọ́mọ́ àṣemọ́ ẹ fún wa ní freedom wa ṣáà nìkan fẹ́ lọ dá dìbò ni kò possible.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni Mr. Adé máa pè yín padà ṣe sùúrù ẹ já sì gbọ́ Mr. Abiola láti London ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ lọ Mr. Abiola.
So èmi náà àwọn èèyàn tí mọ kí ní Oduduwa yìí dáadáa o mo pe olówó gbowó lánàá lápọ̀gbọ̀n tọ́rọ mo olówó gbowó lèmi lápọ̀gbọ̀n Lyland mo pe wọn pé iṣẹ́ ọmọ tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nípa báyìí wọn láwọn ò tí mọ̀ mo fún wọn ní link kan join mo pe wọn ní lórúkọ Ẹgbẹ́dá side ní Jákàndé estate ní side Yàlọ́pájà wọn láwọn ọmọ tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ìyẹn ìyàwó ẹ̀gbọ́n mi nìyẹn mo fún wọn ní link mo pe Ìlọrin
focus
alájà àṣẹ ọmọ tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ń pa nǹkan báyìí wọn láwọn ò mọ̀ mo fún wọn ní àṣìníṣẹ́ láti ṣe
ìyẹn mo ṣe ń sọ pé kí gbogbo wa ká create a group.
Oduduwa dẹ́wà pẹ̀lú wa o.
Àṣẹdùmarè, thank you very much Mr. Abiola. All right, let me re-emphasize again for those that are not non-Yoruba speaking. As much as I speak English, this platform will not allow anyone to call in and I will dictate what language they want to speak. So each time a caller called and is speaking in our local dialect, for that period, just read comment if you cannot understand what they're saying. This media is used to fight to the end for the benefit of my people in Oduduwa. Mr. Paul, ẹ̀yin máa squeeze wọlé ṣá ni. Ẹ̀yin máa squeeze wọlé ṣá ni kò sọ́gbọ́n ẹ̀yin máa squeeze wọlé ṣá ni. Ó dẹ̀ bá wa dá sí ẹ káàárọ̀ sà. Àdúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run.
Ṣẹ́rí mo kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ sọ kankan ṣẹ́rí ẹ má bínú èmi náà sì máa send owó sórí.
Oh no anytime.
Fún àwọn
no problem.
Bí nǹkan ṣe rí ń ṣe bẹ̀t bí a ti ti.
Ongoing project lele is not going to be donation will be continuous continuity.
Ṣẹ́rí ikú oró ni bàbá yẹn kú. Ṣẹ́rí gbà tí àwọn èèyàn wá ń wò ó spirit ẹ̀ no number one jẹ́ spirit so strong. Ṣùgbọ́n ṣẹ́rí spirit àwọn èèyàn náà tó ń wò ń gbà yẹn tí wọ́n ẹ̀mí wọ́n ti dè pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ó jẹ́ kí gbogbo nǹkan báyìí kí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ láti pé kí ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ lè máa jà káàkiri. Ṣẹ́rí gbogbo àwọn òyìnbó yẹn ni wọ́n ṣe máa gbogbo àwọn Amẹ́ríkà ó sì máa fall o China náà dẹ̀ ṣe máa fall bẹ́ẹ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run tí Oòduà tábà ti lè gbà á máa pẹ̀lú àwọn tó máa jẹ́ olórí nínú gbogbo àgbáyé because ìlérí Ọlọ́run nìyẹn. So we just need to keep on trying because tábà sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá tábà sọ̀rọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ìdámọ̀ gbogbo nǹkan ni Ọlọ́run fi fún wa nípa ti agbára rẹ̀ spiritually ó wà ń bẹ̀. Ẹ bá wo even à ń sọ̀rọ̀ church à ń sọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀
Ọlọ́run dá church tó jẹ́ pé ti àwọn African kalẹ̀ tó yẹ pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹ̀ náà tábà wo kérúwò tá wo sẹ̀lẹ̀ tá wo àwọn kìnìún those are the spiritual tó ní agbára bẹ́ẹ̀ pé ìwà àwọn èèyàn wa wọ́n fẹnu wọ́n fi ìfẹ́ wọn sílẹ̀ wọ́n fi ṣoríṣiríṣi ọ̀bíàtò àjòjì ẹ̀sìn tó lọ gbé wá tó jẹ́ fake. But Ọlọ́run máa jà you understand we are going to Oduduwa nation yóò máa dìde. And people to judge from there, no, I've got an opportunity. And I'm not going to go to here. And if they go in London, but if they say, if they go in London, and make sure a competition we have to. Sorry, I got a complaint, Lara, at the parliament, so it's very important. And people, Lara, can get to boy, I fellow Mugabe, police, so that they support. If you don't support us now, all your investments in Oduduwa will be destroyed. And that's the question I want to know. You need to do. So,
thank you very much. Yeah. All right, before somebody call again, I think we've opened the phone line, but let me call my brother. So, like I was saying, guys, the Yoruba people will call. They will speak Yoruba. If they want to speak English, it's up to them. I will not tell them not to speak Yoruba so that they can satisfy viewers. If you call as well, you want to speak a little bit of Igbo, fair enough. We have some of Yoruba people that have got married, to our Igbo brothers. Okay, you're not picking your call, Uduji. Maybe you're already. Let me call Adit, London, my Oduduwa brother.
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Hello, Carol.
Akudajo.
Hello. Ṣé dáadáa la jí sá.
Tó àdúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run àtútù jí sílé ayé
ayọ̀.
Yà
ẹ wo ṣẹ́rí ìgbàgbọ́ tí màá kàn tèmi àchípìn ní àárọ̀ yìí ni wípé ìmọ̀tẹ́rọ̀ mi kan sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn alẹ́ àná sí alẹ́ ọ̀sán àbí alẹ́ àná. Àkàn sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àwọn pásítọ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀. Sọ̀rọ̀ làwọn alẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ jáde pé ìdí Nàìjíríà ń lọ yìí pé ibùn gan àbáṣọ gan máa àwọn ẹ̀gàn ní bílíìfù náà wọn mọ́ bó ṣe ń bá lọ tán lọ yìí. Sọ wọn á bí lọ́wọ́ bọ́yẹn kó ké wọ́n tí wọ́n sọ Oduduwa Republic fún ọ̀bọ̀n yẹn kó jọ wọ́n bá mi máa propagate Oduduwa Republic ní ilé so ní ilé so kí wọ́n fẹ́ fẹ́ràn bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni pé wọ́n sọ fún ọ̀bọ̀n yẹn mo ní kó wo mo ní Ìlọrin mo ní sọ́jú dé Ìlọrin rí Ọlọ́run fi bẹ́ẹ̀ gbé Ìlọrin púpọ̀ mo ní òkè mo ní súnmọ́ pé bí Ìlọrin ṣe wà yẹn báyìí jáde Ìlọrin àṣẹ Yorùbá but mo ní ẹ̀sìn Kristẹni tí wọ́n lè ṣe lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ bó ṣe ń ṣe yìí mi ò rò pé àyè gbà wọ́n ní Ìlọrin láti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ dẹ́sẹ̀ pé wíwà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá mo ní ẹ̀jẹ̀ iní mo lẹ́lẹ̀ kejì mo ní kó wo bí àwọn èèyàn ṣe ń sọ́fà mo ní irú ìgbàgbọ́ wo gan-an lè fẹ́ practice ní ibi tí ẹ̀ ti ń sọ́fà báyìí lè fẹ́ practice ìgbàgbọ́ ibi tí ẹ̀ ti ń sọ́fà mo ní sẹ́yìn ẹni tí ò tí ì rún jẹjẹ tí ò tí ì jẹun irú ọ̀rọ̀ wo lè fẹ́ sọ irú ìwà pẹ̀lẹ́ irú ìwà wo ló fẹ́ irú ìwà wo báwo ló ti fẹ́ keep gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n ní kó keep yẹn báwo ló ti fẹ́ keep ẹ̀ ìyẹn di ó di ẹlẹ́nkejì wọlé ẹlẹ́nkẹta láwọn tó jẹ́ wòlíì àbí pásọ̀ tẹ́ kí wọ́n lè má fẹ́ jáde láti lè sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn pọ̀ olóní wéè tó lè máa fi ṣe wọ́n ní for example mo wá sọ fún pé ó ní program tó máa ń wò láàárọ̀ pé ẹnìkan pè ní ẹ̀lóṣàgbọ́n mi.
à ń gbọ́ yín kétékété.
wọ́n ní pé ẹnìkan pè ní Ìṣẹ́yìn ní àná tó bá rántí pé wọ́n ti ta gbélé Ìṣẹ́yìn.
kódà lẹ́yìn ìpè yẹn nígbà tá a ṣe tán èèyàn kan tún pè mí pé ẹnìyàn tẹ̀ tún sọ dáadáa pé wọ́n ti pọ̀ níbẹ̀ ju bóun tẹ̀ ṣe ń rò lọ ẹni yẹn ọmọ Ìbàdàn lẹ́ni yẹn wà after the broadcast.
so wọ́n ní òkè lọ ìsìn mo ní bàbá àwọn pásítọ̀ yìí fẹ́ ṣe ìsìn tí wọn fífi bá wọlé sí wa lára tọ́jà ń gbà wọ́n ní ebi ò ní kí pásítọ̀ sọ fún ká gbà ó mo ní but inú báìbù gan láwọn báìbù rẹ̀ gbìyànjú dáadáa ẹ̀rí pa àwọn ìjà oríṣiríṣi ọ̀nà Old Testament there is a lot of ìjà tó wà tán lè fi liberate ara ok tábà ní kájà àti gbígbá àlékún àti lè ṣe kankan àwọn pípín wọlé sí wa lára báwo gan ni Kristẹni gan ti fẹ́ báwo ni ẹ̀sìn yẹn báwo ni ti fẹ́ ṣe ẹ̀sìn yẹn báwo ni ti fẹ́ ṣe ẹ̀sìn ẹ̀dá ìwò Ìṣẹ́yìn bí Ìṣẹ́yìn ṣe wà yẹn ẹ̀ pé ìwà lẹ́yìn ọ̀dà kìíní ó máa lójú nǹkan tí Kristẹni nǹkan fi ṣe sample ni ó máa lójú nǹkan tí Kristẹni lè ṣe mo sáàbù ní north mo mọ a little bit of the ẹ má jẹ nǹkan yẹn ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ lè rí a Muslim ní ìsàlẹ̀ kó gbèrún àfihàn kankẹrun kó gbèrún dìde fún wọn ní north wọn nígbà the same Muslim lọ́dẹ̀ pé àwọn the same Muslim sẹ́rí a lè má mọ ọ̀rọ̀ sọ àmọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ sọ jùlọ wa lọ so sẹ́rí pọ́ǹtì díẹ̀ irú àbá ilé mú jáde àwọn tó bá mọ̀ ń pẹ́ wọ́n á mú pọ́ǹtì yẹn wọ́n á develop ẹ̀ fún wa wọ́n á jẹ́ ká gbọ́ dáadáa gbogbo bí ṣùgbọ́n yẹn ló lè sọ̀rọ̀ ló mọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ sọ tí yẹn nígbà tí gbogbo kan ọlọ́run pín gbogbo ẹ̀bùn yẹn ọlọ́run pín ẹ̀bùn káàkiri ni ẹ bá dẹ́ lómi ó lè kọ tó bá kọ báyìí gan ìgbà pé bá ní kó sọ̀rọ̀ kò ní lè sọ ẹlòmíì ò ní lè kọ ẹlòmíì ò dẹ̀ kò lè ṣe méjì pọ̀ bọ́ ẹlòmíì wà àǹtú àràbà tí mo tó fẹ́ tú chipi ni pé ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀jọ́ kì í ṣe gbogbo wa ẹlòmíì wà bá ti lè dìpọ́ ti lè ṣe any small thing kékeré kan láti bìlẹ̀ pé òun náà jẹ́ leader mo bìlẹ̀ pé individually ó yẹ kí yẹn lè access rẹ̀ kó mọ irú ìpè tọ́lọ́ ń pè wọn àwọn kan àti pé follower ni wọn ìpè follower lọ́lọ́ fún wọn but bóyá lè sọ̀rọ̀ díẹ̀ abilẹ̀ pé òun náà leader náà lòun náà ara àwọn problem ta tún nìyẹn ta ní tá a mọ̀ pé ẹlòmíì wà ìpè follower ni o follower ni bọ̀dí tó pé ní pé ó lè sọ̀rọ̀ díẹ̀ abilẹ̀ pé leader lò àwọn kan dẹ̀ wà pé leader ni wọn ó lè má lè sọ̀rọ̀ but leader ni wọn tó yẹ yín so ṣẹ́ni gbogbo kí nìyẹn tó ń kún problem wa àfihàn dúdú àní problem yẹn a lè mọ irú pé tọ́lọ́ ń pè wá bóyá àwa káàkiri kún nọ́mbà ni àbí àwọn tẹ́ pé a máa ṣiṣẹ́ fún leader for example mo ń ṣe example yìí ni o èyí lè jẹ́ leader ń sìn ọmọ ara wọn sọmọ bìkẹ́ pé àlọ́ máa ṣiṣẹ́ fún yín tọ́wádé leader ní ẹlẹ́tọ̀ fẹ́ èèyàn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún gbogbo ìmọ̀ tó ló lè mọ̀ ó náà máa mọ nǹkan ó lè mọ gbogbo ẹ̀ báwọn kájẹ pé wọ́n máa ṣiṣẹ́ fún wọ́n máa sọ fún gbogbo statistics gbogbo ẹ̀ ló máa wà wájú ó lè sọ̀rọ̀ ó lè canvas ó lè ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ó lọ́dẹ̀ tí nímọ̀ tiẹ̀ ó ní listening yẹn tó wà ń bẹ̀ so ìyẹn tó wà ń bẹ̀ ẹlẹ́gẹ̀ta tó fẹ́ issue tó fẹ́ tó bring ni pé nípa àrọ George Floyd ẹjọ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹjọ́ a nídìí àwọn èèyàn bíi àwọn èèyàn tó yẹ pé ó lè sọ bí dúdú ṣe lè dìde ẹ má jẹ́ nǹkan ṣẹ́rí kí ní jẹ́ pẹ́ẹ́ tó ń lọ ń bọ̀ yìí èmi ò rí kankan bẹ́ẹ̀ o ẹ̀tàn ni mo rí pọ́lísì tó ń kúnlẹ̀ gbogbo kí nìyẹn ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀tàn ni ẹ lọ wo kí ní Frank Bello ó ti ṣàlàyé gbogbo àwọn kí nìyẹn yàtọ̀ sí yẹn àwọn ẹlẹ́tọ̀ fi buwánà tó ń ṣàlàyé gbogbo kí nìyẹn a nídìí láti ní economic power ara wa wọ́n Nàìjíríà máa ti máa ṣe economic power ní báyà máa ṣe ń bò mí ṣẹ́rí ìyẹn nìkan ló lè gbèjà wa àwọn pípò yìí wọ́n smart wọ́n á lọ jókòó wọn padà sí dán bọ́ọ̀dù wọn ẹ tún rí ẹ fún máa rí wọ́n tún padà wá báwọ̀ again wọ́n tún gbé nǹkan mìíràn fún wa tẹ̀mẹ́lẹ́ wọ́n tún gbé nǹkan mìíràn wá wọ́n tún gbé nǹkan mìíràn wá káwọn náà kan ta wọn and another thing wọ́n á tún sọ ní pé.
ẹja agbépè tó ń bọ̀ ẹjọ́ because láti lé ni ó dẹ̀ lè má jẹ́ láti lé but nọ́mbà ilé ni mo máa láti pè yín padà ẹjọ́. Because sometimes when I get caller that they are using the Nigerian number, I always want to bring them in quickly. Good morning, brother.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Your name? Ẹ káàárọ̀ kú dájú. Orúkọ yín bolẹ̀ tí ń pè wá ṣá o. Àṣẹ Èdùmàrè o. À ń gbọ́ yín o. Ibolẹ̀ tí ń pè wá.
Ẹ̀kọ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ ṣe gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ṣe everything lórí social media tó bẹ̀ ni mò ń rí.
Tí sọ̀bìtẹ̀ tí ń pè wá o. Ẹ má bínú. Ibolẹ̀ tí ń pè wá ṣá.
Nǹkan tó kọjá mi lẹ́nu pé ìdìbò táwọn ọmọ kan ní máa ń mè kọ́mẹ́tì pé Odùduwà àwọn kinní kan àwọn èèyàn kan oh God of Nazareth wẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ni mí o ọmọ Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ ni mí my father is secretariat soldier gbogbo nǹkan tó kàn sọ pé bóyá kẹ́ni we are fed up in Nigeria we fed up wípé àwọn kan níjà àwọn kinní tó bá délẹ̀ tó bá dogun a máa fún wọn lógun gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n sọ gbogbo even gbogbo everything ni máa ń la réèkì fún wọn pé àánú Nigeria police job that a set game gbogbo game tí ọmọ Yorùbá play national 2019 but gbogbo yẹn past tense nìyẹn afro Oduduwa republic we are fed up gbogbo kìnìkan gbogbo tó ti máa ń sọ yẹn ó máa ń bẹ̀ mí nínú because sọ ma pẹ́ tó máa sùn àti kọ̀ǹgìrì ẹ jẹ́ gbogbo pé mo gbọ́ tó sọ́nà pé kí máa kàn pé láti sọ́pàtútà pé kàn tàgbà àwọn politician yẹn nídìí wọn they are all bad eggs. Because oúnjẹ ń bẹ̀ àwọn family wọn jẹ ń bẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ wọn jẹ ń bẹ̀ wọ́n ti wúdú wọn fi jí there will be account for everything. gbogbo bó ṣe ń ṣe yẹn there will be account gbé bóyá pé àwọn èèyàn lè dìde yẹn o gbogbo bó ṣe ń ṣọ́dà everything anybody Nigeria gbogbo everybody ọjọ́ kan ó máa end. pé bóyá àwọn kan lè já àwọn kan lè kí ni irọ́ ni àwọn kan wà underground oṣù bí agency tó bá délé èmi ajá múlẹ̀ láti lọ fún ọmọ mi I'm ready to live my life for my children for them to succeed. School is zero, life is zero, road is zero. So God of Nazareth. That's zero. Nothing is working. And I'm going to open one Nigeria. Fuck one Nigeria. Don't one Nigeria. Fuck one Nigeria. If you're going to make a call, you must have brought to one in Mexico. Oh, my job for that, but also soon. Don't buy your mark with me. But you connect on your color. The people that want to see here, this is time for us to wake up.
Thank you very much.
This is time for us because the person is ready to fight the war. What they saw, Salah is our call. What they say, Salah is our problem Nigeria. What is a solution? But the man suffering every day. Salah ni ko si me say akoko. The solution of our problem, and we will fight for ourselves. That's the solution.
Fight for ourselves.
Fight for ourselves. That is the only solution for everything. But for Nigeria later we will not see couple for it's Akara, we will not see couple to buy Akara. We say the man has smoked, janja. Now there's no Akara of 50 naira in Nigeria, get 100 naira Akara. For what? You are eating money. You are eating money. Nothing is working. Food to go one super on lot want you. Àwọn kan wá dúró pé Nàìjíríà lè pín Nàìjíríà pín àjẹ máa pín this our generation ló máa pín. This our generation will break this Nigeria.
It's going to
break. Àjẹ máa break this useless construction wey our forefathers are go and sign with them.
Yeah.
You cannot ask my father thing on me. No.
Yeah.
Me buying sign now. I want to sign what we put now.
Yeah.
Let us break it up.
Yeah. Nasty contraction.
People are afraid of our them spread everything. So many body might join. Those boy group might join.
Thank you very much.
We will break this Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
Let them go their own. I will go our own.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
No problem.
All right. Before another call, I need to put this person through quickly. Orilede. People. Good morning. Go ahead.
Hello, gbogbo ọmọ Oduduwa.
Eka record aje. Eba adasi.
Oduduwa gbé wa o.
Ṣedumare.
Jọ̀ọ́ mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí arákùnrin kan tí wọ́n bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ lórí àwọn churches and pastors.
Eba adasi.
Ẹ ṣé. Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ Bishop David Oyedepo nọ́ọ̀sì ló ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ o. Wọn ò jẹ́ kó ráyè ń bẹ̀ lọ fi sá wá sẹ́kọ̀ọ́. The story is still there when they wrote letter to him. Ìgbé kó move building àti gbogbo nǹkan tó ní kò ní Kaduna. See our next movement church, Baba Aladura, Esi Abidoye, he has his own in Kaduna. He's recorded at Kaduna for many years. Lọ́wọ́ yìí, wọ́n ti wà ní Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ ní Orilede Oduduwa Ìlọrin Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ road. Tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ máa tàn wá ni wọ́n á sọ fún wa pé Christianity religions can support or Islam can support. And mo kàn fẹ́ kó yé gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa after my education mo lọ wá ìdí ọ̀rọ̀ ìdí Christianity. Mo dẹ̀ ṣe many courses. I did my priesthood, I did my pastorship, I did my doctorate in theology. On to one new. Tẹ́ bá rí pastor tó ń sọ fún yín pé kò lè ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká máa wò bá ẹ lọ wò wọ́n dáadáa àwọn tó wọ́n jẹ nídìí ìbàjẹ́ nìyẹn. Mi ò mọ̀ bóyá ń gbọ́ mi sà.
Àgbọ́yé kétékété gbogbo wa là ń gbọ́ yín.
Ṣé COVID-19 program ẹ wo iye táwọn churches ń kó lọ fún federal government. Ẹ wo iye táwọn bishop wa ń kó lọ fún federal government. Àwọn èèyàn bíbá iná dá owó yẹn. Àwọn ebi ń pa àwọn members ebi ń pa Yorùbá bí ẹ̀yin ló ń kówó fún federal government. Àwọn federal government ń dẹ̀ lọ ń kó owó fún wọn ní north. Another thing tí mo fẹ́ sọ ní ọ̀nà Ìlọrin nígbà tí Lawal after the death of Lawal, wọ́n sọ pé Winner Chapel tó wà ní before circular hotel headquarter wọn tó wà ní Àjàṣẹ́pọ̀ road wọ́n ní wọn ò ní ṣe service wọ́n kó ìbọn jáde wọ́n ní tó bá bí anybody dà kó máa bọ̀ wọ́n fight Ìlọrin Emirates wọn ò dẹ̀ lè ṣe kankan wọ́n win Ìlọrin Emirates. Mo send the kìíní sí Kwara forum tọrẹ mi kan ní ìkìmí mọ́. At least I have like 4 people that support it. Ẹ mọ̀ jẹ́ ká bẹ̀rù wọn sàmà. Ọmọ Odùduwà ni wá. The spirit of black man draws a fear. And that's what happened to the case of George. Àwọn èèyàn béèrè pé kí ni spirit George Floyd? Is not his own spirit. My brother, the spirit of Martin Luther King joined together with his own spirit. The spirit of our forefather that have enslaved. Àwọn ẹ̀mí ènìyàn, it's not him that fighting, no. But àwọn ẹ̀mí kan ló sopọ̀. Not 3 guys ló ń wọnú àwọn ènìyàn. The blood of an innocent arose for the revenge. It's not that. Who is he? Talomo. I want everybody to have the same spirit. Irú alàgbà tó sọ̀rọ̀ last season, I would like to have his contact. Tó bá lè rí mi, máa fún wọn ní sticker. Ẹ wo bí máa yẹ ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀, ó sọ̀rọ̀, voice ẹ̀ gan ń ṣe.
Oh yes, people, yeah.
Ipe tóun bá fún ìyàwó òun lówó ọbẹ̀, ìyàwó òun máa sọ pé kí lè léyìn náà. Àwọn tó lọ́mọ nílùú ní Nàìjíríà bí tó bá fún somebody was telling me yesterday ó ní yẹ̀ka ó ní àìdí bíi pé mo fún ọmọ mi lọ́dẹ̀ náírà lówó jẹ skul ó ní dáàdi ilé òòlè tó mi. Adẹ̀ sọ pé kó so ẹni pásọ ẹ má bínú mò ń sọ fún gbogbo ọmọ Odùduwà mò ń sọ ní èdè tí a gbọ́ èdè tí ó yé wa. Pásọ àfáà tó bá sọ fún yín pé ẹ kúrò ń bẹ̀ ẹ pè wọ́n ní olè. Pásítọ̀ tí wọn ò ní sẹ́mi tí wọ́n ń ṣe irọ́ ni wọ́n jẹ ni wọ́n jókòó tí ni wọ́n fi ń tàn àwọn ènìyàn. The issue of Ìlọrin a ti ṣetán mo ti bá ẹnìkan sọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ́ ìgbómìnà and many of them àwọn máa gbọ́ mi báyìí because mo ṣe àkíní tí wọ́n gan láàárọ̀ yìí mo mọ̀ pé most of them máa gbọ́ mi sùn. Ọba kan wà ní ilẹ̀ gómìnà tó deputize Ìbà Gani Adams. As for with him, bàbá ẹ̀dẹ̀ sọ pé ọ̀lẹ ló ń dààmú ọmọ Yorùbá àti tó láti gba òmìnira. Ìpè tó bá tó àkókò àwọn máa jà fún wa. So èmi kò fẹ́ bẹ́yìn gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n ti ń sọ fún wa ẹ jẹ́ káwa náà máa gbìyànjú. Mo sọ fún yín arákùnrin tó sọ̀rọ̀ níbàdàn yẹn ẹ fún mi ní kọ́ńtàtì ẹ̀ máa sẹ́ni síkàsì Oduduwa. I don't need anybody to give me money before I can do that. If I'm not a bastard. If you, my brother, can be fight over there. Ní àfọ̀ tí mo wà ń bí àwọn eré àti mo ti lè ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ kémi náà ṣe. But the spirit of black man doesn't fear. Ẹ̀mí àwọn ènìyàn dúdú ẹ̀mí wa ò kí ń bẹ̀rù ò kí ń ṣojo. Òjò ló ń ṣe wá. Program tẹ ẹ ṣe àlànà sá. The man talk about the Bible that even if you don't have cutlass, sell your property and go and buy sword. Sorry. Immediately I quickly send it to that. Mo lọ gọ́gọ́ ẹ̀ mo bring the Bible fans ẹ̀ jáde káwọn èèyàn mọ̀ pé even Jesus Christ wọ́n pè ní the tribe or lion of tribe of Judah ẹjọ́ kékeré ni òun gọ̀ ni. Kí ló dé táwọn àbẹ̀rù tá a fẹ́ gọ̀? Thank you. Mo ti rí nọ́mbà last caller. I will call you right away.
Thank you very much.
Ẹjọ́ Ọlọ́run á ràn wá lọ́wọ́. Let's have a focus.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For those of you that wants to listen, the Oduduwa TV and radio have just come on board. They've started their broadcast. I'm just going to tap signal. We will continue with our own. Just for those of you that wants to listen to pure Yoruba, you can go there and join them. I'm also going to put the link there for you. This is what this person, I think he's speaking all the way from Nigeria. Citizen AY citizen. It's pure Yoruba, no English, 24 hours. They need more presenters. You can be one of them. Go there, just share it. You can come back to this broadcast. You can go and listen to that one. We are all fighting for the same purpose. Bedu Magazine will be live at 11 o'clock. We are all working together. You see, they have only just 22 viewers when we should have more than 1,000, 2,000 people watching and listening to him talking about Oduduwa. Alright, so let's come back here. So I'm gonna put the link for that. Go and share it as well. You can come back here. So you can do whichever one you want. You can stay here, you can go there. We are all saying the same thing. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, DJ. I tried to call you back.
Good morning.
You were not picking up. Go ahead. All the way from US. Our researcher.
Okay. All right. Good morning, my brother. I can see your good work. Okay, please try and pin that First Bank number again, because that is the only way I can be able to see something I can send to you.
All right, we'll do
all
that.
Right, because, okay, number one, we have to go back to history. Civilization started in Africa.
Okay.
Right now, civilization is going to end in Africa. I mean, it's going to go back to Africa.
Wow.
See, right now, yesterday, officially, U.S. is in recession, and it's going to happen all over the world.
Wow.
The only way we have potential that can lead this world now is in Africa. Africa have over 60 untouched mineral resources. And now, the problem is that the ones we have over there are the ones destroying the country, which if we can manage ourselves, we can be able to be the best in the world. Now, going back to Joshua's spirit, my brother, when Jesus Christ was born, he was born in a manger.
Yes.
And they say he's a king. He's supposed to be a king, but he was born in a manger. Who knows him? Nobody. At the end of the day, he do all what he came to the world, fulfill his promise, his ministry in 3 years, he go back. Now, just coming out, Nnamdi Kanu was born, nobody know him until after 5, 7, 8 years ago, people started hearing about him. Now, Yomi has come just like 20 days ago. I listened to your first broadcast 20 days ago when you say another madman has come. People say, who is this one? See, Talele. Okay, when in London, he's enjoying himself. What can he do? But right now, your name is almost going to every lips in every family. So Judge Law has come to this earth. Nobody is perfect. At the end of the day, right now, the last statement he made is mama. It means that family. You are fighting for your family. Oduduwa is your family. I'm fighting for Biafra. Biafra is my family. When he mentioned that family,
Oduduwa
that's
is your family.
ginger a lot of people. Family. If you don't wait, if a Yoruba man cannot share your broadcast, what can he do? What else can he do to his family?
Wow.
If a Yoruba man cannot share the broadcast of the fighters of their freedom, what else can they do?
Wow.
That means they are part of the sabotage who want to destroy you, who want to bring you down, who don't want the light to come up.
Family.
The politicians they are supporting, their children are in America, Europe, and everywhere enjoying. And they are there saying, hey, there's nothing we can do. My brother, there is nothing we can do. What I'm so happy last weekend is that the government of Nigeria has started realizing the heat from Nnamdi Kanu. Very soon they're going to realize the heat from you too. Just keep doing the good work. Wow. They are going to realize the heat. That's why they come out to mention that they are these people. IPOB is sponsoring America, giving them 85,000. How can IPOB give a whole America and Europe 85,000, my brother? Wow. It's just that they are confused. They don't know what to say again. Now, because of that same spirit of George Floyd, now there was rioting. There was protest in Aba day before yesterday, and there was no shooting.
I saw that. I was surprised. The military pulled back.
Okay, that's where I'm going to, my brother. Yoruba, this is the time. This is the time for all of you in Nigeria to start doing peaceful demonstration. This is the spirit of George Floyd all over the world right now.
Amazing.
Hello?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
This is the spirit of the spirit. Anybody that does not grab that spirit of George Floyd right now cannot grab it forever. This is the time for everybody to come out, even though you have your platform, right? Free. Some of them will say, we can't breathe in Nigeria. We need breathe. Free us. Oduduwa is what we want. Let's have a black card and move on over. Let people pick it. Let them be on the Facebook. Be everywhere. This is the spirit of George Floyd. That is the spirit that is moving all over the world. And if Nigerian people cannot grab that same spirit, my brother, they are gone forever. So right now, what we'll be encouraging people, their army is not going to shoot you because the world is aware that they are clean Christians. So the moment they shoot anybody, they know that it is true because American government has signed it already. That any Christians that have been persecuted all over the world, they are going to come in. So this is 100% time for the people of the people in that the people in this location 9 to start doing right now. We want to be free. You have been in our neck for 60 years and nothing has been done. COVID-19, we could not eat. A lot of us died. Now you have been in our neck. Remove your leg on our neck, outside Fulani. This is the time we want to be free. Oduduwa is what we want. This is the spirit we need right now. They will say, because you're in America, that's why you're talking like that. My brother, the Jews were outside, and the little one that was inside were able to build. They were outside. What we can do is to help you. You don't have mouth. We outside can help you and talk to you so that the world will hear what is happening in that place. Because without us, you have already shut everybody's mouth in Nigeria. Nobody can talk. But we, as you are there right now in England and here in America, we are talking. Everybody is talking. The world is hearing. That's why for the first time in history of Nigeria, they have never come out to say there is a terrorist group that is shaking them, that is telling the world what is not happening in Nigeria, which is the world knows that it is happening. They're killing Christians and they want to take over Nigeria. So this is the time for us to begin to use this same spirit to move on. We're not going to go and destroy anything. Peaceful demonstration, nobody is going to harm you. And the moment they begin to do that, begin to send every information. Pick on your, in fact, when you're moving, always be on Facebook Live so that the world will know when anything happens, we know that yes, this is what is happening. Because that is what I tell people. If you're moving in anywhere that you feel that you're suspicious, put your Facebook Live so that anything that is happening to you immediately, people will see it.
Wow.
So the spirit of George right now is shaking all over the world, and Nigeria should grab it. They should take away the fear. They should shake away that fear that is making them to start so feeling that these people that are ruling them are going to kill them. Nobody is going to kill you. I promise you that. All you need to do right now is to use that same spirit that America use. That everywhere all over the world is happening. It's only in Nigeria. That's what we want to do. See, you can write, that is the way the Oduduwa life matters. Oduduwa life matters. Hashtag Oduduwa life matters. Biafra life matters. Free us. We cannot continue with this marriage. Free us. Write it on black. Take it all over the street.
Do your protest. Even though it's 2 or 3 month protest, do it. Let the world know that truly your life matters in Nigeria.
Wow. I love
So this is the spirit of just flow. Just flow spirit is not ordinary, my brother. It is not ordinary. So everywhere in the world where you have been persecuted, this is the spirit. This is the time for us to move on and begin to show the world. And at the moment, okay, Black Lives Matter is written on in the front of Washington right now, where the presidency goes through to the White House. So right now, Black Lives Matters, Oduduwa Life Matters. Free us. That's it. That's what we want to do, right? That's what we want to see them. And by special grace of God, God has been giving us, helping us. We can be able at least to put $2, $3 into their hand to do something like that to make things work. Because the moment we begin to do this, automatically they know that the game is all over. Yeah. Because Igbos, as you said, has left says over 7 years ago. Right now, if we do what begin to live now, before the end of this year, they will say, the game is over. There is no hope again. If this will can come out, because the more you are doing this, what I'm trying to say, you are gaining more ground already. People have started to realize that truly, you are giving them the truth. Now they can call it gospel truth. He's giving them the gospel truth. And this is what you are giving them. The reason why you are living, everybody knows. And you are giving them the fact. This is the fact. This is the fact. After this, after that, our forefathers do this. This is the fact. And they are saying it. And this is true. There's no hope again. There's no hope with Caliphate. Caliphate has said, and they know it. How can you be building 2.8 billion pipeline to Niger, to Chad, to Algeria? These are the areas of Al-Qaeda. Hey. How can you be doing that without
put gas pipeline, go all the other states. You are moving it. You are moving it.
You reduce education because you are not educated. You reduce hospitals. They start the COVID-19, and you want to rebuild a National Assembly House, which nothing happened to. What kind of life? What kind of ruling are they doing? What kind of thing is this? Because they have sold that concession to China. So if we can be able to fight so that loan will not come, because the moment the heat begins so much, the country will not give that loan because they know that the country will divide. And when the country will divide, the loan is gone. Yeah. So this is the time for us to begin to fight for the life. Oduduwa life matters. Biafran life matters. Like, holy, nobody will going to kill you. I promise you, nobody is going to kill you. So that's my own contribution. I believe your spirit is all over the world and it's moving as fast as possible. We should grab it in Nigeria and do something right now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Let us bear with me, guys. Let's get this. Thank you very much.
My heart was out for these people. I was like, how are they going to survive? I just came this morning and realized that water is entering. It's the rainy season period. So what I want us to do is to get them out. I want them to leave this weekend. I'll do what I can, but I need support and sponsorship and help.
I love what this guy does, but what we need is an overall system.
But there was another one that came
Good morning, Oshatola Walata. I know you're making your way out. Good morning, Oluwabantielo Akbada Ashedumari.
This is all water, all over.
He's doing his own bit, but there's millions of people that suffers every day. We need Oduduwa and Biafra. This is Lagos.
Mosquitoes here. There are two. Where are your children, madam? They are there.
What we need is an overall shutdown. Overall shutdown.
So please, I couldn't sleep throughout yesterday. It was just in my heart. Please,
there are so many people in that position.
They are with kids. They need to live here. Whatever it is you can contribute, let's do it as soon as we can. Then this weekend.
One thing is, look, that's what people want me to be doing as well, where we will look. I said it. Let me stop that.
So this is what you do every time.
Let me stop that and then reduce back and then come back here. One thing people don't understand is he's doing great, and he's been doing it for years because I follow him, and we have different people doing similar things. Nigeria, you can see somewhere they'll bring somebody that has blind eyes, somebody that is sick, and then you bring it on the broadcast, and the people with pity and then few donations come, that will solve the problem. That will not solve that problem that this family is going through. If they have Biafra or they have Oduduwa, I don't know whether this person, she's an Igbo woman, maybe she has lived in Lagos or whatever, however. But what I know is, if we have Biafra that is working, they will recall her back to Biafra land. If she is an Oduduwa woman, we will do the right thing for her. But for decades, the system failed her just like it has failed everybody. And few of us and those that are doing those little bit of their own support, it's not going to... Look, it's just helping one person. There are 200,000 people waiting the same way. And that's a fact. Who is George Floyd? That is what we are putting on the table. How do we continue to build love, peace among the Oduduwas? Or Makaro Jire? And somebody, don't worry about the flags and whatever you're saying here. That is not the official one. Just put anything to just indicate that you are part and parcel of Oduduwa. So don't get worried that there's... No. When those that are working behind, give us the right flags and the anthem and all that, we will then all start changing that. For now, indicate who you are by something. And I know that we are getting... When we started, people say, oh, it's just the Igbo people that are watching. No. We have people that are going to listen from the rural area of any part of the Southwest. But we all have a massive role to play. As we stay London here, some people don't know what we're talking about. It's a fact. How do we get the message to them? How do we deliver this truthful gospel? Not the one that they've deceived us for 60 years. It involves every one of us. Good morning, caller 2939.
Good morning, Mr. Koiki.
Ẹ kú dájí máa o. Mo ti gbọ́ ra pé lọ́sàn-án àná àbí. Mo dà pé ilẹ̀ pé lọ́sàn-án àná nígbà tá à ń ṣe broadcast àná.
Èmi mo pè mo ṣe text rí. Èmi mo pè ìgbà tí wọ́n ní nǹkan tí mo máa ń sọ. Nonsense kìíní kan. Because inú bí mi gan sọ́dọ̀ tó ń sọ. Ọmọ Yorùbá lèmi náà wọ́n kọ́ wá pé Karud Sagba. Tó ti ṣe yín. Bọ́nsìn àgbà ń gún wa lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ni ó ń gún wa lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ó ń gún wa lẹ́yìn. Ó ń gún wa lórí. Wọ́n dé lọ́dọ̀ wa pé ìwọ ò bá graduate ò ní lọ́ọ̀bì kankan. Ẹ sọ fún mi sìn pé inú ilé tá à ń gbé tí mo fi pé àgbà bàbá mi ni ìyá mi ni ó dà. Ẹ dẹ̀ sílẹ̀kùn fólè láàrin òru. Ẹ sílẹ̀kùn fún Haúsá àti Fúlàní.
Wọ́n dẹ̀ wọlé sí wa lára.
Ọwọ́ ọ̀pá ogbó àwọn tó wà nílé ọwọ́ gbóúnjẹ wèrè fún wa.
Àǹtí mi kẹ́ tó máa bọ́rọ̀ lọ ṣe mọ̀ pé bọ̀bọ́ kan pè lánàá tó ń sunkún tó náà ní masters méjì tó ń sunkún lórí broadcast.
Ẹ wo mo lálejò lọ́dọ̀ gan ni mi ṣe lè sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ mọ̀ pé téèyàn bá wà pẹ̀lú èèyàn tó máa ti jú díẹ̀. Nǹkan tí wọ́n bẹ́ lánàá yẹn ó bad jù. Ṣẹ́ríjọ́ tí mo ti ṣe program mi náà bọ̀wọ́ ẹ̀wọ̀n nǹkan tọ́mọ Ìgbò sọ ṣẹ́gbọ́n nǹkan tọ́mọ Ìgbò sọ. Wọ́n á máa condemn èèyàn mo sọ fọ́kọ mi mo ní wọ́n máa ní Ìgbò dà. Mo ní èmi náà mọ̀ pé nǹkan ti ṣẹlẹ̀ Ìgbò ti ṣe Yorùbá ti ṣe Ìgbò. A máa address issue yẹn lọ́jọ́ agbára Ọlọ́run. But lọ́wọ́ yìí ẹ lè sọ fún mi pé nítorí Ìgbò mẹ́wàá ò dáa kò ní sí méjì tó dáa. Tó ti gbà yín lọ́wọ́ kúrí tó ti sanwó iléèwé ọmọ yín rí tó ti fún yín lóúnjẹ jẹ rí àní Ìgbò kan ó fẹ́ ra mọ́ṣáláṣí lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ bàbá àfáà yẹn ló ń sọ ó ní Ìgbò bá dé ọ́ ní 5 million lọ́ọ́ máa ta mọ́ṣáláṣí Ìgbò ní bàbá you no dey collect money for your church you no dey collect tithe bàbá ní à ń gba tithe iye téèyàn bá ní ni Ìgbò sanwó mọ́ṣáláṣí tí bá gbọ́ sórí yẹn màá tún gbé padà wá fún yín Ìgbò ó sanwó mọ́ṣáláṣí àmọ̀pọ̀ ní lọ́wọ́ dì mẹ́rù ṣùgbọ́n kò sẹ́ni tí ó ní. Ọlọ́run sọ pé ká nífẹ̀ẹ́ ara wa ni kò ní ká nífẹ̀ẹ́ dúdú pupa yẹ́lò kíníkan kò specify nífẹ̀ẹ́ love your neighbor as yourself.
Níbo tẹ̀lé máa fi cousin mi sí cousin mi Ìgbò ló fẹ́ wọ́n dẹ̀ bímọ fúnra wọn ọmọ 4 wọ́n dẹ̀ ń gbé lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ so táwọn èèyàn bá ń sọ pé ìbò kìíní kan máa kọ́ máa rẹ́rìn ìbò ìkan wà ní Kent bí báyìí ìkan wà Nàìjíríà.
nítorí past history ní àìní bílíìfì ìjẹta ni mo mọ nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ ìjà ọ̀rẹ́ mi mọ̀ pé nǹkan kan jẹ́ ìjà mi mọ̀ pé wọ́n fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ mi mọ̀ pé ó ṣẹlẹ̀ for real ni. níwẹ̀ mímọ́ Benjamin Adékúnlé ní Sùúrùlérè ó burú tó jẹ́ pé mo ní rèlí ní ọkọ mi wọ́n ṣàlẹ̀ fún mi pé nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ níjọ́ rẹ̀ nìyẹn nípa ń gbéjàbọ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ wọ́n á kánú history yẹn mo ní ní ibo wa pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ṣẹ́rí ibo Yorùbá o history of another day náà máa address ẹ̀ but for now we have to forgive each other.
ìjà tó wà wájú wa kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀ alágbọ́dọ̀ ló focus.
kò sí ẹni tó ní lọ́wọ́ Yorùbá mi á dákẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ dànù fún ṣẹ́kúkú lọ di ibo mu torí a ṣe yín pa a dẹ̀ máa bá yẹn lẹ́nu sọkí là ń sọ kó síbi tí ò sí náà ìgbà tó lọ́wọ́ ní ká nífẹ̀ẹ́ ara wa kó specify
love unity
fún nìkan ni kò no love your neighbor as yourself ló sọ.
nothing less nothing more.
yes figure rẹ̀ wò kó wo bó ṣe rí bóyá ẹjọ́ òníyọ kí yẹn lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹjọ́ wa sọ point tẹ̀ ń fẹ́ rí ìjọ tẹ̀ ṣe ń pè mo máa ń ké ni mo máa ń sọkún mi lépè mo máa ń wà too emotional. ṣé ti yẹn mo ṣe tí tó bá rántí pé mo fi message pé I'm gonna call you fóònù mi wá bàjẹ́ so ẹ jẹ́ kọ́kọ́ lọ sí point ọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ tí fẹ́ bá yín sọ ṣé ti yẹn ní age àbúrò mi lè jẹ́ díẹ̀ but ní wisdom ẹ̀gbọ́n mi lè jẹ́ wàhálà ọwọ́ fún yín wọ́n á kí wọ́n mì màmá tó bí yín tó lè gbà yín kẹ́ máa ṣe nǹkan báyìí you're a media man a corporate man ó jáde kó máa ṣe nǹkan báyìí it is a spirit it is a spirit kò ń ṣọ́dúnárì ní ilé sùn láti jọ́ ti fi gbọ́n pa Oòduà mo ní ṣé mo ní family Yorùbá ṣé pé Yorùbá ti máa ń kọ̀ wọ́n kí n ti fẹ́ rọ àṣà àṣé ó inú ẹ̀jẹ̀ mi tọkàntọkàn tó máa ń wọ́rì mi yẹn pé láti jọ́ ti fi kólé onú mi ò dùn rẹ̀ ibi ìwọ́n lo òyìnbó àní mo tún máa proud àṣé Nàìjíríà tí mi proud fún ti tán inú COVID mo ti rí tágbàlagbà gbèké tó ń gba oúnjẹ for 50 something mo bú sẹ́kùn ni níyè ìyá ti jẹ wọ́n tó yìí nílé ìyá ti jẹ wọ́n tó yìí nígbà tó ẹ pé ṣe là á síbi ká tó gbàwé 14 years.
COVID-19 14 years for me to get my status in this country, guys. 14 years. I came here in 1998.
I'm a graduate.
14 years.
From a good Yoruba home. I shouldn't mention my son name.
I know. I need that to mention it.
People must son name. No, mo kàn tí a sọ pé bí èèyàn ṣe popular tó ní family. Láàrin Èkó. But kí ló gbà bọ́ ń bẹ̀? Àwọn àjọkọ̀ síbi àhá síbi. Ọlọ́run bless wa with knowledge and everything.
ẹlòmíì ò tẹ̀ tí ìrọ̀ náà jáde.
mo ní wá wo Mr. Koiki ó ti mọ̀ yín sìn mo ní wá wo Mr. Koiki a ní wo wọ́n ti gẹ̀ẹ́tì ẹ̀mí ìfẹ́ kọ́ gẹ̀ẹ́tì mi. ẹ lè imagine ní ilé ìsìn. ó kẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sí point ẹ̀mọ́ tó bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ lè tẹ́jẹ́ sáré sọ point rẹ̀ ṣẹ́ rí orígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin Yorùbá a ní ìdádúrà wọ́n dẹ̀ ní láti cleanse ẹ̀ ẹ rí pé tí bá ń comment ẹ máa wo mo dẹ̀ mo love understanding gan ẹ máa wo comment mi ẹ̀ wo orúkọ ṣé rí orúkọ yẹn focus Nigeria yẹn mo fẹ́ fi ṣe fundraising ni o
ó ti yé mi ẹ ní láti go into the details
lórí mi lórí internet for some time lórí Facebook for some time.
Some people don't want me to mention their names, and I know it's a code, but I know who I am talking to. My call, I've got few callers this morning, but there is a coded message. Emma, sorry.
Bàbá kan láti sọ pé but bàtò wo comment ní wò pé comment ò jorúkọ ẹ̀ why are you using Nigeria? Mo dórí Facebook 2 months ago COVID náà ló gbé mi débẹ̀ pé jẹ́ kí mi náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ foundation báwo mo ṣe lè ṣe mo láti make it registered and everything mo ṣí email mo ṣí Twitter mo ṣí everything bá débẹ̀ mo rí pé àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ gbọ́ Nàìjíríà mọ̀ mo ní mo gbé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ gbọ́ Nàìjíríà ìsìnkí kan mo ní ṣé pé ìjáde mi mọ́ activist ni mi o wọ́n mi ṣe sọ pé spirit ojú àmì ìṣiṣẹ́ kò ń ṣọ́dárì brọ́dà mi ẹ má jẹ́ parọ́ fún yín àní tí bá fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ tí fẹ́ pè yín gbà mí ní ilé ìpè ìrọ́kọ̀ mi wà nítorí mi fẹ́ kó sọ̀rọ̀ mi tì tó bá àníjọ́ tẹ sọ wípé mo lè gbé ìbọn màá lì dógun ó wò mí báyìí ó wò pé kí ló ṣe lè ó wò mí báyìí ẹ má jẹ́ parọ́ fún yín ọ̀nkó mi ìrírí spirit yẹn rí láyé mi àní mi lè sùn ṣé rí orígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin wa ó ní ìdádúrà ó ní láti kẹ́hìnsẹ̀ torí pé nísìn àjòjì wa ṣé rí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ó wà spiritual ordinary ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tiwa tájẹ́ Yorùbá ó wà ńbẹ̀ lóríṣiríṣi ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ táwọn àjòjì ń ṣẹ̀ lórí ilẹ̀ wa ó wà ńbẹ̀ tó jẹ́ oríṣiríṣi ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tí ìjọba tó fi gà wá lọ́rùn tí ó jẹ́ ká breathe ní Nàìjíríà ó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ lóríṣiríṣi ṣé bí regional government tá à ń lò tá à ń gbádùn UK ṣe rí ṣe bá wó lọ́wọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ nígbà wa ríro any day.
Wales, Scotland, England.
Èmi ò mọ̀ pé mi ní láìsí mo ní gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì mi Nàìjíríà wọn jẹ́ débà ni àwa ò débà àdébà wọ̀ àmọ́ civil war wọn jẹ́ débà ni àṣẹ gbogbo nǹkan wà organized ní Yorùbá land wọn jẹ́ ká mọ̀ wọn jẹ́ mọ́ mi mọ́ ń pẹ́ ipe good life ti wà lẹ̀ fún wọn àwọn dẹ̀ wà wọn dẹ̀ bàjẹ́ wọn dẹ̀ láàánú grow wọn ní dààmú àwọn àní níná company tó bá wá sọ́dọ̀ wa tó invest wọn máa lọ ni gbogbo ẹ̀dẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ kò tí elédùà tí ò bá fẹ́ kó da kò ní fi ọ̀nà ìwọ̀ wa spirit yẹn ti jí o àwọn ti jí ó ti jí lágbára Ọlọ́run then ṣé wàá rí the amalgamate now tọ́tọ́ ni the amalgamate now oní rally oní protest tá a lọ fún the amalgamate now àfẹ́rẹ̀ pọ̀ mọ́ àfẹ́jà ṣùgbọ́n every ọmọ Yorùbá tó bá gbé báìbù wọn kọ́ mú nǹkan gun wọn dání sẹ́gbẹ́ kejì tó bá dẹ̀ gbé kúrò àwọn kọ́ mú nǹkan gun wọn dání sẹ́gbẹ́ kejì oníkálukú ti sọ jí o.
Because Fulani are going to attack. I will tell you the dream of that last caller that cried yesterday. But I will tell you something because I've pinned a comment and I'll take you to the profile of that person in a minute.
Okay. Number one. Number two. Then Yoruba phones, very, very important. Very, very important. Very, very important for our Yoruba phones. Tana one Israel saying, I need it for basic. Number one. Number two. Number three. I want the Yoruba phones there. Normally, phones there. Then Yoruba food bank.
Food bank. Àwọn kan tí ń ṣe kan máa sọ kan àwọn kan pera wọn ní àwọn kan pera wọn ní Àgbẹ̀kọ̀yà wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ kan but we need multiple of that. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti ń ṣe láti I think last year Àgbẹ̀kọ̀yà lọ pera wọn wọ́n ti ń wọnú gbogbo kó lọ gbogbo àwọn ìyá arúgbó yẹn wọ́n ti ń fún wọn lówó wọ́n ti ń tọ́jú wọn so that tá a bá ti ń sọ Oòduà a máa yé wọn so but we need multiple of that. Ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ.
Nǹkan tó kílẹ̀ mú wá nǹkan tá mú wá rè nǹkan tá fẹ́ kẹ́ gbọ́ ni báwo lọ ṣe ní gbọ́.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Báwo lọ ṣe ní gbọ́ bọ́n sí ni ó ń gbọ́ rédíò láàárọ̀ kùtùkùtù mi mọ̀ ń pa ṣé rédíò yẹn ṣé digital ni àbí analog.
Kò ń ṣe lórí.
nítorí internet tó bá lọ jẹ́ internet òun kọ́ tó ń fà á nìyẹn.
Tí sẹ́rí Máyégún Diary yẹn ó ń ṣe kankan lọ́wọ́ nísìn diaspora radio tó bá ti jáde oríṣiríṣi ètò ló máa lọ lórí ẹ̀ ètò wọn ní need internet. The test run must start very soon, but we still need a lot as well because not everybody on the internet nílé, so we need to embed. And I know some guys in US they're working on another one, but when they come out reveal it. But very soon, as soon as people will just your radio will turn off on. You'll be hearing messages like this. You think it's a spirit. So bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn.
Lágbára Ọlọ́run in fact mo ṣàdúrà fún mọ́mì yín àti ìyàwó yín ni mo ṣàdúrà fún wọn ni àfi bíi pé wàhálà àfi bíi pé next door mi lè ń gbé kíkọ lọ́kùnrin lẹ́kùn yín pé yín ká mi lára lu àṣẹwò àti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ilé inú.
wọ́n ní ṣe ti rí petition wa wọ́n ní ṣe ti rí petition táwọn èèyàn ní kó sign.
mo ti sign ẹ mo sign ẹ pẹ̀lú one of my email mo kí ni tí ma sign lẹ́ẹ̀mẹjọ ẹ wọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ tí mo kọ̀kan ẹ̀jẹ̀ tí mo kọ̀kan mo jí mi tí play sin mo ẹ̀yin ni mo kọ́kọ́ tàn mo fẹ́ mo wá yín.
ẹ ṣe gan ni my sister so you now pay you later already.
ẹ ṣe gan brother mi ẹ bá kí brother yín náà Mr. Walata nǹkan tẹ̀ ń ṣe akitiyan là ń gbọ́ là ń rí o.
Walata bye what do you want? Okay something I want to go through, but I got to sort out this little one that is, tabati jibe and drinking. That is what kilong by learning. That's what, okay, I'll let this caller come through, then I can go and sort her out. I know it's my regular, but I have not saved the number. Hello, good morning. Good morning, caller.
Hello. Hello.
Ekudajo.
Hello.
Talon sorrow.
Mo follow sọ̀rọ̀ láti Saudi Arabia.
Mo ti save number but mo mọ reason tí kò pop orúkọ ẹ. Oya, ma go ahead wọ́n gbọ́ ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ lọ. Má sọ̀rọ̀ lọ wọ́n gbọ́ ẹ sẹ́.
Mo ní mo follow sọ̀rọ̀ láti Saudi Arabia.
Mo ti gbọ́ sẹ́ má sọ̀rọ̀ lọ là ń gbọ́ ẹ. Má sọ̀rọ̀ lọ.
Ṣẹ́rí mo fẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo àwọn obìnrin. Mo fẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo àwọn obìnrin táwọn. Ní anybody tó bá ń gbọ́ ètò yìí bára ń dẹnu. Ẹni tó bá yìí máa gbọ́ létà. Kó jọ kó bá a sọ fún àwọn obìnrin wa. Èyí tó bá wá ju nǹkan tá a rán lọ nǹkan tó bá wa ó ju nǹkan tá à ń rán lọ mo fẹ́ ká rántí pé àwa là ń bí àwọn ọmọ yìí àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n pa ní nàìjíríà yìí àwa obìnrin ló ń bí wọn ẹ jẹ́ ká tara gẹ́gẹ́ bí obìnrin àwọn ọkùnrin ó ta bí ọ̀rọ̀ nàìjíríà ṣe ń lọ ó ta ọkùnrin lára ju obìnrin lọ tẹ bá fẹ́ ókè ṣe à ń sọ̀rọ̀ pa pé fíwà mélòó láàrin lórí ètò irú àwọn ètò tó ṣe kókó tó important báyìí ọ̀tẹ́ bá fẹ́ rí àwọn obìnrin wa ẹ lọ síbi tí wọ́n ti ń ṣèké aláàfin gbàyàwó wàsíù gbàyàwó aláàfin yẹn máa bá wọn bẹ̀ ṣé nǹkan tó kó wa kú nìyẹn nǹkan tá ní ìdójú gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń ṣe yìí lọ báwo làwọn òkè ẹ sọ pé yà ń jẹ wá báwo làwọn èèyàn ṣe fẹ́ mọ̀ pé yà ń jẹ wá lóòótọ́ títí mọ́ àwọn tó wà nàìjíríà lọ ṣe gbogbo àwọn ọkùnrin láti lé àti owó tó máa fi jẹun gan rẹ́dì láti owó tó máa fi jẹun rẹ́dì láti fi subscribe láti lè fi ṣe gbogbo àwọn èké tó ń ṣe yẹn ṣé yẹn la fẹ́ máa ṣe. bẹ́ẹ̀ lèmi ṣe sọ pé ìjọ jẹ́ ká sọ fáwọn obìnrin wa wọ́n ní pé ó ní nǹkan tóbìnrin bá ti dáwọ́ lé máa ń yíjì láti fi ẹ jẹ́ ká support àwọn ọkùnrin ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa ti dé àwa là ń bí àwọn ọmọ yìí àwa ni bímọ ẹ jẹ́ ká support àwọn ọkùnrin wa ká lè ṣàṣeyọrí lórí nǹkan tá à ń ṣe. Hello? Ṣé ń gbọ́? Ká lè ṣàṣeyọrí lórí àwọn ọkùnrin lórí nǹkan tá a dáwọ́ lé ìyẹn ní ẹ jẹ́ kí n sáyé lẹ́rìn COVID-19 ní Nàìjíríà ní ìjọ̀wọ́ ní bíbá ìtọ́ sí mi pé mi mo wá ṣàgbọ́tàn pariwo pé wọ́n wá àwọn gáàsì kan tó jẹ́ àwọn ọmọ àdúgbò wa ń bẹ̀ yìí mọ́ ní kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ̀rí tẹ̀ ń bá wọn pé bóyá wọ́n ti jí wọn gbé àwọn bíi mẹ́rin sí márùn-ún ni wọ́n ní wọ́n jáde ní wọn lọ ra àtọ̀ bọ́ọ̀ ṣe rí fún wọn nìyẹn ìdí odindi bíi ijọ́ mẹ́ta wàhálà yẹn ti pọ̀ wọn tó sáré sọ̀tọ̀ sáré sọ̀tọ̀. ojú ti lè bu pé nígbà tí wọ́n máa padà gbúrò àwọn ọmọ yìí kí ní láti lọ kó wọn báwo ẹ sọ isolation center lọ nípa ti lọ pé wọn àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ tó ń rìn lọ sí àwọn ọlọ́pàá kó wọn lọ́dọ̀ pé wọn lọ sí isolation center nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní nàìjíríà nìyẹn ó ṣe fún gbogbo àwọn tó wà ń bẹ̀rù ọmọ kọ̀ọ̀kan wọ́n fún àwọn ọlọ́pàá ló fún àwọn tó fi wọn lọ́dọ̀ àwọn isolation center wọn lọ àwọn tó ń kà nìyẹn àwọn tí wọ́n ń kà tó ń kakuléètì wọn lójoojúmọ́ nìyẹn pé lágbájá ní isolation center láti lọ gba àwọn tó tún yìí sẹ̀ kí ni ẹjọ́ ìfọ̀ tó yà mí lónìí mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ ti rí iṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ tó pọ̀ mi tó wà lá isolation center wọ́n jọ because ọmọ ọkọ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n kọ́ àwọn èèyàn ní títí ọlọ́dà àwọn isolation center àwọn pẹ́ẹ́nẹ́tì wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní wá wọn ti di pé bóyá wọ́n jí wọn gbé ṣé àwọn nǹkan yẹn mo fẹ́ ká ju ẹjọ́ torí tọ́ náà and then orí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn ṣẹ̀rí náà èyí máa ń tọ́ ọkọ̀ pé tí nǹkan báyìí ti tásìkò nù àwọn Amẹ́ríkà àwọn UK àwọn tó gbé ẹ̀sìn wa bá wa mo mọ̀ pé wọ́n gbẹ́sìn yẹn kódà àwọn tó ń tẹ̀ mọ́ náà ló pọ̀ nù wọ́n dẹ̀ ń gbégbé ayé ràn. bàṣìkò kan náà ṣe ń bọ́tọ̀ pé chọ́ọ̀chì gan àti mọ́ọ̀sì gan wọ́n máa àwọn gan òní náà ní gbúrò wọn mọ́ because wọ́n ti violate ẹ̀sìn yẹn.
Wálé ẹ má ti change ẹni tí mo pín yẹn mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ẹni yẹn ni ẹ má ti unlock àti HRH ẹni tí mo pín yẹn ẹ má ti yọ pín yẹn kúrò àti tí bá sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ẹni yẹn.
wọn ní àwọn church àwọn òkùnkùn yẹn wọn máa rí wọn bí bàbá sùwé ni pé kí làwọn ilé ṣe because àsìkò tó yẹ kẹ́ fi ẹ̀sìn tó yẹ kẹ́ fi gbà wá sílẹ̀ ìyá yẹn ló wá púpọ̀ pọ̀ sí ju áfíríkà ló ń gbàdúrà ju áfíríkà ló ń gbàwẹ̀ ju áfíríkà ló ń lọ sórí òkè ṣùgbọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ nàìjíríà gbọ́ àbáwọn lọ sí áfíríkà nìyá mulẹ̀ kí wọ́n láǹfààní àwẹ̀ àdúrà gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń ṣe especially tí o tẹ̀ wá kó mọ́ ọ̀nù church gan ju àwọn muslim ní ìkéṣẹ́ pé mo fẹ́ gbé ẹ̀sìn kankan lẹ́yìn ẹgbẹ́ àwọn tó ló donate owó muslim wo ló lè lọ́fẹ́ rí owó bẹ̀yìn church ló ń rówó jù gbogbo àwọn owó bẹ̀yìn kí ló dé tó fi àwọn èèyàn lọ́wọ́ wà tẹ́ ní owó bẹ̀yìn mi ò mọ̀ pé church lè ní bílíọ̀nù of naira tó máa náà fẹ́ fi support mi
ìyáláyàwó wà lọ́wọ́ gbà àwọn church yẹn owó burúkú owó tó ń gbowó ránṣẹ́
ẹ̀yin tó láyé gbọ́mọ̀ pé kò rí òní nàìjíríà pẹ̀lú gbúrò owó bẹ̀rẹ̀ fáwọn ìjọba ẹ̀wọ̀n sọ pé ẹ̀wọ̀n tún báwo ẹ sọ níṣẹ́ ẹ̀wọ̀n fẹ́ máa rí ìkọ́gbọ́ owó yẹn padà lára àwọn èèyàn wọ́n bá wọn bá gbogbo wọn
pàpọ̀ lálẹ́ sí church padà. ìyẹn náà lọ ṣe ní kọ́tẹ́tì sí.
ẹ̀yin náà wo gbogbo nǹkan yìí sọ wọn wọ́n ṣe pásítọ̀ tó ṣe ń bọ̀ gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣe yìí ṣé wọ́n lọ́rọ̀ fún àwọn ọmọdé òrì ni àwọn ọmọdé èrì náà àwọn ọmọ tó ń gbọ̀ lẹ́yìn pé wọ́n ní àwọn
ọba ṣàtẹ̀ tí ń bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ Oòduà nínú church àti mọ́ṣáláṣí that's fine with us.
wọ́n lọ ṣe ìmú àkókò máa dé pé àwọn tó ń bọ̀ wọ́n lè rí wọn mú torí gbà yẹn gan àǹbẹ́ ìṣòkò dúdú àmàtìdé ìyà tó ń jà àwọn èèyàn ló ń jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn sá lọ sí chọ́ọ̀chì sá lọ sí mọ́ọ̀kì kákàkiri.
ẹ̀ǹtẹ̀ kó wà ní indọ́sítírì kò yẹ kó máa ṣiṣẹ́ láàárọ̀ àlọ́ church àlọ́ mọ́ṣáláṣí.
dúró ní ẹ̀gbàdúrà torí jíjẹ mímu ti bọ́ sí rọrùn.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni ò parọ́ ó ṣe gan ni mò ń fa.
ìjọba yẹn máa ṣe tí Odùduwà yìí máa fi jẹ́ gbígbà wọn ní kí gbogbo strategy gbogbo pátápátá ní kí gbogbo wa dájọ́ wọ́n ní àgbájọwọ́ la fi sọ̀yà owó kò gbígbá dórí tí gbogbo wa gbogbo ọgbọ́n gbogbo ìmọ̀ gbogbo ìyẹ́ gbogbo pátápátá ẹnu kọ́ la fi ṣe òyìnbó kọ́ la fi ṣe ó ń ṣe pé mo gbóyìnbó mo kàwé tó mo ṣe bí ti ìwé tẹ̀kàgbọ́ kí ló dà fún yín àwọn pọ́blẹ́ẹ̀sì olórí burúkú táwọn tí wọ́n máa tún tọ́ọ̀dù nìyẹn lágbájọ́ lè sọ òyìnbó tàmẹ̀dọ́ lè sọ òyìnbó kí nìyẹn pé dà fún yín kí ló ti dànù ayé yín ṣe yẹn jẹ́ èdè ìlú tiwa gbogbo sójẹ́ ẹjọ́ gbogbo nǹkan tó ní kálukú bá mọ̀ ní kò gbẹ̀jú ẹdí ká fi gbogbo agbára gbogbo nǹkan tá a bá mọ̀ ní ká fi ṣáná máa ń bẹ́ẹ̀ nítorí èmi máa ń sọ pé moving train eléyìí náà gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ máa ń sọ ìgbà tó ti tá àti mẹ́nu bà rárá ni nígbà tá a ti mẹ́nu bà àwọn èèyàn tó ń gbọ́ ṣé bí àti nàìjíríà ló ti ń pè yín àwọn èèyàn tí ń gbọ̀nà wọ́n dẹ̀ sì máa rí bẹ́ẹ̀ because àwọn síkà àwọn aṣọ tó mo sọ tábà bẹ́ẹ̀ tí rálì bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́tún lọ́sí ní gbogbo di ó wọ̀ gbogbo wa la máa gbọ́ lé ògbà àwọn èèyàn la máa gbọ́ ẹni tí ò ní choice gbọ́ máa dàpọ̀ lérò ó ní choice ọ̀rọ̀ eléyìí ò ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé èmi ò ṣe kò ń tiri mi ò ṣe ò sínú ẹ̀ ó má dàpọ̀ lérò kò tẹ́ ẹ lọ́rùn bọ̀tù adákẹ́ mẹ́rin fáwọn kan wà ọlọ́run ti bọ́lọ̀ ṣe dá wọn nìyẹn àwọn wáyé ìyá wọn fẹ́fẹ́ kú sínú ìyá ni ṣùgbọ́n wọn wá tí wọ́n ní choice wọn máa dàpọ̀ lérò tó bóyá máa padà jẹ́ nìyẹn ẹjọ́ mú bẹ́ẹ̀ ní àtọkùnrin àtobìnrin nǹkan tó bá yẹ ká rán ni kẹjẹ́ ká rán àwọn platform yìí jẹ́ nǹkan tó yẹ kí gbogbo wa ká dúró lé lórí
wàhálà ẹ má ti yọ kọ́mẹ́ǹtì mo pín ní HRH ẹ má ti yọ.
ṣe program gbọ́ lánàá gbọ́ lọ́sàn-án ó ń dùn mí because ẹni ò fi máa ń rí notification yóò dẹ̀ máa ń dùn mí mo try láti follow ní service mi ò ní kókó ẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn sáàtì ní lọ́ máa ń fún mi ní notification pẹ̀lú pé mo ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀kẹ̀kẹ̀ ní máa lọ́gbìn bọ́ mi ò sí rí yẹn ti máa ń fẹ́ẹ̀ dé bóyá bí
a máa àdẹ sínú gúrùpù kan inú gúrùpù yẹn gbogbo program tó jẹ́ ọmọ Oòduà káàárọ̀ jíire kò ń ṣe tèmi nìkan gbogbo anybody ò lè post nǹkan kan sínú ẹ̀ apart from messages máa àdẹ sínú ẹ̀
ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ máa jẹ́ ṣe máa dùn mí kí lè tètè máa join kíni ẹ ti mọ̀ pé ní tàǹtẹ̀ bá ti bá ti rẹ́ anybody lórí kíní gbogbo yín pátápátá ni mò ń tẹ̀lé àtẹni tí ò bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ ń pa Oòduà nìkan ló kù gbogbo wọn ni mò ń tẹ̀lé torí tó ń dunni ló ń pọ̀ lọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀ ni èmi náà ó ń dùn mí láti ìgbà tó lúwẹ̀ ti wà ní kékeré téèyàn fi di àgbà báyìí kéèyàn má lè jẹ àǹfààní tó jẹ́ tó òkú má lè sọ pé àǹfààní tí mo jẹ nílùú mi rèé irú ìlú wo nìyẹn tó lúwẹ̀ tó ti ń bímọ. tó a gbọdọ̀ jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ wa tó pọ̀ sí ní lórí ìyá táwa jẹ because àwa náà jìyà ó wà ń ṣọmọdé àwa náà yìí jìyà ní Nàìjíríà yẹn kó tó dé pé olúwẹ̀ lóun jáde síta.
I send the message to Mrs. Moji Adesanya. Thank you very much.
Ilé wo ló wá pé dé sígbà tẹ́ ẹ bá ti tún lè ṣe? Ṣé ẹ jẹ́ ká yẹ pé pawọ́ pọ̀ ká ṣe nǹkan tó tán àti nǹkan tó yẹ kọ́nà ọdẹ bá wa ṣe?
Àṣẹdùmarè,
inshallah.
Thank you very much. Guys, just give me, don't call. I won't pick up a call. I need to respond to Ferinto Olatunji Ojo. Don't call for just 1 minute. I'm sure you've seen his message. His name is Ferinto Olatunji Ojo, and this is his message. He said, keep deceiving yourself. There is no unity between Yoruba and Igbo. I will pick that call.
Call incoming.
I know that call is coming from Lagos. I need to respond quickly. Mighty Penisin, Oluwafemi, for me few minutes. He said there is no correlation between us. That's fine. I'm going to take you to his Facebook page. And I'll come back and you ask me whether everything he has posted in his Facebook page has any meaning. I'm going to do that now. This is his message. Remember, that is his message. Right? Remember that message, guys? That is the person I'm talking about. Let me now take you to his Facebook page. And that is him there. That is him. Can you see all the nonsense he's posting? What does this got to do with the benefit of YORUBA'S? It says Yoruba and Igbo are different. Agreed. We're talking about something that will bring better life to the people. Can you see all the nonsense? It's much quicker for him to talk about the police force in America. That's him there. He posted that 22 hours ago. Can you see? Guys, just tell me whether this has got any correlation. This is June of 8. Can you see? Can you see? And he posted or not. That's what they do. They post comedy of, I know this guy very well. So you can see that, can you see? It's very quick to post something that's got to do with American police. He will not post anything that's got to the Nigerian police. That's him there. And he said he lives in Lagos and is from Elisha. That is the problem we have. Can you see? He's very quick to always post foreign things on his timeline. And so far, I've not, apart from the guy that is comedy that he posted on his Facebook, I have not seen anything. Again, another, he loves anything foreign. Can you see? He's very quick to showcase the damage of beating of this black young, I mean, I've seen this video before. He's very quick to do that. But the one that is matter now, that Nigeria is not working, he's not interested in that. And let me show you back his face again. If you put a comment, I will go on your profile and I will bring you out like this. Let's look at his face properly. And oh, my laptop just switched off. But at least we saw his face. I'll turn it back on again. That is a Yoruba man. He's a Yoruba man. That is a Yoruba man. So gbogbo tá ń sọ látàárọ̀, you know, kò rí ọpọlọ kankan tó sọ pé ó tẹ̀ ń sọ nǹkan kan kẹ́mi náà tẹ̀ share, but ó ń share at America. That is a Yoruba man. How do we build the unity? How do we do the love? At least he knows that this is a Yoruba man fighting for the right. Look, guys, I can live here for the next 30 years again. I don't have to have enough money. I am happy. I am contented. And like my sister that called, not the one that called now. You think I am stupid? I left a brand where I can use to make money to deceive people. Yes, you can be part of I can be part of the government. You don't know that. I sit here as a Yoruba man. He knows that I'm not an Igbo. I just mentioned earlier, whether he heard it or not, that even my cousin married, my first cousin married to an Igbo man. They are living together in Lagos. And he's telling me that there's no correlation. So I should now say to my cousin that, who asked you to go marry Igbo man? That's number one. We are talking about something that will benefit the lives of people that he knows from Elisha, where there's no electricity. There's no electricity in his village. I'm sure he has left his village to come and struggle in Lagos. Let him call the broadcast. He's got the number and defend what I am saying. I don't have to know him. Psychologically, I can tell you that that guy is the people that Mayegun also talk about. That will have is just waiting for opportunity to run out of that location. Good morning, Oluwatobi.
Hello, Mr. Koiki. Good morning.
Ẹ káàárọ̀. Ẹ lè yọ kúrò lórí pin nísìn HRH àti Walata. Ẹ release ẹ kúrò on pin. Thank you very much.
Sir, mo kàn fẹ́ sáré contribute sí nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń sọ lọ́wọ́ yẹn ni.
Go ahead.
Olúwatóbi ló sọ̀rọ̀ láti ìfẹ́ mo ti gbàgbé láti ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ìṣàyẹ̀wò. Ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń sọ lọ́wọ́ yẹn ó wà easy because lórí programu títí ọ̀dọ̀ yín lórí programu Frank Bello lórí heritage series we have always even Erelu we've always been talking about it. Irú ọkùnrin irú Yorùbá tẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ ń pa yẹn àwọn ọmọ àlè ta ní láàrin wa nìyẹn. Àwọn ọmọ àlè ta ní láàrin wa àwọn tó fẹ́ kí ọdún àkókòrò àwọn nìyẹn Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ bá wa àwọn onílẹ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ wọn báyìí wọ́n máa fi yílẹ̀ láṣẹ Ọlọ́run láàárọ̀ yìí mi ò ní sọ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ ń sọ yẹn ó get sí nítorí ẹ̀ mo ṣe pé thank you very much.
àjọkọ̀ à ń sọ̀rọ̀ bí ilé ayé tiẹ̀ àtàwọn ọmọ tó fẹ́ bí àti bí ètò ti bí bó ṣe máa tọ́nà ṣé bí Nàìjíríà ṣe wà yẹn ó tẹ̀wọ́ lọ́rùn ṣé bí Lagos tó ń gbé lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nísìn tó kúrò ní Iléṣà bí Lagos ló ń gbé ní mọ̀mọ́ bí a ò dẹ̀ ń gbé lẹ́yìn ó tẹ̀lé máa gbé ní out tó bá wá jẹ́ pé tẹ̀ wá ń gbé níta tó gbé ní Nàìjíríà dẹ̀ bá bá problem nìyẹn. If you are not living in Nigeria and you put a kind of comment like that, then you have a problem because you are those diaspora that live outside and deceive people that Nigeria is working. And I'm sure you are probably in your 30s. I'm not distracted, but sometimes we have to point it like that. So when people that are watching, I know some people don't watch it live because they don't want to see my face. They know that when they log in, they don't want to hear what I'm talking about. Maybe this person will respond to him. I won't mention the person. Go ahead, Cairo. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, Cairo, sir.
Kudaji.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Kudaji, sir. Aku Sheno, sir.
Awani.
Olódùmarè àtúbọ̀gbà.
Inshallah, in Jesus' name, Ashedumare.
Ṣẹ́rí mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa nǹkan tí woman tó sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan tẹ́yìn náà dẹ̀ sọ. Ṣẹ́rí mo fẹ́ kọ́ mọ̀ kọ́kọ́ dájú pé láàrin àwa àti Igbo ìfẹ́ wà láàrin wa bó tẹ̀yẹ pé lóòótọ́ àti ṣẹ́ra wa. Ìfẹ́ wà láàrin wa. Ìfẹ́ wà láàrin wa kò dàbí àwọn tí àwọn Fúlàní àwọn Haúsá yìí. Ọmọ Yorùbá mélòó lẹ́yìn rí pé ó fẹ́ Haúsá àbọ̀mọ Haúsá mélòó lẹ́yìn pé ó wá fẹ́ Yorùbá. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni Igbo wọ́n ń fẹ́ wa àwa náà ń fẹ́ wọn. Ṣé rí ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀dí.
Sign the petition, guys. Then.
Àwọn máa lè kàn lè wà lẹ́yìn Yorùbá tó lè gbá ní láti dé. Wọ́n ti gbà bọ̀dẹ̀ fún wa gidi gan. Can you imagine pé tout kó lọ ra mọ́tò 3.3 million kéèyàn kan dìde jí kó lọ ra mọ́tò 3.3 million ẹjọ́ èló ní tóun fẹ́ ní l'account èló ní onítọ̀hún fẹ́ ní l'account ẹni tó sọ̀rọ̀ tó lóun ní PhD méjì lánàá yẹn èmi ń sunkún.
ó mà pé jẹ́ sọ tó tẹ̀ ibi tó bọ́rọ̀ dé yẹn jẹ́ ní sùúrù ibi tó bọ́rọ̀ dé yẹn.
nígbà téèyàn bá ní nǹkan téèyàn bá ní nǹkan báyìí lọ́wọ́ tó dẹ̀ wá lè fún nínú Nàìjíríà.
àní bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn sẹ́ hold on for Sherry Bobo, the guy that called that was crying yesterday was like that 2 weeks ago, mentioned the same thing. The guy said he saw it in his dream that the Fulanis attacked the southwest of the country. There's bloodshed. That caller that cried yesterday, I'm talking about, guys. He said he saw it in his dream, like something in reality, waking up to it, that we were attacked by the Fulanis and there was lot of bloodshed. What I'm saying, Walata was in the conference call. It was even Walata that we called him at about 9 o'clock last night. Just to, because we saw he cried during the broadcast. He's got 2 masters. He works in the London Underground. And he says, I won't go further. It's somebody that we know through another person that is very popular in Nigeria of today. He does not even need to be crying for the purpose of saying Nigeria should break up. I'm telling you guys, I won't go into details. That guy that called us yesterday is a well-known person that his brother or his family rather is well-known within the Southwest. I won't go further. He said he saw it in his dream. I don't know when he saw that dream, but he told us yesterday that there was bloodshed inside the southwest of the country. And I told him that somebody called this show 2 weeks ago. I can't remember which of the part. And as the person was telling us over the phone, somebody was putting that comment that he saw the same dream, that the mother saw the same dream. Guys, you think we are sitting here and trying to scare you? But we must also have our sword under our bed. Go ahead, my caller from Lagos.
Okay. Kí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá sì ti wá di pé èwo tó bá lè gbígbó tó bá lè gan bẹ̀ ó lè jẹun ò lè lówó lọ́wọ́. Kéèyàn tó jí kówó sùn nígbà tí mo kàn jí.
Oh, that is the video you're talking about. Okay.
Ibi tí mo lọ mo fẹ́ lọ get nǹkan fún ìyàwó mi àtọmọ ibi tí mo dẹ̀ lọ. Mo ṣáà rí pé wọ́n mọ tí wọ́n ṣe gbà láàárọ̀ kùtùkùtù wá kí wọ́n ṣe níbà wọn lẹ́lẹ́ báyìí iṣẹ́ ra mọ́tò 3.3 million naira. Ẹ jọ iṣẹ́ ẹ tó ra mọ́tò 3.3 million naira èló ló fẹ́ ní l'account and this person kò kàwé kò mọ̀wé kò lè sọ òyìnbó kò lè sọ kínní.
Mr. Paul, A call from Lagos, we need to give them time to express their minds. Yes, the dream will not happen in Jesus' name. Go ahead, my caller from Lagos.
Dadani, kí agbèrò kó ra mọ́tò 3.3 million. Mélòó nísìnyí àwọn tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ àwọn tó jẹ́ olórí wa tó yẹ kó máa jà fún wa àwọn náà ń lo àwọn people náà ń lo ṣiṣẹ́ náà ń lo against wa wọ́n ń lo àwọn people náà wọ́n ń gbàbọ̀ àwọn olórí wọ́n ń gbàbọ̀dè fúnra wọ́n ń gbàbọ̀dè fún wa gidigidi gan táwọn olórí yóò bá kú kò lè sí unity láàrin wa kò lè sí rẹ́pọ̀ láàrin wa táwọn olórí yóò bá kú tó bá kú tó gùn bá ṣe pa wọ́n tó gùn ṣe pa wọ́n wọn ò lè ṣe kí ni wọn kò lè sí unity láàrin wa kò lè sí a lot of things ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí a lot of things ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó yẹ pé yes tó ń pa àwọn èèyàn lẹ́kún tó ń pa àwọn tẹ́bá wá sí Ìkòròdú garage ńbẹ̀ yẹn ẹ máa rí ìyá arúgbó tó ń lé ata sílẹ̀ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ títì tí ò tiẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ kí mọ́tò bí a mọ́tò lè pa òun tó ń lé ata sílẹ̀ kó lè jẹun. ìyá arúgbó
gbogbo tó ń tà yẹn kò tó 1,000 naira gbogbo tó ń tà yẹn kò tó 1,000 naira.
Yes now yes n tó ń kiri yẹn n tó lẹ́sílẹ̀ yẹn kò lè tó 2,000 tó máa lílẹ̀ ní lálẹ́ kó dé pé àwọn ọmọ lè jẹun.
People think we come here and be talking nonsense. You think we sit down there when some information we don't even want to express it over the live broadcast.
tí máa wéjì ìyá yẹn ó bí mi ló mọ dandan ìyá yìí máa ń fọ aṣọ ó máa wá ń gba aṣọ àwọn èèyàn fò kó tó lè jẹun ni. ó máa wá ń gba aṣọ àwọn èèyàn fò kó tó lè jẹun ni kó tó lè oúnjẹ òjẹ ó máa ń gba aṣọ àwọn èèyàn fò. bẹ́ẹ̀ dẹ̀ lára àwọn tó wẹ́ pé ní sáà ìjọba wa náà omi náà ń pọn àwọn ìyá àgbàlagbà omi náà máa lọ ń pọn fáwọn tó fẹ́ kọ́lé omi ìlú náà fẹ́ pọn.
Hold on, Jare, caller me. Another person said, I saw the same dream. I saw the same thing in the dream. God is my witness. You don't even have to put God as your witness. I said, this is what the caller told us yesterday. And maybe that is why the spirit... Look, guys, I could have not been doing what I'm doing. I'm telling you, maybe the spirit just want to enter some of us so that the message of there's a problem looming. Me, I did not dream about it too. Don't think I don't dream. Me, I don't dream. So I did not dream about anything. But what I know is, a message is, we will deliver this. This is Abraham saying the same thing. I said we were on a live broadcast like this. Somebody called and said he saw it in his dream. And he was saying it, another person was commenting it. The caller that called us yesterday with 2 masters, guys, is a family that is very well okay. But he said Nigeria must disintegrate. And when he touched on that news that he saw it, he said he was sweating. The bloodshed that was happening in the southwest. This is, guys, you think I'm saying it and exaggerating it? Do you think I am exaggerating it? Walata was in that conference call yesterday. He called the afternoon show that we did when I was asking who is in charge. He called and cried out of that broadcast. He's got 2 masters working in London on the ground. Masorolo.
No, but
what if one message sorry to tell you
if that one dey I want them full idea that they share pẹ̀lú wọn or then do against you wọn dey gbọ́n àwọn people wọn lọ́pọlọ rárá àwọn dem fún like ọpọlọ mélòó la Hausa ni ẹ̀yin lẹ fún wọn idea tẹ́ dem fún wọn dey or then do against wa ẹ dey jókòó síbẹ̀ ẹ dey ń wòran pé ìyá àmọ̀rí ò bá kú ni kò sétò kẹ́yìn bẹ́ẹ̀ pápátẹ̀ ẹ máa ọmọ yín ẹ kó wọn lọ abroad àwọn òun pé abroad táwọn ń kọ́ ọmọ lọ yẹn pé àwọn lè já lójijì kí gbogbo ìdílé wọn parun táwọn ò mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Àwọn ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ìlú yìí ohun tí tá bá dìde tá dìde tá máwọn olórí yẹn tá máwọn olórí yẹn tá mú balẹ̀ tá mú wọn balẹ̀ lábàá tí mú wọn balẹ̀ kí ni yóò lè kò lè di ṣíṣe kò lè di ṣíṣe ẹwọ last week kọ́ wọ station kọ́ dẹ̀ pa èèyàn bíi mélòó ní station.
Kogi State.
Kọ́ dẹ̀ pa èèyàn bíi mélòó.
So you did not see that Kogi State was attacked last week Thursday, where they came in, killed all the police officers, killed a passerby, went to the bank and do damage, and you say war is not coming. You think those are armed robbers? No, you think those are armed robbers? Are you stupid? You think people that went there are armed robbers? They need money to execute what they are buying as well. Maybe they're going to go into the city, they're going to buy food. The people that attacked Daniel in Akure 3 weeks ago, chop his head. You think they are stupid? After the broadcast. Toby Loba, don't forget your support to that caller that called now. I won't go more than details. I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. Guys, you think we sit down here, we want to scare people when there's a war looming? People, I said, Uduji, I didn't even know that it's now 20 days. I declare that another mad person has stand up from London. He was the one that reminded us this morning. 20 days. And you think we will fight it to the end. 20 days ago, somebody reminded me now. That's when I declare that is it Mayegun General that you've seen in Scotland? You are just waking up another beast. Good morning, caller. Thank you very much. Where are you calling us from, sir? Ekaro ma. Imboletin pe wa ma. Ekaro.
Gbogbo le o. Oduduwa gbe wa.
Àṣẹ Èdùmàrè o.
Mo fẹ́ dá sí ètò ni.
Ẹ bá wa dá sí mọ́mì.
Tí obìnrin tó kọ́kọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ní àti Saudi Arabia yẹn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mọ́mì.
Ó sọ̀rọ̀ gidi. Àwa obìnrin a gbọ́dọ̀ dìde nísìn. Ó dà ń pé a láti ṣí ìdí fún wọn ni. Láti ṣí ìdíwà fún wọn ni. Tá a bá ṣí ìdí fún wọn, ibi tó ń gbà jáde tó fi fẹ́ dà wá lámú ẹ̀. Èyí la máa ṣe fún wọn. Gbogbo obìnrin láti rìn ìhò fún gbogbo àwọn ọkùnrin ló ń dà wá láàmú. Àwọn ọkùnrin alágbára tó wà Nàìjíríà. Gbogbo àwọn obìnrin pátápátá àti obìnrin tó lágbára àti eléyìí tí ò lágbára. À ń láti jáde ní ìhòòhò fún wọn. Nǹkan tá a bá gbà tí àwọn ọmọ tá a bí tí wọ́n fẹ́ kí àwọn yẹn kó wúlò lójú ayé wa. Tí orílẹ̀-èdè wa máa fi di orílẹ̀-èdè ibi tó jẹ́ pé a máa jáde ànílè wọlé mọ́. Gbogbo àwọn olórí yìí gbogbo wọn ló ti kọ́ ọmọ wọn jáde. Tó jẹ́ pé bí nǹkan kan bá ṣẹlẹ̀ lénìí wọ́n máa jáde. So àwọn obìnrin yẹn á láti dìde ogun lérí àwọn ọkùnrin olórí burúkú tó fẹ́ destroy ayé àwọn ọmọ wa. Torí àwọn ọmọ wa ọjọ́ ọ̀la wa ni. Téèyàn bá dẹ̀ ìdàgbà tó bá lọ tó bá bọ̀. At least a rí nǹkan bá àwọn ọmọ tí a fẹ́ rí bá àwọn náà ti sọ dọmọ amúgbó wọ́n ti sọ dọmọ tó ń pààyàn wọ́n ti sọ wọ́n di million boys kò séèyàn tó lè bímọ kó gbàdúrà kí ọjọ́ tó bímọ báyìí pé ọmọ tí mo bí o million boys ni o wọ́n máa já gòdò wọ́n máa já kópa ní títí under bridge ló máa lọ́ máa pààyàn ni. Àwọn olórí burúkú gbogbo surroundings of government area of government náà ti fọmọ wọn sí bí ìyàwó ò bá sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ọmọ kò sí opportunity kan fún àwọn tí ò bá ti mọ̀yàn ní Nàìjíríà. Ìyàwó àwà ní senate ọmọ àwà ní governor bàbá jókòó sí underground wọ́n máa wá gold. Mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ jẹ́ kí gbogbo ayé mọ̀ nísìnyí mo fẹ́ kẹ́ gbogbo ọmọ Odùduwà both home and abroad. Ṣé rí nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí àwọn ọba wa àwọn ló pèlè yìí nísìnyí oko lè wájà ń polówó wa mú àwọn ló ń tà wá fún Chinese àwọn ló ń tà wá fún x-men because every day because ó ṣe kíní yẹn níṣe tó jẹ́ pé tí iná bá wà ìmọ́lẹ̀ á wà èmi mo báyà mo fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ 4 hours kó ìkílẹ̀ mọ̀ tó bá ti jí àjọ máa jí ni àti good morning àfi tí n bá lọ bí iṣẹ́ ni òfin ní rí mi lórí láì. So nǹkan tó ti dè wá mọ́lẹ̀ nísìnyí fún ìtí mo tún sọ eléyìí ogun àgbáyé máa gbọ́. Gbogbo àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan ní dífílẹ̀jì kọ̀ọ̀kan tá a bá mọ̀ lálágbára tó sì jọmọ kékeré nǹkan àgbá wà láti bá àwọn pípé jà. Táwọn wèrè tó ti lọ gbàgbára ní ilé sábà mo ń gbọ́ information kan lánàá. Nígbà tí bàbá wèrè Abẹ́òkúta yẹn wà ń bẹ̀. Wọ́n ti fẹ́ pa ẹni tó sáìn ní kíní pépà nípa bàbá yẹn. Bàbá tó wà l'Abẹ́òkúta ni mò ń sọ̀rọ̀ máa forúkọ mú láti rí. Gbogbo agbára tó lọ ń gbà ní sáàdà gbogbo èmi pẹ̀lú àtúntọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo mọ́ṣẹ́ lọ gba agbára mọ́ṣẹ́ gbé Abacha wọlé mọ́ṣẹ́ ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ni mò ń gbọ́ lánàá. Wọ́n bẹ̀ wá tún dé wá mọ́lẹ̀ torí ọ̀sìn mọ́ pé tí ìmọ́lẹ̀ bá wà a máa rí òye gbogbo nǹkan táwa ń rí. Èmínítì tí bá ti rí sí mo post ẹni èmínítì tí bá ti rí mo post ẹni. So gbogbo nǹkan tá a bá ti rí tó jẹ́ ìbànújẹ́ ká máa post ẹ̀. Tó jẹ́ ìbànújẹ́ yẹn tó fẹ́ àfẹ́ rí mọ́ ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Ẹ wo ẹnìkan tó lọ pamọ́lé ọmọ yẹn lọ ra kíná korúkẹ ó lọ gba fóònù ẹ nílé kìíní ó gbóbi síta ó fẹ́ wẹ̀ àwọn ilé tó ń gbé kìíní sí ẹ ọmọ yẹn máa dé ó bá àwọn ọkùnrin bíi méjì mẹ́ta bí kan nínú ilé tí ọmọ kọ́kọ́ ọmọ yẹn dà nínú ilé ó wà nínú ẹ̀jẹ̀ nígbà tábúrò ẹ ti lé kéwúdé ló bá ẹgbẹ́ mi méje ọmọ méjì nìyá yẹn bí ó borí YouTube bí kan ló wà ó ẹ̀jẹ̀ lè recently ní ojú ilé ọ.
àti play ẹsẹ̀ ní ìjẹta mọ́mì àti play fídíò yẹn.
a lè continue pẹ̀lú yẹn fún àwọn obìnrin láti jáde gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀rọ̀ tí mọ́mì wa tó wá ládó sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn àti Saudi Arabia yẹn a máa dé tí ogun bá le jù obìnrin ló ń ṣáájú tá a bá rìn ní òwò tá a fi àdàbí tá a fi gbó fún wọn gbogbo àwọn tó ń pè ní agbára wọn bímọ náà àwọn dẹ̀ níyàwó àti tó jẹ́ pé àti tó bá jẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run máa pa ọmọ apàyàwó apá àwọn náà ni we can't continue like this we can't. wọ́n bímọ wọ́n níyàwó wọ́n dẹ̀ lọ gbàgbára burúkú ṣẹ́fẹ́ gbogbo nǹkan tá a sọ wọ́n lọ pa ọ̀gbọ́n ni gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nísìnyí ṣé tí èèyàn ti ń rúlù ó fi ọba jẹ ó di ọba jẹ ìwọ lèèyàn tó ní lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí èèyàn ti ní tó wà ní pòsíṣàn tó lè ṣe pé ó lè ṣe báyìí ó kéle iṣẹ́ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ yẹn tó ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sílé ká tún lè ṣe ṣé dáadáa lèèyàn lè di president ni this time around ó yẹ kí Tinubu kó step back kó flash back enough is enough ó kó pariwo lòún lọ yìí tó bá dẹ̀ kọ̀ láti má respond sí kọ́ọ̀lù Odùduwà ó máa go for it.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
gbogbo ẹni tó bá ti kọ́ ti padì tó lóun ní respond sí kọ́ọ̀lù yìí fún kọ́ọ̀lù tá à ń ṣe yìí ẹ̀jẹ̀ a máa fi tẹ̀lé nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ni agbára Ọlọ́run agbára ìpínlẹ̀ abiyamọ lágbára àwọn tó ṣẹ̀dá Odùduwà ó tọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ mi ò jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ.
ẹ ṣé gan ni ma ẹ ṣé gan ni. That is location 9. We've talked about this too, but our mom from Dublin just also remind us again, not just only in the southeast, this was also in southwest, both of them less than 25 years. Not just been raped, that is even a crime on its own, got killed. Let me just roll this clip from my sister Oshatola. Let us just get a view of it a little bit. Location 9. Let's forward it a little bit.
Lónìí, a máa gbé àwọn obìnrin ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tí wọ́n ti jẹ́ akọni ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, a máa gbé wọn yẹ̀wò.
Sorry guys, we're going to pause that. We're going to come back. I've got a caller that have joined us. Good morning. Go
yes,
ahead.
Ẹjọ́ arákùnrin tó sọ̀rọ̀ láti Nàìjíríà láti ẹ̀ ẹ bá mi tẹ́ ilé pọ́tà tẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kí n fún ní credit. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n fún ní data padà. Jẹ́ sorry, hello, can you hear me please?
Loud and clear, loud and clear.
Oh my God.
Loud and
hello?
Clear. I'm going to say loud and clear.
Hello?
We can hear you very clearly.
Okay. I sent you a video. I drove through Lagos University Road now.
Okay.
Every day look kitchen line kiri. Kiri máa tó sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀rọ fi wọ́n lẹ̀. Àwọn ọmọdé wọn ẹrú ni wọ́n. Ìyá àdẹ̀ náà máa jẹ.
àwọn orí wọn, and that's why I said wherever you are, many people, many of us, we not even declare our name. Torí pé like all one wa gan, like me, one pick information lórí net. And I'm not afraid, as I told you. Ìyàwó nìyá máa gbé. Èmi lè pa irun mi pọ̀ lọ́la. Kí gbọ̀nà bí tí mo ti wá lọ. Àwọn nìyá máa gbé. Wọ́n mi ò ní kúrò ní. Torí àjọ máa tún ṣe ni. Ìlú ìjọ máa dà. Ẹni tó bá láwọn lè gba Odùduwà yẹn kò ní sílẹ̀. Àwọn èèyàn gbọ́ bí wọ́n sọ mo wà ní Gbábó right now. Màá máa kàǹtì ẹ̀ everywhere tí mo bá dé. So nọ́mbà arákùnrin tó sọ láti Nàìjíríà láti ẹ bá mi sẹ́ndẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kí n fún ní dátẹ̀ padà. Ọlọ́run á ràn wá lọ́wọ́. Thank you.
I say some people say, I will send you the video he has posted to us in a minute. But let's quickly make use of that audio. We still have an ample of time. We're not. When I get to almost 3 hours, that's when I start rushing people. So let me get this. The reason why Oshatola wants us to play this is because of what our mother said.
Àwọn tó ti jẹ́ alágbára láàrin wa àti tó ti lọ àti tó ṣì wà, a ó máa gbórúkọ wọn yẹ̀wò, a ó sì máa sọ díẹ̀díẹ̀ ní ṣókíṣókí nípa wọn torí pé ṣókí òun lọbẹ̀ oge. Ẹ̀yin obìnrin ilẹ̀ Oòduà, ẹ yá mi ní etí inú yín o, nítorí pé etí inú òun lè jò ń lò tó ṣe bí òwe o, ẹ̀yin àgbààgbà. A ó máa sọ̀rọ̀ lórí àwọn obìnrin wa tí a ti ṣe ìwádìí wọn, tí mo ti ṣe ìwádìí wọn ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. A lé àwọn obìnrin akíkanjú ètò ti kọjá lọ. À ń pè wọ́n ní ẹ̀fún ṣetán Aniwúrà wà ń bẹ̀, Ìyálóde Ìbàdàn, Mọ́rẹ̀mí ti ìlú Ọ̀fà, aya wọn ní Ilé Ifẹ̀, Fúnmiláyọ̀ Ransom Kuti wà níbẹ̀, Ọ̀rọ̀ǹpọ̀tọ̀ níyù ọbabìnrin àkọ́kọ́ ní Ọ̀yọ́ ní ilẹ̀ Oòduà. A ó tún máa sọ̀rọ̀ lórí àwọn obìnrin tí ó wà nínú ààfin Ọ̀yọ́. Àwa obìnrin ibi tí a ò mọ̀ pé alágbára dé, a mà lágbára jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ǹjẹ́ ẹ̀yin mọ̀ wípé bí ọba Ọ̀yọ́ ṣe lágbára tó, kábíyèsí o, mo kórí adé, bí ọba Ọ̀yọ́ ṣe lágbára tó, ó ní obìnrin ẹyàn kan ṣoṣo ní gbogbo àgbáyé tí ọba wa ń kúnlẹ̀ kí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni obìnrin ìyá yìí á máa gba ìkúnlẹ̀ ọba náà á máa gba ìkúnlẹ̀ tirẹ̀. Ìyẹn ni wọ́n ń pè ní ìyámọ̀dé.
Okay, we've got a caller that is calling us by video, so let's quickly take that caller. This person is calling us by video. 1 minute, my brother. He wants us to show his face. When anybody call through video, that means they want me to show their face. That's the purpose they called by video. Oh, okay. Maybe he doesn't want. Maybe he just thought he's gonna call back. I'll come back with the audio.
Ni àwọn onílé fún ní ẹ̀tọ́ àti ààyè láti gba ìkúnlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ọba wa Lámídì. Tó ẹ rí pé àwa obìnrin ní agbára, a ò mọyì agbára wa ni. Nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tí ọkùnrin àbí ní gbogbo àgbáyé tí ọkùnrin bá ní agbára tó le tí ò ṣe é mú fún ẹnikẹ́ni, àwa obìnrin ló máa ń dẹ sí. Àwa obìnrin agbára wa pọ̀. Ní inú ààfin kan náà yìí, a ní ìyá kèrè, ìyá ọba, aláwọn obìnrin mẹ́jọ, ìyá alágbọn, ààrẹ orí ìtẹ́, obìnrin náà ni wọ́n. Mo fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ mo fi ń dárúkọ yín o, mo fẹ́ kí àwọn obìnrin wa mọ bí a ṣe lágbára tó ni. Ṣé rí àwọn obìnrin mẹ́jọ̀jọ yìí, ìkan wà láàárín wọn tó yẹ pé òun ló máa ń lọ ń ṣaṣojú ọba nínú ààfin yẹn nínú ìpè bí àwọn ògbóni obìnrin sì ni ẹ rí i pé alágbára tó pọ̀ àwọn obìnrin ibikíbi tí a bá péjọpọ̀ sí tí a bá fẹnu ṣe àdúrà sí olódùmarè wípé nǹkan báyìí la fẹ́ olódùmarè a máa gbọ́ àrẹwà bẹ́ẹ̀dúnlẹ̀ ẹ̀dùn wa wá ń dọ̀lẹ́ lọ tó gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà mo ní ẹ yá mi létí inú yín ẹ̀yin obìnrin ilẹ̀ Yorùbá nítorí pé etí inú lè jò ń lò mo ní orin kan fún wa o ẹ bí mi pé bóun mo ṣe kọrin ọ̀hún mo ní akẹ́yìn jẹ́ òmò pé ìdí radìyẹ akẹ́yìn jẹ́ òmò pé ìdí radìyẹ àbímọ tán wọ́n ń pọmọ wa àbímọ tán wọ́n jájèrè wọn àbímọ tán wọ́n ń lògo wọn àbímọ tán wọ́n ń sá fún wa àbímọ tán wọ́n ń rè dálẹ̀ àbímọ tán wọ́n ń rè kẹ̀kún àgbẹ̀yìn jẹ́ òmò pé ìdí radìyẹ akẹ́yìn jẹ́ òmò pé ìdí radìyẹ àbímọ tán wọ́n ń pọmọ wa àbímọ tán wọ́n ń lo ọmọ wa àbímọ tán wọ́n ń lògo wọn àbímọ tán wọ́n ń sá fún wa àbímọ tán wọ́n ń rè kòkun akẹ́yìnjẹ ò mọ̀ pé ìdí radìyẹ akẹ́yìnjẹ wọn kò mọ̀ pé ìdí ń ro wá ṣèbáwa là ń gbóyún sínú fún oṣù mẹ́sàn-án obìnrin míì á máa gbóyún sínú fún ọdún kan obìnrin míì mo ti rán ẹni tó gbóyún sínú fún ọdún mẹ́wàá rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo ti rán lọ́dún méjì rí mo ti rán lọ́dún mẹ́ta rí.
All right, we got a caller. We post that.
Call incoming.
That video is on YouTube, and before I let that caller come through, look, as the spirit works, I never met this sister before. She's watching until these connections start coming through. 1 minute, my caller. I will let you come through in a minute. 1 minute, please. As my sister was doing her own thing, I don't know how long she has done this video, but you can see how the video links with my own conversation based on another mother from Dublin. I know it's another beautiful, powerful woman that I've called. I don't know the name yet. Good morning, my caller, and Ekabo Sorie to me.
Hello, sir.
Eba Adase, orúkọ yín láti
Okay, ẹ káàárọ̀ sir, Mr. Koiki.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ ma.
Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ sir.
Yes, ma.
Yes, àbọ̀lọ́run tó dájá wà lórí yín.
Àṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ sir, ṣé rí bí àwọn àǹtí tán pè láti Saudi àti ẹni tó pè lẹ́yìn wọn bọ́n ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ma.
Èmi ò ríran o, ṣùgbọ́n mi kọ́ lúgí o. Ẹ̀mí yẹn kàn sọ fún mi pé àwa obìnrin lóòótọ́ iṣẹ́ wà lọ́wọ́ wa. Àwa dẹ̀ la máa ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn sir. Ṣé rí tẹ́ bá rí ọkùnrin, tẹ́ bá rí ọmọ, ìdá ọkùnrin àbí obìnrin. Tí babaláwo tí gbogbo ayé bá ń ṣépè fún tí ò bá mọ ọjọ́ tí yẹ bá ṣe fún báyìí kò sẹ́ni lè wẹ̀ lórí ẹ̀ tó bá jẹ́ àdúrà náà ni nìyá èèyàn ń ṣe fún yàn kò sí ẹni tó téèyàn bá tẹ́lòmíì bá ṣépè fún kò lè mọ àdúrà tí yẹ ìyẹn ni bọ́ǹdì yẹn ọwọ́ Ọlọ́run ló ti wá mo rò bí rírù ta rù wọ́n fóṣù mẹ́sàn-án ta tún da ìjẹ̀lé wọn lórí pẹ̀lú ọmú àyà wa tán mú yẹn òun ni bọ́ǹdì yẹn tọ́lọ́run fi jẹ́ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. So advice tèmi fẹ́ sọ fún gbogbo àwa obìnrin sìn ẹjọ́ sà maybe next time tẹ́ bá tún ṣe program kẹ́ máa fi tó àwọn èèyàn létí. Tá bá ti jí láàárọ̀ ìdá àárọ̀ ni o ìdá òru ni o tá bá ṣàti wà nù ìyẹ̀wù wa tó ń pè ní yàrá tá à ń ṣe prayer. Ká go on ká wà on naked. Ṣẹ́ǹgbọ́sà. Téèyàn bá fi ká wà naked ká máa fọwọ́ gbá abẹ́ wa. Gbogbo alágbára ọkùnrin, alágbára ayé, alágbára òkùnkùn. Torí ṣẹ́rí nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà yẹn. Ipá òkùnkùn dẹ̀ nìyẹn ò kì í ṣojú lásán o. Èmi ò mọ̀ bóyá àwọn ẹlòmíì máa agree pẹ̀lú mi o. Gbogbo alágbára ayé, alágbára òkùnkùn. Ọkùnrin torí mo mọ̀ pọ́kùnrin ló pọ̀ jù náwọn alágbára burúkú yìí. Tó ń da orílẹ̀-èdè yẹn rú. Dẹ̀tọ́ ọ̀bá ní fẹ́kẹ́ jẹ́ ká gba Odùduwà yìí ká máa sọ bá ṣe fẹ́ kórí fún wọn mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ìkúnlẹ̀ àbíyamọ máa pàṣẹ sí i torí lóòótọ́ àti lódodo àwa obìnrin àwa là ń jẹ́ ìyà yẹn ìjọ náà má jà jẹ́ ìyà àátọ́ àágbin àbímọ àátọ́ dàgbà wọ́n wá sọ wọ́n dìdàkudà àtúnrán wọn léèwé tán kò ní síṣẹ́ kò ní sí nǹkan kan kò kúkú rí báyìí nígbà kan tẹ́lẹ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ náà ba ìlú yẹn jẹ́ tán dẹ̀ bàjẹ́ débi tó dé yìí ọmọ mi kan sọ fún mi ń jọ kan ó ní kí ni point tó ń wulẹ̀ ti lọ sí school imagine ó ní kí ni òun wulẹ̀ lọ sílé ìwé fún ó ní kóun mọ̀ kóun ti sọ pé kí ìyá alágbájá kó gbogbo owó yẹn kóun ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ business mo ní kò sí bó ṣe lè rí education ó ìwà important pé má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ ṣé ẹ mọ reason tó ṣe sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni nígbà táwọn ẹni tó kàwé tó dẹ̀ ní kí tó ń jẹ amúgbó àdáni máa ṣe tó àgbèrò gbogbo ẹ̀ táwọn yẹn ní lọ́wọ́ tọ́mọ tó kàwé tó jókòó sílé tó fẹsẹ̀ ń gbá geography kiri ìlú ẹ̀yin imagine báwo lọmọ ìṣe ní ronú bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn so gbogbo àwa obìnrin ẹni tó gbogbo wa ta wà lórí ètò yìí tẹ̀ ń gbọ́ mi mo fọlọ́run bẹ̀ yín mo fi ìkúnlẹ̀ àbíyamọ bẹ̀ yín ẹ má jẹ́ káwọn alágbára ọkùnrin yẹn má jẹ́ kán sọ ìlú yẹn dìdàkudà fún wa ilẹ̀ Odùduwà lè ní sọ̀rọ̀ nípa èyí sí o mi sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Nàìjíríà mọ̀ torí mo mọ̀ pé lórúkọ Jésù lágbára àwọn tó ní ilẹ̀ Jésù ló dẹ̀ ní ilẹ̀ Ọlọ́run ló ní ilẹ̀ afẹ́ fún rẹ̀ Ọlọ́run máa gbà fún wa lórúkọ Jésù àjẹ máa rí àjẹ máa enjoy ẹ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run tàbá dẹ̀ rí ẹni tó sọ pé kò ní rí bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n máa lọ gba ẹ̀bọ̀dé láti ilẹ̀ ní ìwà wá lò ní ilẹ̀ Odùduwà alálẹ̀ máa fi ẹ̀jẹ̀ wọn ṣe tuntun fún wa ní lágbára Ọlọ́run ẹ jẹ́ káwa obìnrin ẹ jẹ́ ká dìde ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbàládùra ká máa fọwọ́ gbá adé wa níhòòhò kò tí ì sí ọkùnrin náà kò sẹ́ni lè wẹ̀ lórí wọn kò sí alágbára náà kò sẹ́ni lè wẹ̀ ìkíní yẹn kúrò ìkún yẹn kúrò lórí wọn torí àwa obìnrin la bí wọn ó dàbọ̀ sà Ọlọ́run á ràn yín lọ́wọ́ sà.
Wow, I love my women. Very powerful. Very, very powerful people. Oduduwa is coming, guys. It's coming. How long, how soon, I don't know. I've just picked this up. I don't know what it is, but it's, I think, an interview per Awolowo, late Awolowo.
One of the major difficulties when independence comes to Nigeria will be the rivalry between the Western and the Eastern.
Oh, yes. I was meant to call my brother back. We will come back to that. Sorry, my brother. I was meant to call you back. You know, so sorry about that. Go ahead. Eba Adasi. Oh, let me call him back. Because I sent him a message that after the last caller, we will pull him back again. So let's call him back. And then it's a 2-minute interview. I think Awolowo did with...
Yeah, hello,
go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir. Oh, it's a network. Network in break gbọ́n dáadáa bí allocation. Okay.
Nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní pé kí a sẹ́ndì bọ́ọ̀sì yẹn àbúrò yẹn sí àwọn bàbá Adébáyé.
Okay.
Wọ́n jí wọn àgbàlagbà.
Àgbọ́yé.
And nǹkan tó gbé fẹ́ sọ ni pé àwọn gbogbo ìyálóòṣà àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀hún tó wá ń pariwo lórí ní àwọn ọ̀gàdẹ́.
This network is really... I can't hear him properly.
Agbọ́ ti ìwọ̀n tó kí ni wọ́n ń ṣe kí pé àwọn kan yẹn ṣe gbogbo àwọn ọ̀gá ẹ̀ ti kú ni. What are they doing? So tí o bá tó bá lè fi wá jẹ́ pé wọ́n kú á jẹ́ pé kò nídìí pé kinní kò kẹ́nì kankan máa wà pariwo fúnra mọ́tò yẹn kinní kan ìbílẹ̀ kinní kan ká ṣètò fúnra wa bá ti máa kọ́ra wa lógun.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni. All right, his network is very bad. It's raining where he's located. Let's call Olatilewa, my brother from another mother, an Oduduwa man. Olatilewa. Ishe what Amashe. We all have a role to play. All right. I'll wait for Olatilewa. Maybe we'll call back. But let's go to that quick interview. It's a 2-minute interview that late Chief Obafemi Awolowo gave. Let's.
be the rivalry between the Western and the Eastern regions.
Okay. 1 minute, Olatilewa. Let me pause this and let's bring you in. Good morning, Olatilewa. Oh, he's still connecting. Okay. I'll let it continue to roll until I hear his voice. His network is not good.
Difficulties when independence comes to Nigeria will be the rivalry between the Western and the Eastern regions.
This is Chief Obafemi Awolowo, who is the leader of the Western region of Nigeria, which has just celebrated its self-government. Not complete independence, but self-government within the Federation of Nigeria. Now, Chief Awolowo's title here is Premier, to distinguish him from the federal Prime Minister. Can you tell us how much self-government you now have in Western Nigeria?
As you know, ours is a federal constitution. Under the constitution, certain matters like defense, foreign affairs, ports and railways, and exclusive federal subjects. All other matters which are not declared exclusive federal subjects are residual subjects over which the regions have authority. In regard to those subjects, we are completely self-governing now.
Are you in Western Nigeria content to remain part of a greater Nigeria, or do you hope one day for complete independence?
Indeed, we are content to remain part of the Federation of Nigeria. We have no intention at all of severing connection with this great country.
Do you think that Nigerians are beginning to think of themselves now as one nation?
Indeed, they have begun to think of themselves as citizens of this great country. And all enlightened Nigerians are determined to ensure that Nigeria remains united.
But not all Nigerians are enlightened.
Not all Nigerians are enlightened, but the majority, quite a good number, are enlightened, and the majority are politically conscious to realize the advantages that accrue from
political conscious, the Northerners. And that has been why we are thinking ahead. The Northerners were not thinking ahead because they were not interested. You know, they rather want to keep everybody the way we are. But I think we are all tired, and that's the reason why everybody now wants to break it up. Let's go back to Shatola a little bit. Olatilewa, your network is not coming through yet. Thank you very much, Olatilewa. Your message has been received, and that also we support towards the work that we are doing. Olatilewa just sent us, I think, 10,000 naira or so. Thank you very much for your contribution. Let's go back and get more from my sister.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni kan bá máa ṣẹ́ṣọ́ owó wọn á ní kó lọ mọ́bìnrin wá tí ò tí ì bàlágà àbóbìnrin tó máa lọ bá ní àjọṣepọ̀ láti mú àtọ̀ rẹ̀ wá. Ọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo kì í ṣe lórí alábàáhùn obìnrin tó bá ti jẹ́ ní toníbi. Àwa yìí kan náà lẹ̀ ń lò láti fi ṣe gbogbo iṣẹ́ láabi tẹ́ ń ṣe ní ilẹ̀ Oòduà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni obìnrin náà lẹ̀ ń lò torí kí lẹ lè dá ṣe kò sí. Akẹ́yìndé wọn ò mọ
We've got a caller coming through, so we're going to mute this. Good morning, caller. This is a new caller.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. I don't think I've had.
Yeah,
I don't think we've had you on our program before. This number is not a new. Is a new number on the broadcast. Your name? Where are you calling from, sir?
My name is Temitope. I've been following you for a very long time.
Okay, but you haven't called in. But it's good to hear your voice.
Yeah, because I always have a problem because I'm using my phone. I don't want to off the program, so I don't want to miss the program. So, so that's the reason I just I decided to call you today. Yeah, but
I miss it because I want everybody to understand what I want to say. Because I'm over 40 now, 40 plus. So for a very long time, I've been studying Nigerian, and then I studied Fulani. So because we Yoruba, we always believe Hausa Fulani, they are not clever, they don't know how to. But believe me, my brother, those people are clever. Listen, because if you see I listened to many of the interview of Baba Ulowo. I listened to as how clever Baba Ulowo is. I listened to the baton of food, all the notes when they want to vote in. Is it 1980 something when the vote of Baba Ulowo and the Inambi Asikwe, all of them, they make Baba Ulowo not actually make Baba Ulowo to believe and think, don't worry, because that time when Baba Ulowo go to North, everybody will be shouting, how. They make every one of them to believe that Baba Ulowo is the one that is going to be a president. So, and then Baba Ulowo spent a lot of money according to history. So, and what Fulani is going to do is inside them. They know that we're not voting for this man. But what I want every one of us to do, what I want every one of us to believe today is Fulani, they are very, very clever. They know in that country we are not one. If you see the setting of that thing, and then they are very, very, because they are united.
Yes.
And then they have one voice.
One voice.
If someone speak, tell me combat is all now, but this is the direction we are going. Everyone is going to follow that direction. So that's the reason why. That's the reason why we find it that Fulani are very, very difficult to break. Compared to Yoruba and Igbo. So Fulani just need, if we say we want to unite in the West, Fulani just need to pick 2 or 3 people, make them very, very rich, make them very, very comfortable, use them and dump them. I will advise someone like Tinubu and Yoruba leader need to go and study what happened to Baba Ulowo. That's when they will know that the game they are playing, they're going to lose at the end of the day. If they don't focus and step back, say, these people, they realize it's a game. Nigeria is a fraud, it's a game. And then the only Fulani understand it from the beginning. That's the reason why they have one voice. And then what they always do is they bully Yoruba and Igbo. That's the reason. If you see what is happening now around North, but on Shensi, town of Fulani and Shensi, now they want to what they first do is they make Hausa dominate Hausa. Because before we always hear Hausa, but now it's Fulani dominate Hausa. But now their plan is to dominate the whole Nigerian. So that's why they are planting little Fulani somewhere in the bush. They will kill 10 people today. And then if you know they kill 10 people today, 10 people tomorrow, the number of Yoruba is reducing. So they are planning those people. At the end of the day, before you see 10 years, 20 years to this time, you will not see. 2050, I was in Ekiti. like if I travel back to Nigeria, I always go. All those our village, small village. When we are travel, we come down, we eat. We will not find any place to eat again because these people are inside the now. If you are travel down from Lagos to Osun State or Ekiti, you can't even wait. In everywhere we do to wait before we eat, we drink we eat padded yam, we drink palm wine.
Yeah. What's your
all those places are gone.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah, because what happened is because it's OTD to just be even the bus driver will say, I can't wait here. So I'm talking what I'm saying now, I've been thinking for a very long time. What I'm saying now, Yoruba leader need to go and study what happened to Baba Awolowo. As clever, as wise as Baba Awolowo, Baba Ewa, they actually once she move Baba at the end of the day, to the extent of Baba Nilatiwa Okunsu. Because so Baba promise you that we could yes, you know. What I'm trying to let all these people know is Dino Desert not Imam Plani Bonshima, Inu Desert in Fulani. I travel a lot. I travel around Africa. I know Fulani very well. Fulani, if Fulani will dominate, you know, they will not live around it. And then if you give land to 10 Fulani, if you come back another 5 years, you know that 10 Fulani will multiply to 100 Fulani. They always plan themselves everywhere. You leader need to wise now, and they need to step back and study the history of Baba Awolowo. So that's my contribution, sir. I will still get in touch because I really enjoy your program. Every morning I have to wake up before I go to work and listen to your program. Thank you so much. I really follow you. I enjoy your program. So I will definitely call back.
No problem.
If there's anything I can contribute, no I will always call back. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. That's another. There was a protest in Castina yesterday, and I'm sure a lot of you must have seen that protest. So Castina is protesting against Buhari, their own Say Baba. Dear Gabasheu, did IPOP paid protesters in Castina to riot against President Buhari? Because they always believe that when the IPOP protest is because they don't like Buhari, but they forgot that the Nigerian Location 9 killed 5 million people. When the Yoruba protest, they will send military to stop them. On Friday, June 12th, there will be a lot of protests in the southwest of the country. And we will be picking up signals. And then our timeline is going to be very busy. We might start my show very early on Friday because I have to monitor so many broadcasts happening. That's on Friday. The Friday is going to be a very busy day. We're going to do round the clock. People are protesting against Buhari. Oh, let me put it there so that you don't say it is what I'm just reading off air. Dear Gabasheu, did IPOP pay the protesters in Castina to riot against President Buhari? Don't bother answer, please. Castina people are protesting against Buhari on insecurity, incomplete, and you Southwest and East busy defending him. Did you hear that? That's from Olalowo Tomiwa. You are defending him. Those from the Southwest and the Southeast keep defending a government that has failed. And this was all happening yesterday in Castina. Leave Lasisi Gobe, Bonaboy, Castina ranging. Twitter was on fire yesterday. Good night, my Castina people. If protesters around the world wasn't able to stimulate Nigerians to protest for electoral reform, God has brought it home to Kaduna and Katsina for closer stimulation. Yet, we are not able to get the memo. It will be difficult to change. This is the time to shut it down because there's no government in Nigeria as we speak. Katsina is on fire as angry northern youth set towns on fire, tear and burn Buhari poster for lack of security in the state. This is what the IPOB has been trying to let everyone know back then. Today, it is coming to reality. They will televise Nigeria breakup. It's going to come to you like we are doing now. We will just say breaking news. Nigeria is going into disintegration. It will be a breaking news. It's coming very soon. How soon, I don't know. Next year, this year, 10 years, it will happen. Katsina people should be patriotic and accept the killing as part of the change and the next level agenda of Buhari and stop following IPOB to expose the crimes of Nigerians to the international community. And all this was happening in Katsina yesterday. Is it the spirit of George Floyd that is also going on? We don't know. We don't know. But all I can tell you is, yesterday was a shutdown in Katsina. Did you see them in large? Nobody paid them. But if it's the IPOB, the government of the Janjaweed, there's no government in Nigeria. So when people say there's a government, children are being raped, killed. Somebody said to me, how did they'll do fingerprints? Location 9 is gone. A lot of us that are still not understand what location 9 is. But what I want to come back to now, let's come back to the reality of conversation. What really matters to me and you every day as an Oduduwa, Omokaro Jiri. We got about less than an hour now. We are already 3 hours into the program. I will not be tired. You should not be tired. That is our first thing. And we should never close our eyes with 2 eyes. When I am sleeping, I will sleep. I'm a normal person. I'm not an angel. The moment I am sleeping, we must have somebody else awake. When you are sleeping, I should be awake. Because we don't know what is coming. Some of you have seen it in your dreams. Some of us are not dream sayer, but we see it based on what has been in our forefront. But those of you that saw this in the dream, like my brother said to me yesterday when we were on a telephone conference call with him, myself, and Walata, oh no, blood was shedding. That blood will not happen in Southwest. I said, Dumari. That blood, Tofeshe, ni Southwest, ko ni bossy fun. That blood that the Fulani, with their own support of the Southwest and the Southeast and the outside, Onishele, Nino Southwest. Good morning, caller. Your name, where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from America.
Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, Ekaro.
Akudajo. Shebubu alajo nse gbogbo ana lajo wa lórí ètò. Ashalale Dumare, in Jesus' name, inshallah.
More following that the Rambo program.
Thank you very much.
So what the last caller said about all these our leaders. Sherry, Goduma Solori Oduduwa yo Jube. Sherry when you come in Nigeria, to your way, where you come at down on Gidin. Talk about to Japan on Yuba leaders. Where you come at down on Kenuma Wogidi. Tell about the down on people. Well, you want to everybody serious. Well, the more going on show that. You are talking down more in your. You are talking down on your knee, Nigeria. Come on, shake it. Gbogbo pandemic tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ń sìn gbogbo olórí wa gbogbo ọmọ olóṣèlú yẹn wọ́n ọ̀rọ̀ pé ẹ̀kọ́ wọn kówó jáde fún wọn ẹ̀kọ́ fi jẹun ń sìn tó bá yẹ kó àdìkọ̀ election ọ̀dọ́ ká máa háwó kiri ṣé kò sówó lọ́lẹ̀ fún wọn láti fi jẹun. But wọ́n lè ṣe ìgbàgbọ́mọ̀ fún wọ́n lè benefit kankan lórí ẹ̀.
Àgbọ́yé.
Ṣé ẹ kọ́ sí ìgbàgbọ́ kan ní wẹ́? Ṣé ẹ ní Tinubu gangan lu yẹn? Ó yẹ kẹ́ ló kùn. Ó yẹ kẹ́ ló kùn. Nítorí àwọn àgbàyà àwọn àgbà burúkú tó ń pàlú yẹn jẹ́ nìyẹn dọ́là.
Àgbọ́yé.
Tinubu kò ní kò wà interested láti jẹ́ kó du àyẹ kó tẹ̀ function rárá torí presidential vision tó ní 2023 so kò tẹ̀lé kó yí ṣẹlẹ̀ rárá ẹ̀rù kan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ kò lámọ̀tẹ́kùn ní ìfowósì.
ọ̀fẹ́ kó ṣiṣẹ́ àti wọ gbèsè báyìí àmọ̀tẹ́kùn tẹ́ ó yẹ kéèkó gan ti ní àwọn tó máa ṣiṣẹ́ náà.
Ẹ má yẹ ká tọra wa ṣẹ́rí tó dùn ẹ tó bá máa fọ́nṣọ̀ lágbà ọlọ́run adẹ́jọ́ fún fọ́nṣọ̀ ṣẹ́rí àwọn àgbàlagbà Yorùbá yẹn tó ń ba Yorùbá jẹ́ tó ń du àpótí wọn nìkan àti ìtẹ́bí wọn ó kẹ́nu máa kùn ẹ jẹ́ ká máa dárúkọ wọn gidi ká máa dárúkọ wọn kẹ́nu máa kùn wọn wàá mọ̀ pé kọ́ lọ́wọ́ ṣe ò dáa ẹ má yẹ ká tẹ́nu kù wọ́n bá tẹ́nu kù ọ̀wọ́n bí bóyá rẹ̀ ní láti jẹ́ kẹ́ni ti wọ́ọ̀kì lù yẹn ṣèbí lù làwà yìí lábẹ́ lọ pé wọ́n kówó jẹ́lu tàwà yìí but one ṣe kótó yẹ kó ṣe so anybody rẹ láti probe wọ rẹ láti probe anybody.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ọlọ́run aṣáájú wa ẹ máa bí tó lọ kó tẹ̀lé yín.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni. So the unity and the love of the Oduduwa is very, very paramount at this crucial time, and we must not lose focus. Our unity, love, is very, very key. And what I mean by that is you must set up, look, I will continue to mention, we don't need 300 people in one group. We don't need 500 people in one group. We need clusters of groups that you are in control, because you will know how many people that you need to support to get them going, to get them to the level of your own understanding. We will do this one every day. When the school resume back, we might augment with the timing. But for now, it will be a morning sermon for 4 hours. And as the Spirit say, we will come in during the daytime and during the night. Go and watch the part 18. The part 18, I want people to go back on that part 18. Let me see if I can bring that part 18 and drop it into this comment. That part 18 alone can break the minds of your people back in the Southwest. I'm telling you, the part 18 video that I did of the Nigeria is getting to break up. You know what that means? Security is what I discuss in it. Let me look for that video, that particular. Let me go into this group. Those of you that want to be in a kind of group where you will receive Oduduwa you won't post into it, but it will help you with your own group. So you will be picking news from that source, drop it inside your own WhatsApp group that you have created, about 10 or 30 people, maximum 30 people. We can have replica of, let's say, one local government in Southwest. We can have 500 people with 30 people. That is the only way politicians will not be able to penetrate, because if we have 500 people with different people that set up the Morayinri, agents of Yoruba there, Morayinri, èmi set up group kan nísìn fún Ìjẹ̀bú Òde, ìwọ náà set up Ìjẹ̀bú Òde, ọ̀rọ̀ Oòduà náà ni, a tún ní so many people bẹ́ẹ̀ tó set up Ìjẹ̀bú Òde, àwa jẹ́ 500, àmọ́ra wa rí bọ̀ nínú 500 yẹn a ní at least ó kéré jù èèyàn 30 nínú bó kàn sọ pé níjẹ̀bú Òde nìkan ni mò ń sọ yìí o mọ̀ pé wo mọ̀ pé mi ti set up Ìjẹ̀bú Òde, ó wá mọ̀ tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ sórí gbogbo àwọn tí ó wà nínú group yẹn tó bá ṣe ń jáde tó bá fẹ́ Oòduà ni ìwọ náà ti gbọ́, èmi náà ti gbọ́, mo wà nínú group kan ni bọ̀bọ̀ kan ló máa set up, Èkó ló ń gbé, but ó ní ọ̀rọ̀ Oòduà ni o. It will not be something that they will hide anymore. It will now become a talk show, just like they talk about that nasty, all those nasty programs that doesn't have no meaning. Kolori ko lese, BB Nigeria. The things that would divert their mind. But if you create 1,000 group, somebody will post nonsense. Hey, this is not group. This group is for Oduduwa. You'll be shouting every day. Because you don't know that stupid person, because he's not interested in Oduduwa. He's interested to want to sell. You know, you set up group, people will post, come and buy data, 5 gig. Kini kan pẹ̀lú yẹn. Somebody wants to sell his house. Somebody said to me, he wants me to advertise for them. Sharon in yellow important because they are looking at the numbers of people that are viewing the broadcast. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about somebody in Nigeria that, I went and asked him, I said, did you share this broadcast? No. Now he wants to start sharing the broadcast. But he wants me to, he's an Oduduwa man. He does painting and all those little. Not that we will not support, but he must also talk about what we are discussing. That is as simple as that. I've not posted his promotion of whatever he wants us to do until we realize that it's really in tune. So that is the only way we can start capturing the mind. You replicate the same thing in Ondo State. Don't worry about you trying to set up a group for people in Ijebu-Ode. Don't worry about you setting up. You know your own town more than me. You guys remember, I'm sure when AAC, because I was included in different WhatsApp group that they post. People have our number, even though people put me on PDP and APC group, not because I'm part of them, but people have our number. Sometimes you just wake up in the morning, group wo tu lele, fellow too hard in lele, boba exit wa tu gbe pada. That is what we need to do. Look, guys, if we don't have clusters, that we can defeat them nasty politicians with that method. Set it up. 10, 5. Some of them will say, we don't have data. You don't have to come back to me. You know them more than me. Top it up. Some of them, you do a cap for them. Some of them, you do t-shirt for them. You start working together. And there are people that are already doing that now. Yes, you will be in some groups that will have 3,000 people, but you will all get lost inside that group. Unity, love, and solution. And people will say that, the Igbo people. Look, the Igbo people have left Nigeria long time ago. And there's no way I will now say, when Oshatola is married to an Igbo man, and look at the push that she's doing from the husband to say, go and put your face out there. We will work on our own, but we would also embed little things around ourselves. Doesn't mean that everybody's strategy is different. The Yoruba strategy, look, I am not the one even planning the strategy. People just think because I come here every day, they are planners from the Yoruba World Congress and all the other groups that are working, and they've been doing it before we started. Do you know why this one is driving faster? Well, in what we call the new media. You guys don't have to now wake up in the morning anymore. You think I'm stupid? To bá tẹ̀ fẹ́ wo channels television tèmi sọ̀rọ̀ Oòduà wàá máa gbé yẹ̀wò ni pé ṣé channels ló fẹ́ gbọ́ ni àbí tí KOIKIMEDIA ń sọ. It's strategy. You think I'm doing this? I'm just revealing part to you now. We might not be hitting the numbers with people watching channels, but very soon, you in the morning, you will never watch channels again in the morning. You will go and watch the repeat. That is what I am doing. I just revealed that to you this evening or this morning. When they are doing sunrise, I don't want you to listen to them. Come and listen to this one, because this is the one that would... Channels is not going to disintegrate Nigeria. Forget it, guys. Yes, part 18. Okay, yeah, part 18, yeah. KOIKIMEDIA, please let your audience know we are here for Oduduwa. I'm not saying what any politician did now. Please, my people, we love ourselves. We're not interested in the politics. This is not APC, PDP. We want to break Nigeria. It's got nothing to do with because you have friends that are APC or PDP. You might have them as your friends, but this movement is for taking ourselves. Look, Nigeria ship, only oko oman move till Nigeria oti stand still. Let me repeat that. All those gigantic big ship that sail, and you look at them like, wow, these are beautiful. Nigeria one has been sitting there for 60 years. All they've been doing is they've just been walking around it. One coup come, hit another one come. okay, from there, everybody still, they give some people, oil well, they become billionaires, they're paying back, some are fronting for the government, some are, everybody in a thief. Let us get a system that if I commit an offense in Oduduwa nation, I must be punished for that purpose. Not because I have shout for Oduduwa, Oduduwa, Oduduwa. Then when we get to Oduduwa, I say, about Ocean law. No. I live here for 21 years. If I do anything against the law of this country, guys, you actually safe. You can see the royal family. Let me put that on the royal family. They are always in the news. So I sometimes surprised when people say don't mention I don't want to mention their names. I'm not. When people call, look, they can mention their names. Me, I will stop mentioning their names, but I am not scared to mention and bring them onto the broadcast and say this is who you are. But when people call, we will allow them to express their feelings. People have been killed because that system that has stopped working for 60 years. So when they call the broadcast, they want to vent their anger. I am doing this broadcast every morning so that you are not watching the Janjaweed television called channels. Watch this one. This is the one that we can have conversation. Channels, you know, people, sometimes I read comment on channels. The way they'll be pa, 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 pa. They're not going to respond to it. They're not interested. They're not reading it. You think they're reading it? You think somebody's sitting there reading it? You're wasting your time, guys. This one, we can read it. You can call in. You can express your feelings. You can call them names. Channels will never open their phone line for you. Even TVC that does journalist hangout. I watch it as well. When people start going through, we lost that caller. People call here and they spend sometimes 15 minutes. I sent a message to Bolanle, our Oduduwa queen, yesterday. Bolanle was powerful. I sent her a message only this morning. She needs to give us a time. Okay, thank you very much. Someone that called from Lagos. There are two people, sometimes I don't want to mention their name. But we have two callers. One, I can tell you, is a regular. He has already done credit to that other one that needed. And they've sent me a message. He just sent me my data now. Thanks, sir. I'm very grateful. That is what we say as Oduduwa. Sometimes it's those little tokens. It will flourish. They will know that we carry them along. That is why I want you people to have different WhatsApp group. Somebody said, remind me, you are talking about K1. I will show you a video that was sent to me yesterday. I wanted to play that yesterday, but we didn't have enough time. I need to quickly put that through now. And some people say we need to hear where he stands. But let me play you the video that was sent to me. And it's a recent video. Anything where you see somebody wear mask, now recent video. Let me get that video out. Anything that video, while we are talking about something that matters, they are not interested. So don't be deceived. They are not interested. So let me get that video. I said that. Okay, let me play this one first that my friend from Lagos sent to us to. This is in Lagos this morning, location 9. Let me make sure the audio is good. Okay, let me release the speaker. I'm going to turn the camera on in a minute.
Can you see it? I see the Lagos road.
I say Lagos is like a slum. This video you want to watch now was sent. I should have played it long time, but you know, so many things going around. This is your Lagos.
I see the Lagos road. This is University of Lagos road. Can you see it? See location 9. I don't know if you can see this video very well. And somebody will tell us Nigeria is working. Our politicians are working. When we have etc. Death trap. Can you see? See, death trap. Death trap. Even down for as crazy as people used to say. You see, kò sọ́nà fún wọn láti gbà. See it, see. US of Lagos Road. Oh my Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Kò sójú lẹ́ni o. Can you see it? Yeah. Can you see it? Location now must break. Location now must break. Can you see it very well? Etiri, Akoka Road near. Yeah.
To you guys, it might mean, sorry guys, it might mean nothing. That road alone is a killer. You might just think it's just a normal road, you know. Oh yeah, you mean that doesn't matter now. That's fine. But that alone there is a death trap. So let's come back to the conversation. I wanted to talk about the royal family a little bit. How they are bringing them to the media all the time. They are always in the media. I'm just going to type on Google, royal family. Okay, ní kan tán bá po wàhálà rẹpẹtẹ nísìn. Scandal oríṣiríṣi ló dé bá wọn. Ó ní kan tán bá po wàhálà nísìn tẹ̀ rántí orúkọ yẹn mọ́ gan sef. But there's a particular one that tán bá fa wàhálà. Ó wà nínú news rẹpẹtẹ nísìn. So what am I trying to point out from there? We are not scared to mention their name, but mentioning their name is like we're even people can call and mention their name. Me, I will not, but mentioning their name is nothing to us. Cluster groups, everybody must play a part, and that is the whole conversation. And we must never be tired until the more you are tired, the more the Janjaweed are ready to attack. They are just waiting every day, waiting. And we must continue to be on a lookout. Check with your family, especially àwọn tó ṣì wà nínú village. Ẹ máa béèrè lọ́wọ́ wọn lóòrèkóòrè. Ẹ máa bi wọ́n lóòrèkóòrè. Ẹ máa bi wọ́n. We must never get tired until we achieve what we are looking for. Until we achieve what we are looking for. Because what we are looking for is the only thing that will give me and you peace of mind. People have lived outside the country for 30 years. Some of, you know what, I get even people that have just left. I said 14 years to get regularized here. Imagine somebody that has just arrived. People are calling from Italy, UK. They are tired. They don't have any status. They don't know where the next meal is coming from. And that is why we need to keep pushing. At 11 o'clock, Bedu Magazine will be live. Oshatola is always live Monday and Thursday. Oduduwa TV, that we were tapping their signal. I'm sure they probably are finished now. Also comes live every day. They have different presenters. You can be a presenter as well. There's nothing big about it, as long as you are bold enough to come to the screen and then start digesting. And I'm sure Nnamdi Kanu will be back again tonight with this broadcast. Mayegun, my brother in Scotland, one-man soldier, one-man mopo, hold the gbogbo down. The diaspora radio is working and it should be up and running very soon. And you'll be hearing different people speaking on that platform. Nigeria is at the verge of breakup. There is no doubt about it. Going back to Bolanle, I sent her a message. She will tell us when she's available and we will let her come in. All the time she's ready. Our women will continue. And somebody suggested that we must have a particular day that we will only allow people from Nigeria to call in so that we can hear more from them. Even if it's one person that calls, it doesn't matter. We must give them more time to call the broadcast. That Nigeria is not going to come to pieces. It will come to pieces. It will. It's just a matter of time. Nigeria is at the verge of breakup.
Kaba yẹn Kogi state kọ́ nìyẹn ni. Okay, a jẹ́ pé ṣé Yorùbá ni yín bẹ̀ ní àbáwúsá? Yorùbá làwọn àwọn àìsàn Hausa. Okay, yẹn ni pé
And I'm tapping this from the Oduduwa TV.
Ẹni tó tẹ ìlú Tinubu ọmọ Oòduà gangan ọmọ Ilé Ifẹ̀ ni ló tẹ Kàbàdó. Yẹn ni pé ẹ̀yọ́ mọ̀ 400 years ago. Yẹn ni pé ọmọ Oòduà lẹ́yìn náà ní Kàbà ní Kogi state. Okay.
Wọ́n ní Ìbàdàn ń bọ̀ láti Ilé Ifẹ̀.
Okay.
Tó débẹ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n àtàbúrò ni wọ́n. So wọ́n ní wọ́n fẹ́ sinmi ní Kàbà yẹn ní Pọ́ṣẹ̀.
Okay, guys, I need to mention this. I just saw this. Gbedu magazine will be coming now from 6 p.m. every day. Please, Gbedu magazine will be talking more from different angle, Oduduwa, and all other news around the world and in location 9. Remember, Gbedu magazine will be coming live every day from 6 p.m. So let's go back to this video.
On the branch of it lórí igi so wá jókòó sórí igi yẹn á ba igi yẹn náà fi ṣe pé òkú ọ̀nà ìkan wá ń pè kejì pé gbogbo wa náà wà ní òkè àbá náà fi ṣe Kàbà.
Òkè àbá
Oòduà ọdẹ ni wọ́n sọ láti Oòduà láti Ifẹ̀.
Wọ́n sọ de wá síbẹ̀ ní abẹ́ àti bàbá iná dúró sí. Okay, abẹ́ àti bàbá iná dúró sí.
So ọ̀kan wá ń pè kejì pé gbogbo wa wá sọ pé òun wà ní òkè àbá.
Okay.
So lọ sọ di Kàbà.
Náà sọ di Kàbà.
Ọmọ Ifẹ̀ làwọn.
Ọmọ Ifẹ̀ ni yín. Okay. Ǹjẹ́ ẹ ti ẹ ti gbọ́ nípa Oduduwa nation?
A ti ń gbọ́ for long.
Ẹ ti ń gbọ́ for long. Okay. Ǹjẹ́ kí ni ẹ lérò wípé ó máa jẹ́ àǹfààní fún ọmọ Oduduwa tó bá dá dúró táwọn náà ní orílẹ̀-èdè tiwọn?
Gbogbo wa la mọ̀ pé àǹfààní tó wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́.
Okay.
Àǹfààní lóríṣiríṣi at least òmìnira ara wa máa wà. Ẹ la máa kó lábẹ́ àrùn àwọn
amúnisìn lábẹ́ mọ́là àwọn amúnisìn.
Gbogbo wa la mọ̀ pé àǹfààní wà bẹ́ẹ̀.
Okay.
Ẹ bá lórí ọ̀fẹ́.
Ǹjẹ́ ẹ ti ṣetán ṣe ní ṣáìdì Kàbà yẹn tí ẹ ti gbọ́ ṣe ẹ ti náwọn olórí kan bí Oduduwa tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ bẹ̀yìn abẹ́ tí níbẹ̀?
Àwọn èèyàn wà.
Okay. Ṣé ẹ̀yin wá ṣetán àti ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú láti ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú Oduduwa nation níbẹ̀? Tipẹ́tipẹ́.
Àǹfààní ẹ̀ máa tipẹ́tipẹ́ táwa ti ń wò pọ́jọ́ kan àǹfààní ẹ̀ máa wà.
Àkókò yẹn náà sì ti tó báyìí sìn. Náà báwo lè ṣe wá fẹ́ bá a ṣiṣẹ́ ìpolongo bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti make sure pé gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Oduduwa tó wà ní ilẹ̀ Kàbà.
Somebody is watching us from Morocco. Thank you very much. I can read your message.
Láti dìde láti lè fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú
láti ṣetán gbogbo láti múra kalẹ̀ gbogbo láti gbé gbogbo àti orílẹ̀-èdè Oòduà bá ti dé àwọn ṣetán àti múra kíláàsì àtìlẹ́yìn.
Láti ṣetán láti ṣàtìlẹ́yìn. Okay. Èrèdí fídíò yìí ni pé a máa tó láìpẹ́ ìgbó ṣe bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ yà máa fi ránṣẹ́ sí ìlú òyìnbó so that wọ́n á lè mọ̀ wípé a tún ti rí ọmọ Oòduà kan ní ìlú Kàbà tán ti sọnù gbà kan tán sì fẹ́ padà wá sí ilẹ̀ Oòduà táwọn náà sì ti ṣetán afẹ́ fi ránṣẹ́ sí wọn. Nàṣẹ náà ṣetán láti ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú láti fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú wa láti ṣiṣẹ́ ní gbogbo Kàbà lágbára lọ. Nà ìgbàkúgbà tó wá sí pè yẹn ti ṣetán láti ṣiṣẹ́ takuntakun. Inú wa dùn láti gbọ́ yín àti láti rí yín a sì ṣeéṣe a fi tó àwọn ọ̀gá tiwa náà létí ibi tí abábadé àtẹ̀kẹ́ máa gbọ́ kò ṣe takuntakun láti ìsinmi ẹ make sure pé ẹ bá make sure pé ẹ bẹ̀ sí pé gbogbo Kàbà gbogbo àwọn èèyàn yín láti sọ pé Oduduwa ti ṣetán a sì ti dé o pé àgbọ̀ Oduduwa sì ti ṣetán láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ o kí lórúkọ nílẹ̀ kan sí Olúwàjí kí wá ẹ ṣe Olúwa pẹ̀lú láti kà owó land. Okay, God bless you. Ẹni bíi local government mélòó ní Kàbà yẹn?
Okun lápapọ̀ we have Kàbà local government, Mọ̀pá local government, we have Yagba East, Yagba West, we have Ìjùmọ̀ local government. Tó yẹ kó wà ní mo dárúkọ yìí Oòduà ni wá.
Oòduà ni gbogbo yín ní Kogi State. Inú mi dùn. Mo mọ̀ pé náà àwọn èèyàn náà dùn láti gbọ́.
And that is I'm sure this is what I am saying. Clusters. You don't need too many groups where we have 500 people and we can't deliver somebody in Kaba. I want to start seeing people talking about it in Ekiti, in Osun State. Short videos. The people that you have in your group are the ones that you will tell them to send you a small clip of people that believe in it. And when they start, look, it's not something to say people are going to be ashamed to show their face. It is the right thing to do. Sherry, àwọn èèyàn tí ń dúró, wọ́n dúró dè wá tẹ́lẹ̀. Àwa la kò ní láti support wọn ni. Àwa la ní láti support wọn. Could I call him more? Because thank you very much, that's another brother. Adetokunbo Moba. Ejo tẹ́ bá ti ń wọnú program, ẹ máa bá mi, let me pin him. Guys, go onto his page. I'm going to go in his page now and I'll bring in his last broadcast. He's also Oduduwa. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera so that way you can even see him. Oh, it was Egmwe wa life lana mo ba mo se wa missing ke. Okay, I must have been tired yesterday, man. Cheese on bread. Okay, let me turn my... This is the brother I'm talking about. Please, guys, go on his page. Anybody talking about Oduduwa, that is your friend now. That is him there. Every Monday, 6 p.m. Nifaji Agbalawa. I hope I pronounced that very well. That's his name there. Go on his Facebook page. Become his friend so that you will never miss it. I'm going to put this new broadcast that he did onto our Facebook page. That is him there. I'm going to release that audio a little bit so we can be hearing a little bit of what he's saying there. I'm going to fast forward it. I think this is a different person entirely again. This is Ijile FM. We have so many. But like I said, I want to play the one of Adetokunbo. Okay, you can see that he has already shared my broadcast. I say we are all working together. This was the one we did yesterday afternoon. Nigeria at the verge of breakup, part 19. Today we are in part 20. He shared my broadcast. I do the same thing. Yeah, this is him. So, guys, make sure, let me release that audio. And then you can hear his own voice. We all have a voice. I'm going to forward it a little bit. Yoruba, very beautiful, lovely people. It's the Janjaweed that has kept us to become beggars, slaves. So at least you guys have seen what is page, because sometimes people are looking for people on Facebook. You don't know what they look like or whatever. At least you can now see that page. That's it. Please go and do that same thing. Let me also take you to Bedu as well. Then I'll take you to Oshatola. A lot of you know Citizen Ewa. A lot of you know Frank Bello. This is Bedu. Go and like his page. Bedu Ireo. Right? You can see that was his broadcast yesterday. Oh. We are going to talk, that was the one he did yesterday. We are going to talk about why Nigeria is on a gunpowder, what is happening on social media. Let me release his audio a little bit. He does a lot of other things as well. And the wife also does food in UK. Let me release the audio.
Well trained and worse this time.
Okay, this is when he was doing
with us is that your different ethnic groups, the Chiefs, the this, the that, and so on, regard the land on which they have lived for thousands of years as their land.
That's Professor Banji Akitoye
interview. It belongs to us Fulani, and we have now a reason to take it. And we are not talking of the peoples of Benue State alone. We are talking of all the peoples of Nigeria. We have accumulated money and weapons for a long, drawn-out war. We have invited...
That's Professor Banji Akintoye. So at least you know who Gbedu is as well. Please go and like his page. Follow him. He's an Oduduwa person as well. Let's take it to Oshatola. A lot of you know Mayegun. I'm going to put this page up as well. This is my sister Oshatola. And that's him there as well. That's her rather. So, I know we're going to be bringing the broadcast to an end very soon. So that's Oshatola. And that is her there. That, remember we were playing that this particular one there. I'm going to play that one. And then I'm just going to show her page here. That's her. That's her. You can see she has already posted the Gbedu as well. That is what we should be doing. That is the only way we can get our messages everywhere. That is her. Location 9 is there. Let's take you to another person. A lot of you know the Odua TV. That's Odua TV. And a lot of you know Heritage Television. Let me show you Abike first. I'm sure a lot of you know Abike Communication. That's another Oduduwa. Okay, Facebook has already notified me that we are now 4 minutes to the end of this broadcast. So let me pause that. Let me quickly show you Abike. That's my big auntie. You can see the full history of Oduduwa by KBAC. Join us tonight, Thursday rather, 4 p.m. on Thursday. Don't miss that. The full history. I'm going to do a start watch. Let us be. This is how we kind of break through when everybody is on the same page. You can see this interview was what Iba did with what's this guy's name? I forgot his name now. And that's how we all do. I'm sure a lot of you know Citizen. You can see how we are working together. I'm just trying to let you know that we are a formidable force from the media side. You can see that. She post mine as well. We are a formidable force. And that is what we want you guys to do as well. So let me quickly show Heritage as well. We got 2 minutes left. Heritage, Frank Bello, a lot of you know. So let me just quickly push. I got 2 minutes left. This is Heritage as well. As you can see, Heritage. We're all working together. Frank Bello, our Egbon. So I'm just showing you this, how formidable from the media. So you guys don't worry. You just set up your own clusters. That's Frank Bello there. You see, this is what we should be thinking. Sending people to space. We are still struggling. People don't have food. Let me show you Mayegun. A lot of you know Mayegun as well. We have less than 1 minute left before this broadcast. That's Mayegun as well. Another brother. Diaspora Radio is loading. Aregbe Mugbo versus Jagawiri. Tif Tinubu. Have you heard that the Otoge Lagos is now loading? Yes, no, a joke. So it got about 1 minute 59 seconds before the end of tonight's broadcast. You can see Mayegun has already picked that as well. I say we work together. I don't have to tell him before he does it. He's watching me. Mayegun is watching. You think we are formidable force. You cannot break us. That is the video. I don't have to tell him before he picks it. I pick up video from him as well. That is the way we work. Hey, Timon Koko. Nigeria will break. Tanimuti mentioned again. David Hamilton. David Hamilton voice. That's him there. Another formidable force, David Hamilton, and that's him there. So on that note, guys, from the media side, we are doing everything. So what we just expect you, our viewers, followers, to do the same thing as well. And that is the only way we go break Nigeria. 57 seconds before I go. Thank you very much once again. Thank you to those of you that are supporting. Your support will go down to different side of the location 9. I'm a breaker. Nigeria will disintegrate. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo ẹni tó bá ní kò ní bọ́ sí, ó máa bá lálẹ́ lọ ni. Àṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Enough is enough. My name has not changed. Olayomi Koiki, a proud Oduduwa man from Ijebu-Ode, Ogun State. We will disintegrate out of Nigeria. Have a very good morning. Bye, everyone.